Well, hello there, everyone. Happy Monday. It is May 19th. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, and we are here for the Raw watch along. Raw is starting in about 6 minutes. Once the show actually gets started, I will make sure to have the audio ready for everybody, and we will be here hanging out, reacting to the show, and seeing what goes down tonight. So, thank you so much to everybody who's here, who's joined. And for today, the card, I want to see what we got on the card today because I haven't really taken too much of a good look at it. But we have a couple of things that have been announced. So it seems like it should be an overall decent episode of Raw. Let's see what we got. We got JEY USO versus BRON Breaker in a non-title match. So I'm assuming BRON Breaker is probably going to be pinning JEY USO. We'll see. We also have Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane versus Zoe Stark, who we haven't seen like in a minute. And they're going to be doing the Money in the Bank qualifying match. I think that's pretty much, you know what's funny? We haven't seen Zoe Stark in a minute and also Kairi Sane. So this is literally Rhea Ripley versus the two gals we have not seen in a while. And then we're also going to have Becky Lynch versus Roxanne Perez versus Natalya. That should be a very fun match. And in case you missed it, guys, earlier today, like probably an hour or so before Raw started, they have officially announced that Roxanne Perez is now over on the Raw brand. So she's officially a main roster gal. It finally happened for your girl, Roxanne Perez. So I could not be happier for her. And then we're also going to see AJ Styles and Penta team up to take on JD McDonough and Finn Balor. So it'll be interesting to see how Penta and AJ Styles do together as a team. So overall, there's a couple of good stuff here to get interested in for Raw. And then Sheamus also has a match against Grayson Waller. So that's pretty much what we're going to be seeing here tonight. So it looks like Raw should keep us busy and all of that. So I want to start off also by thanking Sheldon Jackson for our first super chat of the day. Sheldon, you rock, man. Thank you so much for the love. He says, glad to see Kairi is back and not in tag team action. Right? You would assume she'd be back in tag team action. But at the same time, like, I don't think any of us are expecting either Kairi or Zoe Stark to win because, again, we haven't seen them in such a long time. So it is looking like that may be a strong, clear win for Rhea Ripley. But who knows? Every now and then, they do like to surprise us. So we shall see. Sheldon, thank you so much for the love, man. And then let me go ahead and give some shout outs here. We also got Double S, a DWO member for 5 months, who says, hope you had an awesome birthday, Denise. Thank you so much, Double S. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm officially now 33 years old. Can't believe it. Time is flying by. I still remember when I was like 13. I still remember when I was 17. I still remember when I was like 25. So I feel like time is just like flying by so fast. But I'm excited to see what this year brings, and hopefully it is a good one. So thank you so much, Double S, for the love. We also got Dan Lutzka here with a super chat, very generous one. Says happy birthday, Dan. Thank you so much. This has been like, you know, I was off from work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I did upload 5 videos on Sunday, 1 video on Saturday. So stuff has gone up on the channel, but I'm really happy because I did get to do 5 new interviews. I interviewed Booker T, Queen Charmel, Soraya, Mickey James, and Mick Foley at Comic-Con Revolution. Those videos are all up. So I was so thrilled that I was able to get that many interviews and so many good ones because it's been like a second since I was able to get that many videos. So I was so thrilled that that happened. And so that was a really nice highlight of the week. And yeah, and so far, you know, I'm trying to get back into the groove of work. I kind of got sidetracked this whole week. It's kind of been a little bit of a disaster. So I'm basically trying to get things back in order this week, hopefully. So we'll see. Dan, thank you so much for the love. We're 2 minutes away from Raw, by the way. We also got Spen Big here who says, happy as of birthday, Spen. Thank you so much, man. It's very, very cool of you. Very, very cool of you. We also got Stephen Martrulli here who says, Roxanne and Rhea are my picks. You? Looking at this, I think Roxanne and Rhea are also my picks as well. Because I presume Natalya will probably, unfortunately, be eliminated. And I presume Becky Lynch will probably have another match with Lyra, perhaps. So that's why I'm kind of writing her off on that one too. But I think it'll be a massive moment for Roxanne, especially now that she's a Raw superstar as of today. So it feels like they want to, you should, kick her off with a good bang. Like, not a good bang, kick her off with a bang. You know what I was saying? Like, have her win and have like this big giant moment following her Raw official debut or official call up, not her debut, her official call up. Thank you so much, Stephen Marchuli. We're on the same boat here. Let's see what else we got here. We got Sven Big, who says, ready for Raw with you. Just finished all your vids. Wish you all the best as always. Sven, thank you so much for watching all the videos. Raw is about to start, and I'm going to get the audio going in just a second. I'm just waiting for Raw to officially start. But yeah, I was so thrilled to get those interviews. Everyone was really cool, really nice. So overall, that was definitely a win for sure. All right, let me see. Hold on. Raw's almost starting. In the meantime, we got Dan Bridgman here who says, Denise, there is a new book about KO and Sammy. I have not seen that, Dan. Thank you so much for letting me know. I have not seen any of this. Thank you, Dan. All right, and Raw's starting. Let me get the audio up. 1 second, it's almost there. I'm like, what? Let's do our weekly audio check. If you can hear Raw and you can hear myself at a nice balanced fashion, please let me know. If it's too loud, let me know too. In the meantime, we also got Matt Toy. Matt with a very generous super chat says, happy birthday, Denise. Hope your ice cream was good and you enjoyed seeing Annie. Got my first check at my new job. Wanting to keep showing love and support to you. Well, Matt, congratulations on the new job. And hopefully it goes good for you. And I want to thank you so much for the kindness that you have shown me, as well as the support that you have shown me. And yes, the ice cream was good. Annie was so much fun. So overall, a lot of nice things did happen this weekend. Thank you so much, Matt. Sending you some love and some good positive vibes. Clown says, loving the Raven clips on the Denise's Pieces channel. Oh yeah, and there's more to come. Trust me, there's more to come. Thank you, Clown. We got Infamous Raider Loco who says 23 months LFG. Happy birthday. Love the new content. Hell yeah, man. As always, thank you so much for popping in to the stream. And glad that you liked the new videos. More new videos to come, everybody. All right, let's see. We're getting a recap right now of the Braun Breaker, CM Punk, JEY USO, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, literally everyone and their mothers right now. We got Victaru here who says, happy birthday to you. I'm happy to see you and the watch along. I hope you had a wonderful time yesterday, and I know Raw should be a good one tonight. Thank you so much, Victaru. Yes, yesterday I threw a birthday party for my myself and my grandpa, because it's all birthday. We had a Connect 4 tournament, which was very fun. Had some ice cream, had some pizza, had some tacos, had some flan, had some donuts. Definitely ate a lot yesterday. So it was a good time, a nice family day for sure. Victaru, thank you so much for the love, and I hope you enjoy Raw today. All right, and I'm going to still make sure to catch up with everybody. McTaru gifted 5 DWO memberships. Let's go, McTaru! Thank you so much, man. Not only does that help me out, but that also helps out the subscribers and everybody here. Thank you, Infamous DJ1 says my audio sounds good. All right, cool. Terrence Matthews says, I was not expecting Julia to sign to SmackDown. Yeah, so that happened this past Friday. I wasn't expecting it either. I thought she was going to be Raw bound since she had been appearing on Raw. So it's interesting that right away they had only the plans to have Julia and Roxanne for a bit, and then have Julia go off and do her own thing, and then have Roxanne go off and do her own thing too, which I think was the best, because their pairing, even though they looked cool, it didn't really make too much sense. So I'm kind of glad that they're doing their own thing, both respectfully. Thank you so much, Terrence Matthew. We got Dan Bridgman who says KO posted the book on his X account. Ooh, I'll make sure to go look at that. Thank you, Dan, for letting me know. Keeping me posted here. We got Terrence Johnson who says, good thing you didn't watch Collision. It cut to the movie. Cut to a movie in the middle of the show.
Styles
What?
is here. The phenomenal one with a phenomenal
No.
tag
Did
team
it at least
partner
go
tonight.
back to Collision? Like, were
The
you guys
man who
able
has
to finish
taken
watching it?
WWE by storm.
That's
A magical
terrible.
Penta.
Yeah, I would have been so pissed.
AJ
Can
and
you
Penta
imagine if
have
I
a
would have been
score
doing
to
a watch
settle
along,
with
and in the
the
middle of a
Judgment
watch
Day
along,
tonight.
it just goes to a
Finn Balor
movie?
teams with
That would have been so
JD
awkward.
McDonough
Like, what do you
to take
do?
on
I
AJ
guess watch along's
Styles and
over, you
Penta
know?
Live on
Thank you,
Monday
Terrence, for the
Night
update and the
Raw.
super chat. Oh, no. Manuel says, I heard the movie was Black Adam. Shut up. What? That is wild. Sarah says that it was a movie The Rock was in. Ironic. Yo, The Rock really did that? Savage. Oh, we're kicking off today's show with Logan Paul. Mind you, Logan Paul versus Jey Uso is happening for Saturday night's main event. So it looks like this is what we're getting started with. Mind you, no one even believes that Logan Paul is going to be defeating Jey Uso at all, especially after Gunther just said that he is going to be facing the winner of this match. So we're all sitting here basically expecting Jey Uso versus Gunther again. Young Citrus official says Rock sabotage Collision. All right, well, let me get some shout outs while Logan Paul is making his entrance. Shout out to Ryan Sully, who's in the building, Joseph Boza, Marshman 96, Maurice Johnson, Dan Bridgman, Double S, Joseph Boza, Dave Jordan, Caitlin Connell, Infamous DJ1, Bo said Bo, Melissa Cabello, and Manuel. And we got Kevin West also in the building. We got Gio says, this is how we start on a Monday. We were all sitting here being like, yeah, this episode looks like it's going to be good. All right, I'm going to shut up now so we can see what Logan has to say.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Listen here, Greenville.
Oh, they're in Greenville.
It is a fact that I will beat Jey Uso this Saturday.
Yo, I don't know about a fact.
And when I return to this ring next Monday on Raw, Logan Paul will be your new World Heavyweight Champion.
No one is buying that. No one believes that at all.
Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, Greenville?
Even Logan Paul believes it.
Hey, perfect. I got a lot more for you. Check this out. Fact. Jey Uso is the current World Heavyweight Champion.
That is fact.
Fact. Jey Uso tapped out Gunther at WrestleMania.
Okay, so far those all are facts.
Nah, no yeet. Nah, no yeet. No yeet.
Oh no, this is gonna go a bit.
No yeet. Okay, fine. Yeah, fine, yeet. 4 letters, 1 word. All y'all got 2 brain cells. Shut up.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, now everyone's going yeet crazy.
Yeetville, South Carolina.
Paul won a singles title 12 years faster than Jey Uso. Fact. Jey Uso cannot handle the weight of being a world champion. Fact. Jey Uso has eyes on everyone in this company except Logan Paul. Fact.
Wait, how is that a fact?
And the biggest fact of them all.
That is definitely not a fact.
I have knocked out Jey Uso 3 times. 3 times. I have left Jey Uso unconscious, flatlined, face first on the floor. And guess what? Oh man, sorry, Greenville. I'm gonna do it again this Saturday. And when I do, Logan Paul will become your new world head.
Oh. I believe a lot of Logan Paul's opinions he was stating as facts there, but obviously very confident.
Well, if Logan Paul does become the world champion, then his first title defense would be against this man. Gunther telling the world last week that he will face the winner of Jey Uso and Logan Paul 3 weeks from tonight.
All right, let's see what we get here. Hopefully this is good. It's
Raw
back and forth.
Phoenix,
I would
Arizona.
hope that Logan Paul would get eaten up alive here. But I was also hoping that Gunther would go ahead and beat Pat
Back in the
McAfee
World
alive,
Champion
but that
conversation
didn't
is
happen.
exactly
So
where
I don't
Gunther
know if
wants
that's
to
going to
be.
happen here
Well,
with
80%
Logan
of his
Paul.
time in
Or what is even
WWE
going to happen
has
with here with
been a champion
Gunther and Logan Paul?
He does not like the fact that he is no longer carrying gold to the ring.
They will 100% cheer Gunther over Logan Paul. I do not think they will cheer Logan Paul over him. D. Martin 5th, thank you so much for the love. He says, Feliz cumpleaños, Senora Denise. Thank you so much, D. Martin 5th. Very nice of you to send this in.
Indeed,
Oh,
Gunther
Jesus,
did
that's
tap
loud.
out to JEY USO at
Super loud,
WrestleMania
you tapped
to
out
lose his
sign.
World Championship.
Kai Mock says, I can't believe I said his name and he appeared.
You seem very confident that you can beat the guy that has beaten me for my World Heavyweight Championship.
Ooh, what if they do Logan Paul versus Gunther tonight?
So I need to assume
I doubt it.
that you're standing out here believing that you're better than me. That's very confident. And I think that's good. Confidence, as we both know, is what drives us in life. It's what got us here, right? And to be quite honest, and if everybody here is honest for 1 second, those people should show you way more respect than they do. I mean, come on, guys. You might be a little bit jealous because this is a self-made social media megastar.
Ooh. Look at Logan. He's falling right for it. Gunther's setting him
With
up,
his own
though.
hands, he built a digital empire. If I'm honest, there's things I can learn from you.
Yeah, there is, Gunther. Hey, Gunther's right. The ring general knows business. Hey, it's just business, guys, and I'm good for it. Who knew? Gunther was so smart. Okay? Whenever you want, bro. Talk to me. I'm in the locker room. No, I'm not. I got a green
There's
room.
a fan dressed
I'm not
just
done.
like Logan Paul in the
I
audience.
think there's things you can teach me.
Kind of looks like him, too.
So social media, obviously, mine could need a little bit help. And just in general.
No, he's not
your
asking for social
entrepreneurship,
media
Your
help.
understanding of marketing. If I think about it more, imagine the headlines. YouTuber becomes World Heavyweight Champion, right? Logan Paul as World Heavyweight Champion would be great for business.
Who knew? Gunther, the ring general, knows business. He got a suit and everything. He's basically in the low gang. This is crazy. Hey, respect, Gunther.
I don't know,
This guy
bro.
knows
I'm not
business. I
falling for
love
this.
it.
He's about to get you with the butt.
Business. That's what it is to you, right? Understand one thing. To you, it's business. But to me, all of that here is very personal.
I think we all know that he takes things very seriously.
Beating JEY USO for the
Especially
World
what
Heavyweight
happens in the ring.
Championship is very personal to me. So if you take that away from me, I will take that as feeling personal, disrespected. So maybe ask
I think
Pat
Logan Paul's
how
confused.
I deal with getting disrespected by non-wrestlers. That guy at least showed some heart. But when I look into your eyes, I
Damn,
don't
Paul
see
McAfee got put over.
no heart.
That was at least a compliment.
If you beat JEY USO and if you square off with me on June 9th in Phoenix, all your other accolades do not mean anything because we will square off. The bell will ring and I'm gonna eat you alive.
The crowd's really lit today, by the way. They're a good crowd. They're like reacting to everything. They're responding very loudly. I like tonight's crowd.
That's a scary statement.
And I'm also glad that they did this because a lot of us know that it's pretty much going to be Jay
I'm
versus
sorry.
Gunther.
I'm sorry, maybe you heard them. What, are you walking away from Logan Paul? Yo, fam, I wasn't done talking to you. Of course you're walking away. Yeah,
Oh, I think Jay's coming up. There he is.
Jey Uso.
So I feel like they needed to do that to at least make it feel like there's a possibility that it might be Logan Paul versus Gunther. So we'll see if anyone really falls for that.
Fact. I'm gonna see you on Saturday. And Gunther, I'm gonna see you in Phoenix. 4 letters, 1 word.
I still always forget that he's gonna do the
World
All
Heavyweight
right, let me
Champion
see what everyone
Jey
is saying
Uso
here.
faces
In the
Logan
meantime,
Paul
we got
Saturday night
Stephen
on
Marchuli here who
Saturday
says
night's
Cody back at
main
Saturday
event.
night's main event.
8
It would be
o'clock
cool
Eastern
since
Time
I'll be
Pacific
at the
live
show.
nationwide
Oh
and
yeah,
NBC
Stephen, you're going to
streaming
Saturday
on
night's main
Peacock. The
event. That's
winner
awesome.
has to take on Gunther for the world
I hope
title
you enjoy
3
yourself at
weeks
the show. It should
from
be like a
tonight.
pretty
But
much
Pat,
like,
Jey
you know,
Uso,
simple but
he's
hopefully
had
enjoyable
enough of
show,
Logan
Steven.
Paul's ambushes and sneak
We got
attacks
Sarah
with a
here who
payback
says,
by
hey,
Jey
Denise,
tonight.
happy
Logan
belated
Paul said a
birthday.
lot of
Hope you
things
had
in
a
a very
great day. You
confident
deserve the
fashion.
best.
In the end,
You need to do
Jey Uso
FMK,
delivers
which
a
shouldn't do
super
in Robin
kick to
next,
Logan Paul's
please.
jaw.
Well,
If
I
that
don't
happens
know
on
if they're
Saturday,
down.
it's
I mean, I
Yeah,
can
but
definitely
first, the
try
main event tonight,
asking.
Jey Uso's got to
But
take on
it's definitely
Braun
something
Breaker
where I have
later
to check
on.
to see
Switching
if they're
gears.
even
Tonight,
down to do
highlight of
it.
the night is brought
I'm
to you
also going to
by
let a little bit more
Papa
time go by
John's.
to like do another SMK video
Highlight of
because
the
I don't want to
night
like
is
burn
delivered
the
by
idea
Papa
down, and I've already done 2
We take it back
videos
to last
on
week
that,
in our
so I
main
want to
event
give it a
here
little
on
bit more time
Monday
before
Night
I
Raw.
do another
Tremendous
one. But
tag team
Sarah,
action
thank you
as
so
Rhea
much for
Ripley and Io
asking
Sky
for this,
teamed
and
up
I'll
against
try to
Julia
get
and
on it.
Roxanne
Thank you,
Perez.
Sarah.
Turning point of the matchup was here. This apparently was inadvertent, of course.
We
as
got
you saw
Tracy
Rhea
here
get
who says
involved, and
Saturday
Roxanne
night's main
took
event
out her
seems pretty
partner,
stacked, to be
Julia.
honest. Let's
And it
look
allowed
at the
Rhea
full
Ripley
card
and
here
Io
of
Sky
what they
to
have. I
take
still
over
don't really
control of this
expect too
match,
much
and
for
they worked well as a team.
too
They
much to
certainly
happen.
did, and it was a main
Um,
event. And that's,
Like, I feel
this
like
is
I've liked
awesome
some of
chant
their
at the
other
end was
cards as
warranted.
well. Like,
What
I
a
felt like
fight
they looked pretty
as
okay.
Rhea and
But
Io
then nothing really
stand together.
happened on the
Oh,
show,
and
so it
backstage,
doesn't really
Roxanne and Julia
necessarily
had
have
an
me jumping for
we
joy.
We need to talk to Adam Pearce, and then we need to.
But yeah, they have Ellie Knight and Carmelo, Rhea.
No.
Oh, wait, sorry,
Really?
that's the wrong show. Whoops.
Allow me to be the
Wrong
first.
show. Wrong show.
Welcome you officially full time to Monday Night Raw.
It's Jay and Logan, CM Punk and Sammy versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, John Cena versus R-Truth, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. So yeah, it does look pretty good. Like, especially because Damian and Drew is a steel cage match. And then John Cena and R-Truth, that'll be like pretty funny for some people. The tag match is star loaded. And then Jey Uso and Logan Paul, I feel, is pretty straightforward. So yeah, you're right, Tracy. There's some good stuff announced for Saturday night's main event. Oh my gosh, what a reaction for this matchup.
Zoe Stark.
Yo,
One note on the Roxanne
night is
signing,
like
of course,
really, really
with
on
Monday
it.
Night Raw. We learned on Friday on SmackDown, Pat, that Julia has signed with the Blue Brand over on Friday night.
Congrats to both.
Young
of them.
Citrus
The
official
prodigy
says
coming to
card's
Monday
great,
Night
but it
Raw
looks
is
just
great
like, but it's
for
just a
us.
televised house show. That's usually how it feels. Robert Cortez says, hey, Denise, are you doing
SmackDown
Collision on
Victoria.
Thursday? I didn't even know Collision was on this Thursday. Is it on this Thursday again? I like legitimately had no idea that it was on this Thursday. All right, here we go. Let's see what else we got here. We got Devon Deadly here who says, I want Zoe to win. I love Zoe. I think she's a great wrestler, but I would be surprised if she won, though. I really, really would. Be very surprised if she won. I think this is Rhea all the way. You can't leave Rhea out of this being the big match, I think. Unless they got something else going on. Everyone's saying, yep, it's on Thursday. Wow, I had no idea it was on Thursday. I might actually do Collision watch along now that you guys let me know, because again, I didn't even know it was on Thursday, so I hadn't even planned for it. but I might do it only because I didn't get to do SmackDown last week nor the week before that.
Yeah, it was
I
interesting.
am back for
Last week,
SmackDown
Penta,
this
of course,
week
in
though.
action against Chad Gable.
But I
He
do want to
wanted
do
El
some more
Grande
streams because I
Americano,
didn't
who
do as many
cost
as
him
I
the
normally do
Intercontinental
this month.
Championship at,
Plus, I
Backlash,
also
but,
missed an NXT stream, so
you
I
know,
missed 3 streams
El Grande
this
was
month,
on
which is like not what I
supposedly
usually
on
do.
a media
So I
tour
kind of have to like
of Mexico.
make
So
up
Chad
for
Gable
it, you know.
decided to take his
So I
place.
might
Everybody
end up
wants
doing the
a piece
collision
of El
stream to
Grande
make up for it.
Americana.
We got infamous
Taking the
DJ
world
One
by
who says
storm.
I missed the Kahoot quizzes.
Meadow.
I know.
Raw
I haven't had
is
any
fast,
time to plan the
but, hey,
Kahoot
he's
quizzes,
getting the
guys.
job done.
I'm
Now, Chad
so
Gable, on the other hand,
behind.
continued to
My
lose.
life is currently a mess.
2 different people,
One
obviously.
funky
We all know
mess.
that. And this man right here,
Tiger Claw Gaming says nobody watches Collision. You'd be wasting your
with
time.
Cero
Look, I'm not gonna lie to
Nieto,
you. The Collision watch
Zero
along numbers
Fear
are not
has
high.
captivated the
They're very,
WWE
very
universe
low.
since the
But
Velvet Era.
the way that I see it is okay. A couple of people will show up, so that's good. And then also, like, you never know. There's probably that one random lonely Collision fan that isn't subscribed to my YouTube channel and maybe will find me and be like, oh, hey, what's this page? Oh, this person's streaming Collision. Oh, hey, maybe I'll subscribe. And then bam, you got a brand new subscriber. So even though the Collision watch-alongs don't generate a lot of views, I still
You know,
wouldn't
Pat,
mind doing it for the sake of
pointed
just
us
getting some content
name for
up
this team.
and then maybe finding some lonely, sporadic non-subscriber to join the page.
Phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
So yeah, we'll see.
gonna be in, like,
Marshman96
7
says
Hall of
short
Fames.
stream because a Rock
Yeah,
movie
last
will
week,
preempt
Took
Collision.
on Finn Balor.
Little
Little help from Penta, even the odds, and allowed AJ
that would be so
Styles
funny if it
to
turns into
knock
just like a
off
movie
Balor
watch along or
of the
something.
Judgment Day. AJ Styles, multi-time WWE champion. As you mentioned, first ballot.
All right,
Hall of
let's see
Famer
what else we
with
got
that.
in here. What's up to Davion Washington? Who says,
All
I
over the
didn't see
world.
Collision. I went to go see the new Final Destination movie. Oh yeah, I had a someone was telling me they were watching it. I haven't heard what the feedback was on that though. How'd you like Final Destination? To be honest, like I seen one Final Destination movie like years ago, and that movie terrified me. To be honest, like once I see something in a Final Destination movie, like that shit will stick with me in my head. And I already got enough fears. I don't need to add to the list. All right. The list is plenty long. I don't want to add to it anymore. I'm done adding to my fears list. After all, the only thing to fear is fear itself. Or what is it? The biggest fear? Fears.
They're in
Crap.
action here on Netflix.
Fear is biggest fear is the fear itself. Something like that. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see what here we got. Thank you, Darren G. He says, hit that like button if you haven't
Ladies and
already.
gentlemen, the NBA Conference Finals get underway Wednesday. On the right, Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers. On the left, Jalen Brunson of the Knicks. They square off in the Eastern Conference Finals. But Pat, they got into it.
I kind of
last
remember
June
this. I don't really
at
remember
Madison Square
that much,
Garden on Friday
even
Night
though it was
SmackDown.
literally just last year.
Some things
Not
are
even
just
a year
more
ago, and I
beautiful when
barely
it's
remember
happening
this.
in the WWE and in the NBA. Tyrese Halliburton not scared of nothing. Neither's Jalen Brunson.
Brunson, an LA
Joseph Bones says, Denise, your interview with
working
Mickey
together
James was
against
picked up by a
Tyrese
lot of
Halliburton
sites,
and
mainly
his
because she
pal,
said Alan G
Logan
was picked up for
Paul.
3 years, 6 cycles, cycle 2
Life
premieres,
is wrestling,
June
baby.
22nd at 10 p.m.
In the
EST.
Eastern
You
Conference
never know,
Finals.
guys, when there's going to be some
And you
news
see
bits
the
on
tweet
my
that
interviews.
was sent out
I always
by
get happy when
Triple
my
H
interviews get picked up
earlier on
because
today.
the more they get picked up, the more
Later
people
on
will
tonight,
watch. So
Tyrese
that's always very,
Halliburton
very good for
will
me.
talk all about that
Thank you,
incident with
Joseph.
Brunson last year and about
Oh,
the Eastern
Tyrese will be on
Conference
Raw
Finals.
today.
Massive
Oh, I
announcement
didn't know he was
from
going to be on
Tyrese
Raw
Halliburton
today.
Later on tonight here, live on Monday Night Raw.
Thank you, Tony. The only thing to fear is fear itself. That's what I was trying to get to. I knew it was going to come at some point. But yeah, I fear, and everything else. So that's not looking good. All right, let's see what we get from Jay and Paul.
Now that was interesting. You know, Logan Paul wants to talk about facts. Let me give you some facts rooted in wisdom. Everybody says I betrayed Roman Reigns. Everybody says I betrayed CM Punk. To betray somebody, you have to stab them in the back. You have to do something untoward that they don't see coming. So I want to tell you this straight to your face, so I can't be accused of betraying the world champion main event, Jey Uso. Tonight, you are going to fight Braun Breaker. Fact. Fact. The title.
Bro, why is everyone pointing out facts today?
I would very rarely negotiate a match like that. Fact, I did negotiate that.
Fact is the theme of the night.
Braun Breaker is not looking for your title. Fact.
Bruh.
Braun Breaker is looking to slow down your momentum. You're that great of a champion. Fact.
Oh.
Whether it's you or Logan Paul or Gunther.
Oh my God.
You're all short term. The long-term plan for the World Heavyweight Championship, fact, is Seth freaking Rollins. I'll go this way. Avoid the coffee.
A lot of facts tonight.
Yeah, avoid the coffee. That is a fact. Nonetheless, it is our main event later on tonight. The title's not on the line, and it's about hurting someone for Braun Breaker. Breaker's got his marching orders. He takes on
All
Jey
right, hold
Uso
on. I'm tweeting
live
about this.
later on tonight. Set for tag team action in the ring. Penta
Oh
AJ
my
Styles
gosh, they were
against
killing me
Judgment
with
Day.
all
Let's
these
show you what
facts,
happened
guys.
last week.
Killing
The
me.
latest chapter
I
was
put
written
fact. I'm watching
in
WWE
this
RAW right
historic
now.
rivalry.
Fact.
It was Penta
You're
versus
reading this
Gable.
tweet right now.
Mentioned earlier
Fact.
Grande
If one
Americana
more
would cost Penta
person
the
on the
Intercontinental
show
Championship
says
at
fact,
Backlash.
I'm gonna lose my
Penta would
mind.
deliver that Mexican
And now I'm
square to
wondering
Chad Gable to pick up the
why.
win. Grande
Why would
Americana
they
was
do
currently
that?
out of the country.
Think about that.
Hey, it was on
Does
a
this
media
mean
tour, a
anything?
massive media tour. Obviously, everybody
Is,
wants a
is,
piece
is
of the
Logan
Grande
Paul
Americano
doing like?
business.
Is he linking up with
Later on in the
the
night, AJ
with
Styles
Seth
one-on-one
Paul?
with Finn Balor, of course.
They do this on
Judgment Day
purpose?
would get
Are they both
involved.
using the same
And then
words just because?
An ally from out of nowhere. for
Okay,
AJ
Shuttleworth
Styles.
says I'm waiting for a Matt
Gets
fact.
involved, and it
See,
allows
the
Mr.
Matt
Styles
facts were fun.
hit the
I'd prefer a
phenomenal
Matt
forearm.
fact.
They go on and pick up the
Bro,
victory over Balor
Sarah says they
of
had the
Judgment
facts on
Day.
SmackDown too, saying Tiffany cashed in on Nia. Like, no, really? Are you serious?
Judgment Day, and
That's
for us,
funny.
we get a dream tag team matchup.
JD McDonough,
All right,
AJ Styles
here we go. The
start
match
things
has
off
begun,
in
by
this
the way, with
matchup. The
Penta,
official
AJ versus
Big
JD
Eddie
McDonough and
Marengo.
Finn
And
Balor.
here we go. We're underway with tag team action.
Unlike Juan Soto,
By the way,
these
McTaru
boys show
says,
up every single night.
facts, and more
back
facts.
into the
Yo,
corner now
they're
is Styles.
killing me. Fact, you guys
AJ
are on this
Styles
watch
start-
along.
Chance begin.
Fact, you're probably watching Raw. Fact, you're probably a
Obviously,
WWE fan.
What's interesting to me,
Fact,
Pat, is
you're probably
Carlito
breathing.
is at ringside. But
Fact,
once again,
you know it's okay. That's it. I'm done. I'm annoying myself.
Dominic Mysterio,
That's it.
the
No more
Intercontinental
talking about
Champion,
damn
is not
facts.
out here for the second straight week.
Thanks, McTaru.
We know Dom's here. We saw him arrive earlier on today.
Yeah, we tried to ask the Judgment
That's
Day where
so
the hell
funny.
he was last week. They wouldn't
All
give us
right, all
an
right.
answer.
This one's the last
you
one
try
I'll
again
read.
this week?
Marshman
They wouldn't
96 says fact. Patreon is a good
big
deal.
back
Yes,
body
your
drop.
girl's
It
on
almost seems
Patreon,
like
so
in some of the
that's the
whispers
last
in the locker room
fact.
that Dominic's getting a big too big for his britches ever since winning the Intercontinental title.
Oh, he's out over his skis. He thinks he's arrived. He thinks he's the guy, and maybe the rest of Judgment Day don't think so, pal. Owen Hart, shades of.
So he doesn't have to do the dirty work anymore, perhaps.
JD McDonough is.
JD McDonough's hair really
know he's a
grew
man
a
with the
lot
iron lung.
longer.
Yes, indeed. That's because he
Or I don't know why, but I'm specifically noticing his hair today. And Mike
Parker
Parker collects. Speaking of the Patreon, Mike Parker is a Patreon member. He says, class by Mickey James promoting LFG when she was supposedly being replaced by Michelle
and AJ
McVicker.
Styles been show-boated by
Yes,
McDonough.
Mickey James
Cost
is a lovely person. She's
JD
got
McDonough's
nothing
very
but
confident in his
class.
abilities, as he should
Several
be, but
years
that cost
ago,
him
if
there
you
as
guys
he gets the
remember
Penta
the whole
experience
trash
out of
bag
South
incident,
Carolina.
And here's
a lot of you
Penta
guys
Manning
probably
knocked
do.
off Gable, and also
And
earlier
she
this
handled
month,
that
Manning
with
was in the
nothing
ring
but
with
class. And even
JD
after the trash
McDonough.
bag incident, she still
Interesting.
went and did the
With
Royal
Finn Balor.
Rumble
Let's get into this
appearance when
matchup
she
with
was
the
with
man
TNA.
who was the
Even
first
though she was a
superstar to
free
pin or
agent, she
submit
still represented
here in
TNA
WWE. Nice
in
backbreaker.
WWE.
Penta's been damn near
And,
perfect.
you know,
Obviously,
had
just
she
that
like
one
said
blemish,
no
and there's
to
good
that,
reason.
who knows what that working
He also likes
relationship
he
with
talks it.
TNA
He's
and
so good.
WWE would have been like, you know?
And
So it's
over
little
Judgment
things.
Day,
So I feel like
outside
Mickey
the
James
ring.
has shown nothing but
Penta and
class
AJ working great
throughout like
together
her
here
entire
tonight.
career and any
Absolutely.
situation that she's
Up
in.
over the top, and
I
down
really
goes
like Mickey
Judgment
James a whole
Day.
lot and have nothing but respect for her. And she was so lovely. So
Incredible
lovely.
action.
I've interviewed her multiple times. but this was the first time that I ever interviewed her in person. So, by the way, we're on a commercial break. We'll be back right now on this tag team match.
It's interesting 'cause AJ
And
and
so
Penta never
interviewing
teamed
her
together
in
before
person
this
was,
match tonight yet.
you know, very, very nice. She's great. Super great.
Look at the team for years, and did you hear that?
Thank you,
Right
Mike.
here in front of us.
We got Terrence Matthew here who says, I'm glad they're doing their own thing, but I thought the
And
Julia
Balor
Roxanne duo was
drinking
awesome. I
equal
get what
time.
you're
Gets
saying,
one of his
but that's how
own.
that's how heel face turns work. Yeah, they could have definitely done like a long-term storytelling there where Julia and Roxanne could have remained a team and then one of them turned. Yeah, for sure. They could have totally done that, but I guess they just didn't want to.
But I'm completely okay with it.
So I
It's
don't
an
know.
honor
I'm
to get
thinking
to
like
watch
they
this
did
man work.
kind of look cool together, but I don't think that they ever necessarily really felt like they clicked. But either way, again, I prefer them being their own people on their own brands. And we'll see what they do. This opens up a lot of opportunities for both Julia and for Roxanne Perez. So I can't wait to see both of their respective careers really blossom. So we'll see what we get out of that. Thank you so much, Terrence Matthew. And I'm glad that you did enjoy the team of Julia and Roxanne. They're both so talented. So I'm not surprised that you did enjoy it. And Balor just pulled the mask of Penta, almost like he was pulling hair or something.
I mentioned before, McDonough and Balor, former tag team champions.
We got JJ Castillo says, "Happy birthday, Denise. Hope you had a great. I hope you had a great birthday yesterday. Hope you had a great time in San Diego. Keep up the amazing work you do." Thank you so much, JJ. I did. Friday, I went to San Diego. I went to the San Diego Zoo. I went to a little restaurant that I found on Instagram. That was nice. I walked Old Town. That was very nice too. And then
world champion for a good reason.
Saturday, I went to Ontario to go do Comic-Con Revolution. I was there for a couple of hours doing interviews. And then after that, I came home, took a little nap, and then I went to go watch Annie at the Dolby Theater, which was very, very cool, very, very nice. And then Sunday I had a birthday party. So overall, it was a very busy weekend, and it flew by so freaking fast. So freaking fast.
You had to see what Carlito's
Thank you, JJ Castillo.
Problem is, you're always in a
McTaru says this episode is sponsored by Facts, where you use the promo code Denise because Blue Chew makes wrestling harder and tells no lies with big facts.
Yeah, they're not above doing it too. I mean, they will take every single shortcut they can possibly take.
Blue Chew.com promo code Denise.
There's good argument.
Thank you, McTaru, and that's a fact.
Now on Penta, kick out at 2. McDonough can go.
Absolutely.
Very confident.
Shout out to Nick Blues, Crazy Cool D, AB Johnson, Joseph Boza, Addie Carver, John Rivera. Big G says, which Annie?
Crowd is wild
like
tonight.
Annie Broadway? Annie on Broadway? Andy Nerschel says your birthday was the same day that Darby conquered Everest. That is the fact, yes.
Been a great tag match so far. I'll show you what Carlito did during the break.
Yeah,
no lies detected. It was very, very cool to see Darby accomplish that, by the way. Very, very cool. I'm so excited to hear his recounting of his experience climbing Mount Everest. Very, very cool that he said he was going to do it. People were like, dude, that shit's crazy. Probably don't do it. And he did it. He did it. And now he can. That's a very, very cool life accomplishment. Very, very cool.
Size of his head and all that, but he's a heck of an athlete.
That's not making fun. That is a weapon he has. That is bigger than.
And I think so much of it has to do with like
argue that it's also a bigger brain than
your mentality and how you like prepare yourself for those kinds of things. I remember interviewing PCO one time, and you guys know PCO does some crazy shit. And I asked him, like, how do you do this stuff, you know? How do you do all these crazy things? And he feels that, like, part of it is, like, in your head and how you handle things and your outlook on things and your mentality on it. And I'm just like, damn, I can't imagine preparing myself for something so crazy, you know?
He understands what he's doing, the mind games, the psychology, the tradition of the lucha mask. What it means.
And Balor keeps trying to take off Penta's mask. He's doing everything to try to take off Penta's mask.
And now McDonough. Holy Penta. Able to turn
but
it
to
around.
no avail.
It creates some space off that cross body.
Perfect usage of momentum if you're able to do that.
All right, Penta, get that tag.
Had that against Gunther on this one. Penta.
Nope, there goes Finn again.
Again, doing a great job not allowing Penta to
AJ hasn't had a chance to get in there.
Peanut butter and jelly right now.
Balor staring down the
Manuel says surely this match ends with Finn getting pinned again. Possibly at this point.
Balor is the leader of the Bullet Club.
We got Tracy WV here who says Jay, Seth, and Sammy are awesome. Fact. Excited for Saturday night's main event. Fact. Missing KO terribly.
1%
Fact.
fat on this man.
Fact. Wishing you the best birthday ever. Super fact. Happy birthday.
Balor.
Tracy, thank you so much for the very nice super chat, and I agree with all of your facts too. I love how you catered them all very nicely. Thank you for the love, Tracy. That's a fact. I can't believe this. This shit's gonna take us by storm today. Hopefully this is just a one-night thing. I don't want to talk about facts every single week. I might lose my mind.
Not showcasing the respect that they would like or deserve in their eyes.
Well, Dom may be upset with his girlfriend. Hasn't been here for a few weeks. She's Liv Morgan off in Japan shooting a movie.
Congrats to her.
We got Sarah who says, I wonder if Worlds Collide will be on Peacock. Usually, isn't it?
Here comes Styles.
All right, there's AJ's finally in.
As one of the great ones, AJ Styles goes to work. Best shape of his career in my mind.
Absolutely.
Oh, rake of the eye now by Balor. Great move. Allowing the refs not to see that. And now AJ looking for the calf crusher. Submission move, center of the ring. Styles with a calf crusher applied.
Oh, there's JD landed on Finn.
That was shades of Dom taking out Balor in the fatal four-way with the Intercontinental title. Face first.
You're done.
Cover by Styles. Almost had him in a near fall.
I was so scared, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. Cool, we can move on now. No, I was wrong. I was so wrong.
First McDonough with a frog splash intended for Styles. It backfired, and then AJ almost put McDonough away. Capacity.
All right. In the meantime, we got Gio here who says fact. The women are the only reason I watch WWE. Hey, Gio, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, I don't blame you because the women are money. Thank you, Gio, for the love.
Styles caught him. Moonsault by AJ.
Ouch. Ooh, ouch. That looked nasty. Yo, that looked nasty.
Lands on his feet. Inverted DDT. This place is going
Rip
crazy.
JD McDonough's Coco.
AJ Styles putting on a clinic. Oh, no.
Look at Carlito now.
I always forget Carlito is around until he pops up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always that person you forget is around, and then he pops up, and you're like, oh, yeah, Carlito's the thing.
Hand it to Judgment Day.
We got Saeed Dead Super here with the super chat who says, hope they don't reunite the Lucha Bros. Penta's a star. So is Phoenix. Phoenix is an incredible wrestler. If they did decide to reunite the Lucha Bros, they would be money, bro. Like, sick money. They put on their best matches, in my opinion, when they're together. I love the way that they work together. So I don't think you would be disappointed if you did see the Lucha Brothers reunite. And I would also hope that if they did reunite, that you would see them in both divisions, in tag team and singles, because I don't think there's enough tag teams to just keep them in the tag team division. I would love to see them do singles matches as well. Thank you so much, Saif. We got John Taylor in the building who says fact. This is attempt number 6 to send a super chat. Let's see if it works. Don't tell me YouTube is out here trying to block my super chat. Oh shit, he just flew out.
What a better move.
I swear, because if YouTube's about to do that, book us in a match.
I haven't seen that.
John, hope you're doing good. Thank you for the love.
AJ Styles could have never been prepared for that. And that's a big fall.
Sven Vic says the John Taylor walking the chat like Penta with the cunty walk. I've been wanting to do a Instagram video trying to replicate the Penta dance as best as I possibly can. Although I can't be as cunty as Penta.
You think it hurt?
I don't know. It might hurt the table more than hurt JD. JD is down though. So Finn Balor, Judgment Day reeling here.
We got Saeed Den Super here who says, sorry, Phoenix is really struggling in WWE. I don't think he's struggling at all. I just think that they didn't make him as big of a deal as Penta. I don't think Rey Fenix is struggling, though. I think he's incredibly talented. And people like that just don't become untalented in one night. You know what I'm saying?
tag.
So I
The
just
cover,
think
I
it's
should
probably
say, to
been
kick out
like
two. This is unbelievable. Tag team
like what's
wrestling
been
here,
the
Pat,
story
by the
with Ray
Judgment Day.
Phoenix,
Absolutely is. And AJ Styles.
right?
and
Like what
Penta
have they had him
obviously
do? I
have
think
never
that's
tagged before.
mainly what it is. If that's
get
why, you know, you're not
showcased
feeling
right
like
now
you're
why
connecting
one
to him
tag
yet.
team
Because
has been a
I'm
champion
actually a
and the
bigger
other's
fan of
slow.
Phoenix than I am of
Also,
Penta,
let's not
which I've
forget
said a
that
couple
there's
of
a third
times. So
man
I
at
know
play
some
here. His name
people
is
might
Carlito.
not. If you
He
hadn't
certainly
seen
helped catch
Phoenix
up with
wrestle
Football.
before, you might be questioning like why. But I think
Picks
Phoenix
up
is
McDonough
very,
on
very
the apron.
talented. So
Balor
hopefully
turns
you
it
do get
around.
to see that soon. Hopefully they show that.
Styles
Maybe
kicks
he
again.
can do the cunty dance. And maybe Ray Phoenix can do his
Jim
own
thought that
cunty
was it.
dance and get over.
Deep in the match.
We got Brandon Rosen here
Yeah,
who
but
says,
AJ
"Go
Styles
shawty,
is
it's your birthday. We're
better
gonna party
holding
like
on.
it's your birthday. We're gonna sip
Penta
Bacardi like it's your
desperately needs
birthday."
to get
Or
into
maybe
this
we're
match.
just all watching Raw with you
AJ is
instead.
in a
Hope you had a
world
good
of
one,
hurt here.
Denise. Thank you, Brandon. So far, I'm glad to be back, and I just want to get the ball rolling again and get
here
the
we are,
content out
in
here
Greenville
and
with tag team
all of
matchup
that.
continues.
Which is kind of silly for me to say
AJ
because I did
Styles
upload
and
content.
Penta
I'm acting like I didn't
against
post
Judgment Day.
anything. I don't know why I'm acting like I didn't post anything.
This has been
I did indeed post
Absolutely
content, but I would like to
awesome.
post a lot more.
Carlito taking advantage
Thank you,
of
Brandon,
numbers
for the
game.
love.
Not awesome. The phenomenal
John Taylor
one
says it was
has
my
been attacked.
VPN. Oh no,
Needs
yeah,
a
that
tag,
happens
tag
sometimes.
at this stage.
That happened to me on
And both men down center
Ticketmaster.
of the ring.
I logged in and they were like, "You can't log in," and I'm like, and then I realized it was my ticket. It was my
Greenville hoping that
VPN.
AJ Styles can
We got Dan
Get
Bridgman
the
here who
Penta.
says that was Stuart. Learned how to change my name. Okay. I'm gonna need reminder on that because sometimes
AJ
I
trying to
forget
drag himself
if
to the
people's
corner.
names
Finn
don't match.
Balor would love to
I
make the
sometimes
tag as
forget.
well.
Thank you, Dan.
Tag, McDonough. Tag,
We also got
Penta.
Lucha Biggie in the building.
JD
Hope you're doing
stumbles a little
good,
bit.
man.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you so
may
much
have
for
caused a
popping into
crossbody
the
by
chat,
Penta.
man. Very cool of you,
That
Lucha. Thank you
momentum
for all the
was-
support.
Stopped by that slip up.
The humidity in here is crazy.
Penta speeding up.
You're going to see a lot of that tonight, especially on the ropes. Rana delivered.
Seriously
By
thought the
Penta.
match was over earlier. I thought they had JJ McDonough done.
Penta's such a joy to watch, isn't he?
Yes, he
I agree
is.
with AB Jobson who says awesome match and crowd.
advantage
Yeah, the
of
crowd's
every
been great
single
tonight. I noticed it
square.
right away. They were
McDonough into a
actually
headstand
reacting
on the
to
top
things, you know?
turnbuckle, and he
You can
fakes
tell
for
right
it.
away if you have a good
Penta.
crowd or
Penta
not.
says that's my game.
Like there's certain crowds that only
And Balor's
that are
got
there
tag.
for the whole show. And then there are certain crowds that
Complete
are
control.
only
Yeah,
there for
calm,
specific
cool, and
wrestlers
collected.
or
Wow!
specific things.
Spanish
You can
fly.
tell in the reactions and whatnot.
Incredible. Both men are down.
Penta was feeling it, vibing, then out of nowhere, JD McDonough standing Spanish fly.
Yeah, McDonough is so underrated, I believe.
Once again, the slickness out here. This humidity is insane.
Yeah, Balor now. Top rope. But the coup de grace. Penta able to move out of harm's way. Penta with a kick to the midsection.
Punt to the head.
Step up in. Seguri catches Balor.
Oh, he's looking to do a sacrifice.
Sacrifice to Balor.
How people survive after they get their shoulder.
And now Balor goes through. Penta's shoulders are down for the win here. Kick out at 2. Near fall.
This has probably
Balor
been the
slip
best
away.
match Finn Balor and JD McDonough have been in together in like a long ass
Yeah,
time.
tremendous tag
I
team
don't remember
matchup
the
kicking off
last
Monday
time
Night Raw tonight.
I was as remotely
As we prepare for
interested in a
Saturday
Finn
night's
Balor
main
JD
event this
McDonough
coming
match
Saturday night.
as I am right
delivers a
now.
Big kick to Balor.
Like I every time I see Finn Balor and JD McDonough are gonna team up in a
Now,
match, it's
Well,
usually
on
an
the other side of the
automatic.
ring, JD McDonough trying
out
to bring
for
a
me.
chair in, and it allows Carlito to take advantage. Again, just brilliant by Judgment Day.
Ooh,
They
nasty.
continue to execute the numbers play.
AJ Styles makes Carlito pay. JD McDonough with a suicide dive.
Taking out AJ Styles. Now Penta's taking it to the sky. Oh my God!
Guys,
Destroyer on the stage.
Oh no, he looked like he killed JD McDonough.
No!
Ah, not
El
those. I
Grande
always forget about El
Americano.
Grande
With a
Americano.
headbutt. You know he's got a metal
Always.
plate behind that mask.
Man, I forgot
And
he was
delivered
a thing
headbutt
right
with a
now.
metal plate to the back of the head of Penta.
This should
The
again.
official never saw it.
Ben
Balor
Steve,
did,
Ben
however.
Steve,
Balor's looking to
and
take
Buddy.
advantage.
We do not know if there was a metal
Lame.
thing.
We do
No.
know. We do know.
But we do know Grande Americano's back from the media tour.
Coup de grace. Covered by Balor. And El Grande Americano screws Penta
So
again.
lame. So lame. Why do they gotta do this dirty like that, man? This girl Grande Americano. I can't wait to see Penta take off his damn mask already. That's it. It calls for it. We gotta have him take off his mask already.
We're talking a lot of facts tonight. You're saying a lot
Oh my
of
gosh,
opinions.
we're
We
still
don't know if
talking
there was
about the
metal
super
in that
facts.
mask, and that mask is being
Okay, it's a fact that
That was El
Penta
Grande
needs to
Americano.
take. See, that's not even a
Not Chad
fact
Gable.
anymore. Now I'm just stating an opinion.
Penta hits a Mexican destroyer.
Because my opinion is that Penta needs to take off. Penta needs to take off. What's his face? El Grande Americano's mask. That's not a fact. That's an opinion. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got a couple of people here in the super chats. Let me see what people are saying. We got Mike Centenni here who says, "Happy belated birthday to you and birthday today to me."
Judgment Day gets the win.
Also, special thanks to the women beside me who make today great. Hell yeah, Mike. Well, thank you so much for your support here all the time. And to my fellow Taurus, I hope you have a phenomenal birthday today. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Do you. Go get some good food. Hopefully you have some cake and enjoy it with all the people next to you. And Mike, thank you so much for the love.
With Women's World Champion Io
All right, we got Io
Sky
Sky and Kathy Kelly.
And Io, congratulations on your victory last week. As a former Money in the Bank winner, wanted to ask your thoughts on this upcoming match. I know you have a lot of experience there, but now you're on the other side of it. So how are you feeling with the winner potentially targeting
I love
you?
Io Sky's outfit today,
I
too.
know what it takes to win Money in the Bank.
Very
But
cute.
whoever wins, I'm ready for anyone because I am the genius of.
How are you now?
Oh, okay. Io and Becky.
You've never been able to beat me one-on-one.
I'll be ready for anyone.
Okay, well, I already put down one champion. I got no problem putting down another.
All right. Okay. Oh, it looks like the women's qualifiers next with Becky, Roxanne, and I forgot who the third person. Oh, and Natalia. Becky, Roxanne, and Natalia. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got Mictaru here who says crazy facts about Carlito. He hasn't wrestled in months. Yo, don't ask me to name the last time I saw Carlito wrestle. I cannot give you that answer at all, Mictaru. I legitimately have no idea when's the last time I saw Carlito wrestle. I'm telling you, I always forget Carlito's around, and then he pops up, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's here. That's right. I feel so bad for Carlito. We got Corey MacArthur who says, hey, Denise, your boy is in the building. Corey, hope you had a good weekend, man. What's new? What's new in Corey world? I know you always have some going on. You make life sound very, very exciting, and I appreciate it, Corey. All right, we got CJ here who says it's time to rejoice. Denise Finn got a pin. And he wasn't the one getting pins this time. All right, fine. At least Finn got a win, so there is a reason to rejoice, I guess. Thank you, CJ. We got David Spires who says facts. El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. I think that's going to be today's hot take. The hot take of the night.
Yeah, certified Hall of Famer. He had some things to say to the WWE Universe last week.
Jesus, it's like here are the three biggest conspiracy theories. One, do aliens really exist?
To make a one-way trip back to the top.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of another. Oh, another conspiracy theory. Is the Earth flat? And then 3, it's Grande Americano Chad Gable. Although number 2 is definitely wrong, but still, I couldn't think of another conspiracy theory. It took me a second. I'm like, what really popular conspiracy theories are out there? David Spies, thank you so much for the super chat. Ooh, Natalia looks great in her gear today. A little denim cowgirl vibes.
I'm going to get into here in just a little bit during this matchup the stark contrast between Becky Lynch and Natalia. We talked to a lot of the women in the locker room.
Oh yeah, there you go. Another conspiracy theory. Did anyone really go to the moon?
Women to adapt to the roster, to give them opportunities to teach them the way of the world in WWE. But in fact, Becky, according to many, has got her own.
Oh, I really love Natalia's coat with the little skull in the back. Very, very intricate.
The next generation of women superstars here in WWE. She's been working with Maxine Dupree to help her in-ring work, among others.
John
here.
Taylor says conspiracy theory. Reg really loves WWE. Hey, he was at WrestleMania weekend. That's all I gotta say. That's proof right there. If you were making a documentary on that conspiracy theory, you've got that to lay your foundation on. your theory. That's so funny.
Once again, those briefcases
Thanks, John.
right there.
We got Devon Deadly too. Says I'm glad Natalia's back on TV.
We're both involved in the first ever.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Big G says another one is that 9/11 was an inside job. Yeah, I remember they showed us that. They had a bunch of those documentaries. They showed us one of those in my high school. Several years ago, of course. But I do remember seeing that they showed it to us in class. All right, here we go. Roxanne, main roster.
We are thankful and lucky for that. The prodigy is exactly that.
We got Lewis here who predicts Roxanne is going to win this year's Money in the Bank. Hey, I'm here for it. I love the prodigy. And that's a fact.
Three women can have the opportunity of a lifetime. Try to win Money in the Bank.
JB from Georgia says, my current pet peeve is that they keep having Roxanne Perez do her entrance during the commercial break. That's not how you introduce NXT to the main roster audience. You know, thank you for pointing that out because since I have the commercials going, sometimes I forget when we're in a commercial and when we're not in a commercial. So because I've been seeing the Roxanne Perez entrance every week, I didn't even realize that those were done only during the commercial break. So the fact that you pointed out, I didn't even know, to be honest. I didn't even realize it. Thank you, JB.
Bro, I'm telling you,
some more Logan Paul.
I don't want to be here, brother. I got super kicked in the face. I'm gonna call you back, bro. Not the time, Seth. Please, just leave me alone. Please. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home.
I get it. Just hear me out, man. Got a big match coming up this Saturday. World Heavyweight Championship shot for you. Jey Uso is gonna get hurt tonight. He stuck his nose in my business where it didn't belong, and he's gonna pay for it. And whether he walks,
I really like Seth Rollins' necklace.
Healed out of here on a stretcher.
It's cool.
Come Saturday, he's not going to be 100%, which means the odds are in your favor. Now, if you can get past Jey Uso, and if you can get past Gunther, I'll be waiting on the other side for you. And you will know who to thank if you've got that World Heavyweight Championship on your shoulder. Maybe we run it back from WrestleMania a couple years ago. Except this time, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Think about it.
Oh, there's the New Day and Grayson Waller. All right, here we go. I want to see this match. Come on.
You got a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity.
Janica says, don't forget Big Butt, Denise. Oh, yeah, that's right, Big Butt.
Raw's newest signee, Roxanne Perez, now part of the Monday Night Raw roster against Becky Lynch.
All right, here we go. I'm looking forward to this.
Pinfall or submission.
See what we get. Roxanne is in there with two really great wrestlers, and she's a great wrestler, so I'm expecting a nice match here.
Becky Lynch perhaps trying to coax Roxanne Perez and to working as a team to eliminate Natalia early on, and that's why Becky Lynch.
Oh, yes. I was about to say Roxanne fell for Becky's trick.
Now, you notice the briefcase is hanging above the ring.
She
in
didn't.
2 weeks, in this ladder match, inside the briefcase will be a contract that if you take the briefcase down and win that matchup,
she's so disrespectful slapping her like that.
Anytime you want.
You're actually in complete control of the entire WWE business. You hold it over the head of the world champion at all times.
And as Tiffany Stratton can attest, it can change your career 100% of the time when it comes to the women's division.
Roxanne doesn't
And
even
Cassian
look
has been successful
nervous to
crowning
be in the
new
ring
women's
with
world
people
champion.
of
And what does that mean?
great
Women's world champion,
stature.
that means you're on
I mean, she's
marquee.
already been thrown in there so many
That means
times.
you're
Like,
doing everything that you set
no
out to do
nerves,
whenever you dreamed
steady
in this
hand.
profession.
And Becky Lynch now went for the manhandle slam. Roxanne able to turn it around, and Roxanne Perez now. What a great cover by Roxanne, and kick out by Becky Lynch. And Becky looking for a disarmer early on here to try to tap Roxanne Perez, who turns it into a winning combination momentarily.
yes.
And now looking for
Roxanne is
maybe a
really
crossface
good at
perhaps.
like
Trying to
counters
drag
too.
Becky back
That's one
toward
of the
the center
things
of the
I
ring.
really like watching her.
I was trying to figure out how
cook
I
up.
thought this match would go. So much talent in the ring.
And Becky again going for the
Becky's
disarmer.
tired of all
Trying to
these
lock it in on
new
Roxanne.
little girls coming
Roxanne
in,
through her.
trying to take her
Yeah,
spot.
nonstop action
Lyra
with this triple threat
Valkyra,
match.
Roxanne
Absolutely, 100
Perez.
miles an hour right now.
She's
is
tired
Roxanne
of
and
these
Becky
little
Lynch
girls.
are wrestling in Greenville.
And now, Natalia, basement drop kick, breaking things up. Already on SmackDown,
And
Alexa
Big G
Bliss
says putting the
became
title
the
on
first woman
Logan
to
will
qualify
definitely
for the
ruin
6
wrestling.
spots in this match, 3 from Raw, 3
Funny.
from
Hey,
SmackDown.
Adrian, good
Solo
to see you. Thank you
Sikoa,
so much for hopping into the
well, he
chat.
will qualify on the men's side. Our men's qualifying matches will start next week. We got another.
Dan
good
says, is
qualifying
Lyra
match
hurt?
later
I
on
haven't
tonight.
seen
He's
any
talking about
updates
picture-perfect suplexes here
on
from
her
Natalia.
just
And a
yet.
kick out.
And as you
I
look at
don't
this
know if
match, you
anyone's
think to
seen
yourself,
any.
well,
I've been a
Roxanne,
little bit offline
she's
right
prodigy.
now,
This is a
so
match
I'm
that
not
she would
as up to
normally
date
win,
as
and
I
then it's like the
normally
man,
am.
Becky Lynch would normally win this match. before,
And then the
Natalia,
other thing is,
if you
yeah, we
follow
haven't
along
seen
on social
Lyra
media, trains
since
every
Backlash.
day.
Yeah, Natalia is incredible. And look at this now, trying to get Becky Lynch to perhaps tap out here.
She could definitely be a world champion. 3 world champions fighting for 1 spot in Money in the Bank.
And continuing to punish and torture Becky Lynch here.
Yeah, and Natalia will be able to transition into something else if Becky Lynch isn't able to break.
Ooh.
You know, we talked about this earlier, Pat. A lot of people in the locker room are saying that Becky Lynch has had this facade for years. And wait a minute, Natalia looking for a sharpshooter, and Becky.
I'm glad
able to
that we're
turn it
getting a
around
little bit of
into a
everybody
disarmer
here
now on
together, like
Natalia.
having a moment to like wrestle each
Disarmer.
other.
And
Like we
Roxanne
had the
Perez
Becky
into the
Roxanne
ring, and
moment, Becky
she'll break things up.
Natalia.
Working on a DDT
We
there.
can have a little bit more of Roxanne and Natalia, hopefully.
Oh, Roxanne may have hurt her knee. Becky rolling out of harm's way. Natalia now turning things around, looking for a sharpshooter yet again.
Roxanne kick out.
Becky Lynch went for the manhandle slam, blocked by Natalia. Takedown by Natalia, sending Becky to the ropes.
Tanisha Hicks says Roxanne is a very smart competitor. Hope she wins. I think she might.
You think one person's about to go over and win. Ooh, gets flipped with the quickness. Natalia.
And that right there is
And what's up, Chris
Natalia
Tolsinger? Thank you so much for
follows this up with a
tuning
nice
in.
kick
Addie
right to the
Carver.
face.
Just big boots here from
Tiger
Natalia.
Claw
What
says
a
the quietest the crowd
Becky
has been
Lynch
all night.
from behind,
I
went for a
think they're
German
paying
suplex,
attention.
standing switch now by
Yeah,
Natalia.
there's certain matches that you just
Becky
like
caught her with an
to
elbow to the nose.
really lock in and pay
Again,
attention to. So maybe this is just
Lyra
one of them for
Valkyria
that.
told the world
They've been
that
good
Becky
overall
cannot
the
be
whole
trusted.
night.
She's in this for
They have no
herself. She doesn't wanna
reason
help
to
the
not
young
at least
superstars
cheer
from
for,
WWE today.
you know, for this matchup. You got Becky, who's a big star.
Roxanne
You
Perez
got
now back
Roxanne,
in the
who's
ring.
you know,
And Natalia
pretty
will
popular.
wipe out Becky.
Natalia, who's respected.
And now Roxanne will take
That was
out
fun.
everybody. Roxanne Perez standing tall.
All right, looks like we're going to a
Action.
commercial break.
Who's going to Money in the
All right,
Bank?
we're going to commercial break. So let's see what everyone's saying here. Marshman says how cute she bounces off the second rope. I don't watch NXT, so all new to
Roxanne
me.
Perez, who's had an incredible year this year.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's very,
set
very
the
cute.
record in the Royal
Let's see what
Rumble,
else we got
lasting
here.
longer than any woman in history. Over
We got Luis who
1
says
hour
crowd
and
doesn't
7
seem to care
minutes.
much about this match. I just
Qualified
think
for
they're
Elimination
taking a
Chamber.
second.
Of course, now part of the
Now, see,
Monday
look
Night
it.
Raw
They're cheering for
roster.
Roxanne. They're like, let's go, Roxy. They're getting into it.
Let's go Roxy chance here
Yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing that.
in Greenville.
Manuel says it's
reason.
always triple threat qualifying
Ladies,
matches,
tonight,
isn't
Rhea
it, with Triple H
Ripley,
booking?
Kairi Sane,
He's
Joe
definitely
Stark
been doing a lot of triple
and
threats
Becky
for the
stops the
qualifiers.
momentum of Roxanne Perez.
We talk about this a lot, but the prodigy
Hey,
started
Tracy,
training when
thank
she
you
was
so much for
15
the
years
super
old.
chat.
Hall of Famer,
Says
two-time
F
Hall of Famer.
Fight Forever, The Ballad of Kevin and Sammy is the book. A, are you still going to
Born
Paris?
Family
Oh,
Business
thank you so
is
much for
Booker
letting me
T's
know that.
youngest
Are
champion
you still
ever.
going to Paris?
Becky
I
Lynch now.
might. I'm
Knocks
still
Roxanne
hoping
off
I
the
can
top
go.
rope into the
And
floor.
see,
Natalia
can't
back
believe
to
there
the
are
ring.
11
She'll
PLEs
roll
this
up Becky
summer.
now. Goes down and a
Tracy
kick
is
out
not
by
leaving the
Lynch.
house this summer, I guess. Jesus
Another takedown
Christ.
by
I haven't
Natalia.
even gone
She's
in to
still
count
looking
how
to
many
lock in a
PLEs
sharpshooter.
there
Hasn't
is,
been able
but
to do it.
She
I
knows if
believe
she's
you
able
if
to,
you
it's
say
over,
there's
but the
11. And that doesn't
Becky
surprise
and
me
Roxanne
at
know that
all.
too.
Which in a way it's great, right? Lots of cool
Becky
content
Lynch,
and
who
whatnot, but at
said,
the
"I've been-
exact same time, yeah,
I was
we're gonna
out of
want some
action
breaks,
for a
some
year. I came
some
back
breaks,
to win
okay,
world's talking
we're gonna go
about me. I'm
outside
getting all these
and, you know, do
opportunities,
some
and then
things.
someone like Natalia,
People like to go
who's just
outside during
scrapping
the
to
summer.
make ends meet.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, and I'm still planning
Because
on
everybody
going to
wants to see
Paris,
Becky Lynch.
hopefully. Thank you,
Natalia
Tracy.
has put together a great career. I don't think
Big
she's
Blue says they
scrapping
heard you,
for
Denise.
anything but the
Yo,
opportunity
I know they
arises.
can't let
Natalia
me
will try to take
down.
advantage of
I
it.
was putting
Becky
over
told me
this
earlier
crowd
today
the
she
whole
wants to be
night so
first.
far.
Roxanne's
So if they let
little
me
bubble.
down,
She
I'm gonna
called.
have egg on my face.
The Prodigy bubble has been
Van 76
on a
says, how long
rise
will it
since
be
she
before
started.
Jordan Grace and Stephanie Vaquer
Winning
get
a Money in the
called up
Bank
to the main
match.
roster?
Exploded
It's hard
by
to
Becky
say.
Lynch sends Natalia out
But
of the
I
ring
wouldn't be
now.
Think about
surprised
that
if
for
Jordan
Roxanne.
Grace does
Fast pass.
defeat Stephanie for
The
the
Money in the
title and
Bank,
Stephanie
which is
gets
exactly
called
what her
up
career has been.
following
It hasn't been through
Battleground.
a lack of hard
I can
work.
see that
She's
happening.
just so damn talented.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch is in complete control.
And Becky now off the apron. Down goes Natalia.
We're back in
Roxanne Perez
45
from
seconds.
behind, back up to the steel step. Becky realizes she's there
But they've
now.
kept
That
it
was just
actually
a
going throughout
takedown
the
by
entire
Roxanne.
match.
Nothing pretty about that.
Like Roxanne's wailing on Becky right
Roxanne
now.
said, let's fight.
And Becky said, back into the ring.
Roxanne Perez got to be thinking, I can win this match. I'm still in this. I'm standing tall. Natalia's out. Becky's reeling.
Hey, what's
Roxanne
up,
top rope
Josiah
crossbody on
WB? Thank you so much for popping into the stream, representing the
Rolls
Busted
through,
Open
Roxanne,
Nation
and
from Fayetteville.
Right
Thank
to
you
the
so much,
back of the neck of
Josiah.
Lynch. Roxanne again looking for the win to advance to
We got
Money in the
Cadillac
Bank
Carson
and a
here who
kick
says,
out
happy
by
belated
Becky.
birthday, praying all that
Triple
stuff
threat
gets worked
action's
out
been
with your
wild
Facebook
and
page. Always
furious
enjoy your
here.
content. Keep up the great work, Denise. Thank you so much, Cadillac Carson. The Facebook page right now is a disaster, guys. A disaster. They
Natalia,
kicked me
Roxanne,
out as
Becky
admin,
Lynch, the winner of this
obviously.
advances
Changed
to
my
Money in the
URL,
Bank ladder
and it
match
looks
2
like
weeks
they
from
merged
Saturday
my
as
page
Roxanne
into some
Perez,
other
who
person's
just
page,
signed
changing
on
the
with
channel
Monday Night Raw
ID.
earlier today.
So basically
Looking to win
making
a
it
massive
very,
matchup
very
tonight.
hard for me
Point
to
out to those
prove to Meta
briefcases that are a
that
one-way
I
trip
am
to
the
a
Facebook
title shot.
owner, Facebook page owner, because they're making it seem like it's a
History of the
brand new
game. She
page
knows
that
who's
just got
Into the
started
corner, Becky Lynch, into
with their
Natalia.
hacking tricks. And
now,
I fear
Roxanne
that
Perez trying to wrestle Becky
it's
to the
not
mat.
getting gonna get
Natalia
solved.
takes out both women.
Today I
That big
spoke with
discus
an
clothesline
agency
made famous by her late great father, Jim
that is
Angel
like
Neidhart.
supposed to help people out with that kind of
Get
stuff.
the sharpshooter in.
And
Oh,
based
Roxanne
off
again
of the
trying to
conversation I
thwart that,
had
and
with them,
now
it
Natalia
just doesn't,
stacking
it
Roxanne
didn't
on
really,
Becky. Can she do it, Pat?
wasn't really great reassurance. And then I tried to
Whitford
create
double
another Facebook
sharpshooter.
page, like a
That would've been
brand
tough, I
new
think, to
one,
pull off,
so
but
that
if
I
she
can
would've,
create
we're
another
talking
page and
epic.
start
If anybody
building
can pull it
another
off,
one,
Natalia.
since it doesn't look like
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get my original one back. And
Roxanne.
Facebook immediately
Natalia's
flagged
really
me and
become a leader
suspended
in the
me,
women's
and
locker
so
room,
I
doing
couldn't even
everything
make a
she
new
can to
account. So I have a plan
support the
B
women.
as to how to
Coming
get
up through
another
the ranks,
Facebook
been
page
training a lot with
going.
Maxine
And I'm hoping
Dupree.
that my
And
plan
Roxanne,
B
great
works
move,
out.
moonsault to both
But
women. Cover
we'll
now on
see. But
Natalia.
as of right now,
Natalia
yeah,
advances
do
to Money in the
not
Bank. Get a
trust
kick
that
out of two.
my original Facebook page.
Roxanne's trying to quote
Because
John
that's
Cena,
not
"Your
me
time is up,
handling
my
it
time
right
is
now.
now."
So I'm just kind of scared because I don't want them to post
She thinks of
crazy
herself
people
as the
things. They're going to
future
be
and the
posting
present for good
conspiracy
reason.
theories like
The manhandle slam.
fucking Earth is
Roxanne
flat
turning
or
into
some
an arm
shit.
drag and a pinning
And then some
combination and a
person's
kick
going
out
to
of
fall
two.
for it and start thinking I'm a flat earther. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
And
going to be
Perez goes for
crazy.
pop
So
rocks. That's her finishing maneuver. Becky able to counter.
I've
Becky,
obviously done my
manhandle
due
slam.
diligence
Did she
already,
get enough
but
of it? Hook of the leg. Natalia's got to break
but
things
you know,
up.
at the end of the day,
Natalia, who's
you can only do
scrapping.
so much, and Facebook
Learned
has to do the
blood
rest.
sports on
So
NWA over the
I
weekend.
hope
Now
that
here
they
back, the kick out by
I really
Roxanne
do hope they come
Perez
through.
at
However,
two.
just based off of other people
All
in
three
similar
women down,
situations,
so much on the line.
I went down the Reddit whole
What a
rabbit
fight here.
thread, and I've seen a lot of
For a
people in
Money
my
in the
similar
Bank
situation
opportunity.
that never got their pages back,
Alexa
even
Bliss,
after
who's
showing
already
documentation and
qualified for
basically
one of
all
the
the things
6
I've been
spots
showing.
from
And I'm
Friday
like,
Night
oh no,
SmackDown.
it's not looking so
One of these
good.
women
So
will join her. We have another
I'm a little
qualifying
bit
matchup
stressed
later
about
on
that,
tonight.
obviously, but I'm hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that my
qualifying
plan
action
B
gets
to at
underway
least
on Raw
start a new
next
page
Monday.
starts up. But the bummer, I have to start from the beginning, which means no monetization at all until I can work my
Big
page back
rights.
up. And I'm probably not going to get my paycheck that I worked really, really hard
Oh,
for,
and Becky and Natalia with
that
a
I was
collision.
supposed to get in the next couple of days.
at the
So,
rope.
yeah,
So did
it's just all
Natalia.
pretty fucked up. But you know what? Shit
What a fight
happens.
here in
Lesson learned.
Greenville.
And yeah. Thank you so much, Cadillac Carson.
Struggle happening.
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Oh, is she gonna? Oh, for a second I thought she was gonna do like a double pin or something.
Becky's got
I really thought she was was for a second.
Man, Roxanne, so impressive.
Pop rocks into a German suplex.
Yeah, Sean,
Into this
thank
thing
you.
was
I know
almost
it's a
over
mess.
for
It's very
Roxanne
disappointing,
Perez.
you know.
Pop rocks.
Very, very disappointing.
Suplex from Natalia. Becky
But
Lynch knew that it was
trust me, I
potentially
learned a
gonna come to an
lesson.
end.
It's a hard lesson to
Said,
learn, but I learned a
roll
big fat
through.
lesson.
Been an electric
Big fat
crowd all
lesson.
night long here. Capacity in Greenville. South
But yeah,
Carolina.
I'm just scared because I don't know
Opportunity
what
to
they're gonna do
qualify for the
next,
Money
you
in the
know,
Bank
or what they're gonna
contract
try to
ladder
do
match
next.
and
So
perhaps
I've been
change the
taking all of
trajectory
the
of your
steps
career.
and
The
precautions
event
to
2
protect
weeks on
myself.
Saturday in LA.
But you know, these
your
people
life, your
are,
family's
you know,
life, your future,
professionals,
your
so
legacy,
who
everything.
knows?
And Becky fighting back. Again, said earlier she wants to burst Roxanne's little bubble and what's been an incredible.
Ooh, a nice little slap exchange here with Becky and Roxanne. Yes, it's getting ugly. That's how I like it.
And look at these 2 women go at it here.
Messy, mean, and
Becky with an
ugly.
uppercut.
Yeah.
Kick to the midsection, and the veteran Becky Lynch takes over.
These ladies.
I like how much time they've gotten for this
Nice
match too, by the
throw
way.
by Roxanne
They've gotten a
Perez.
nice, decent amount of time.
Putting on an absolute brawl here in Greenville.
And the former 2-time NXT Women's Champion,
Thank you so much, Cadillac
climb to the
Carson. I
top
appreciate
rope.
that.
Becky Lynch. Big blow to Perez.
Hey, yes, boy,
How
I
is
haven't seen you
anybody
in a
gonna get
while. What's
anybody
up,
to be pinned
man?
For 3 seconds. I have no idea.
And look at Roxanne fight back, the fiery prodigy.
So evenly fought. Wait a minute, Natalya now thinking big picture.
And now Natalya driving Becky into
Oh,
Roxanne.
I like how she used Becky's body
Super
as a
cheers.
weapon.
Sit out power bomb for the win. Becky kicks out at 2.
Cheers, Becky Lynch. Off
Yeah,
of
if you're gonna
Roxanne.
trust any 3
The
women
sit-down
to go out there
powerbomb.
and put on a nice
Natalya
little
might
lengthy
win this
match,
thing.
it's these 3 right here.
Natalya now with Roxanne in trouble. Heads up. to
Thank
the
you
top
so
rope
much,
now.
Michael Lively, for the kind comment.
Suplex by Natalya. Cover.
Superplex from Natalya.
And Roxanne at 2, another near fall.
Jeez.
What a competitive matchup. And now Natalya finally going for it, Pat. Can she lock it in now, though?
Oh,
This
she
is over.
locked it in.
Sharpshooter.
Come on,
Center of the
Roxanne,
ring.
don't tap out.
Now
Where's
Roxanne
Becky?
Perez tapped to the sharpshooter and
Becky?
allowed Natalya to advance to Money in the Bank.
Dead center of
Oh,
that
there's
ring
Becky.
right
She's
now,
coming.
Cole.
She's coming.
Becky Lynch face first, bulldog to Natalya. And now looking for a disarmer. Natalya able to roll her up, kick out. Discus clothesline again.
I wonder if there's going to be a situation where, like, Roxanne either pins
Now,
both or she
Natalya
steals
catches
one of their
Perez.
victories, you
Back
know?
in the sharpshooter.
Again, Roxanne trying to make it to the ropes. That won't save her. No disqualifications or countouts and triple threat rules.
Back at the sharpshooter.
Oh, but
again
she's
for
close. She's,
Roxanne,
oh,
but
we're going
She's
to
not
get a
there
double
yet. Natalya
sharpshooter.
going for a double sharpshooter
Nice.
here. On both Roxanne and Becky.
Nice.
Can you imagine, Pat, if they both tap out?
Are we going to get a double tap out here? First shot to Money in the Bank
They're
for
pretty
Natalya.
close, though. Come on. They're close to the rope.
Becky
See?
grabs the rope,
Becky's
doesn't
already
matter.
got it.
Will not
Oh,
break the
but she's
count.
still pulling
Becky able to
Roxanne.
get out. Natalya
Becky, get
drives
in
Roxanne
there.
back.
Oh,
Roxanne turns it around.
Nope,
Thought
nope.
she turned it around. Natalya
I thought
drags
she
her
did
back
for
to
a
the center
second.
of the ring.
Becky, get in
Lynch
there,
back into the
girl.
ring. Becky now.
Nope. Oh, she got it.
Double
Manhandle
slap
slam.
connects.
Okay, but
And
where's
recovering.
Lyra? Okay, so
Valkyria.
Lyra's going to get rid of Becky.
Champion
And I
is
think
back.
this is where
After the
Roxanne will
assault,
finish
after
off
the match
Natalya.
by Becky at Backlash.
Oh, get back for Lyra on Becky Lynch.
Lyra Valkyria getting some retribution tonight. And the ref can do nothing about it. No disqualifications in a triple threat match.
Becky somehow able to fight off Lyra. Big boot.
Trying to turn her attention back to the match. Natalya able to take Becky down. Lyra Valkyria incensed here, dragging Lynch out of the ring.
All right, this is where she gets it. Come on, Roxanne. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes, go, Roxanne Perez. It's in the Money in the Bank. And just like that, guys. Just like that. It's looking like she might
Becky and Lyra
actually take it
continue
all
fighting,
the way.
What
He
has been
might
an
just
unbelievable half year for Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I was pretty
continues
much expecting
here at
Becky and
WWE.
Lyra to run it back once again,
Her
since
first
their whole
night
feud is
officially
still
on Raw and back. She
ongoing.
punched her ticket to Money in the Bank.
But yeah, I'm so happy for Roxanne. So, oh my gosh, 2 favorites already, Roxanne and Alexa Bliss in this. Yikes, that's hard.
We've got
Already
another
2
qualifying
favorites in
matchup
there.
Later on tonight.
All right, let's see what we got next. So I think for the next one with Kyrie and Rhea and Zoe, I am expecting Rhea to take that one for sure. I can't imagine them not having Rhea in that. So
Yes, they are.
I think it should be definitely. All right, we got JEY USO backstage. Let's see what we get. Oh, another JEY USO Sammy segment.
I know you're doing it a lot right now. I saw what's going on with Logan. You got Gunther looming. I just want to let you know, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman, all of that, you don't need to deal with that. I'll take care of that on Saturday, all right? I know you got Braun Breaker tonight. Handle your business. I want you to know if the numbers game, if they play that, I got your back, all right?
That's nice to know. Thank you, Sammy.
Come on, man. Give me a little. There you go. All right. Take care of business. Thanks, you got it.
I like how Jay doesn't even say bye no more. He just says yeet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
I like Kyrie. She looks so cute. I feel like we haven't seen Kyrie in a very, very long time. So very excited to see her get back in the ring. And then Zoe's another one we haven't seen in a while since both of her group members are gone.
In the bank.
First Sonya and then Shayna. So like she's, you know, damn. Did you guys hear that reaction for Rhea?
For another world
Damn.
opportunity.
They lost their
Later
shit.
on tonight.
This place just erupted for models.
Yeah. They were like, I love that though. I really, really love that. Shayna's also got a nice reaction too. All right, let me see what we got here.
Baby.
We got CJ here who says, I wish we could get this plus Lyra for the Intercontinental title. Hey, yo, you're right. Like a fatal four-way, I'm down for that. I would love that, CJ. You're on to something. Dan Sear says, guess Lyra isn't hurt. Yeah, so glad that she's not because she's killing it right now. And you want to see that play through. We got Victorio here who says, best women's match. I've seen this episode. But I literally was talking about how if you wanted to have a really good women's match, these are three women to do that right there with. And the fact that they gave them a lot of time, this match didn't feel rushed. We got pretty much everything you could expect from the match. I thought it was a really, really good performance on all of their parts. Thank you, Mictaru. I agree. I agree. That's a fact. AB Johnson says, Bird Lady. That's a fact, too. That's funny. We got Sean. Yeah, he love from South Africa. Currently 0306 here, but gotta watch WWE and, of course, the stream. Hell yeah, man. Well, Sean, thank you so much for watching all the way from South Africa. That's incredible, especially at that hour of the day. So thank you so much for coming in here, man. All right, let me see. Let me get some more shout outs. Who haven't I shouted out here? We got Luis A. We got Eagle David McLeod. Who else do we got in here? Raphael Smith. Manuel. We got Kieran. We got Joker D. Manny. Let's see. We got Hulk 076 Joe. Hey, you just added your name in parentheses, didn't you? Because you didn't have it before. You were just Hulk 076. So I find it very nice that you added your name in parentheses. That's my new favorite thing. All right, we got Double S. We got RT. We got Jay Moscow. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, man. We also got Megan Loves Professional Wrestling, who says I want Zoe to win. If she doesn't, then she might be next on the choppy block. I don't think she would be. It's hard to say, right? Like, because both her team members are gone, so it is scary. Like, she could be on that quote-unquote chopping block. But I don't even know what to say. It's very hard. It's very hard to even try to think if someone would be or wouldn't be on a chopping block, you know? I don't think her losing would mean she's on a chopping block. I don't think that. But if they don't find something for her to do stats, then I would start to worry about her being on a chopping block, you know? If you want to say chopping block. But I just think people are obviously nervous for her, considering that both her team members are gone. All right, let me see. Let me get some more shout outs. We got Dominic Carranza. Hey, we got Ebony Prince. What's up, Ebony? We got Infamous DJ1, Michael Lively. We got R33S3M. We got Kieran. Oh, we got Super Fro in the building. Good to see you, Super Fro. 6 Maxwell 99. We got Lewis in here. We got Tony. What's up, Tony? Says I was so disappointed Chelsea Green didn't make it to Money in the Bank. I'm hoping they could probably do like a second chance match. They sometimes do those. So maybe some of the people that
Maybe.
you didn't want to be eliminated might get a
maybe
second
not.
chance. We'll see.
Grayson Waller told me earlier.
We also
that
got Tim Biotti in the building. We
necessarily
got
just
Robert
Sheamus.
McManus, Joker,
Basically
D
all
Manny,
redheads.
Bilbo Braggins. We got Mr. GRK Chef
Basically, yeah. I
13.
think
What's
that's
up,
what-
man?
how he's kinda channeled his
All right, let me catch up with the rest
so
of the
he
chat
catered
here.
toward all redheads. Carrot top.
And I don't know how you can do that, honestly.
All right, we
Especially
got
Grayson.
David Spies here who says facts. The Becky Hogan thing needs to stop
think
putting
it's a good
over
idea.
Lyra.
Because Grayson knows
Putting
what
over
he's in for,
Lyra
which
and
is why I'm trying to
Roxanne.
get
Yeah,
on that
that's a
stuff.
fact, man. I never liked her being compared to Hulk Hogan. It sucks. I would hate for that to happen to anybody's unless it called
South
for it.
Carolina tonight
And I don't think
Monday
Becky,
Night Raw.
I like
An
Becky a whole
interesting
lot. So
WWE trivia
I don't
now
see
and a
her as
cash
Hulk
app.
Hogan.
Fact,
Stephen
you know,
Marchulli
I
says,
was in the main
did
event
Roxanne play the
in
face for
Greenville,
this match?
South Carolina.
I
Yeah, the
think
main
Roxanne's a
event
good
against the
freaking
greatest of
wrestler,
all
man.
time.
Anytime you got a
John
good
Cena
wrestler,
back in
you're like on it,
2012.
man. You're
It was
on it.
absolutely incredible.
We got
I
Mike
gotta
Parker
see this
Select who
face, and I
says not
told him
surprised by the
what it was
reaction
like
for Rhea if she's
to
not
be
the
Mike
most over wrestler in the
Cole.
company
Let's look
she
at that,
is in
Mr.
the
Main
conversation.
Event.
Always,
Michael
like she's
Cole.
transcended where
Obviously.
she's not just WWE cool, she's just cool in general. And I think that's what people have really
We're going to remember you.
people have really liked that. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, Rhea captures people's attention.
He was not lying, brother.
And I think she recently did an interview. I
It was a
forgot
nice
what
trip down memory
but she was
lane,
talking
watching
about
this.
how much Netflix has like
And
helped her
John Cena
like become like
chopped
even more
and
famous.
slapped Michael Cole
So
all
yeah.
over Greenville.
No, she's definitely not just
Well, I'm
WWE
happy
cool.
we
She's
could
cool in
remind you
general.
because
Like if
take a
Rhea was
look-see
ever
at that.
done with
I learned
WWE,
something
like she's
about
gonna
you.
have a million
What?
other things
That
to
is
do.
the most insanely placed
Thank you,
tattoo
Mike
in
Parker
the
Collects.
history. Let alone everything going on down yonder, and then the thought of look at Charles Robinson.
We
who
also
has
got
seen
Mike Lewinsky
everything
in the building. We got
business. He
Darkwing
was
19. Good to
disgusted
see you,
by John
Darkwing.
Cena
We got
swapping
Frederick
JR's
Coe. What's up, Frederick
barbecue
Coe?
sauce all over your
And,
shaved chest. But the
loving it. Oh, we
tattoo
got Jonathan
placement,
in here. What's up,
the
Jonathan?
bulge
We got
will
KJ.
say, in the
We got Aiden Lee. What's up,
athleticism
Aiden
that
Lee?
you showcase here in Greenville will be remembered.
We also
during
got
your Hall of Fame
Lorenzo
ceremony,
Anderson.
pal.
Yes, I did see that. I was so
this
happy
was
for Kathy
absolutely
Callie.
disgusting,
She's a
and
stunning
I have to
girl,
admit that it
and
wasn't one of my
she's very
finest
talented,
moments.
and I'm very
You're a
excited
main
to see
eventer, though,
what
Paul.
her
Never
movie
forget
role
it. But
is. I really like
that I
Kathy
didn't have
Callie
to
a
be
whole
put to
lot.
sleep
She's
to
a
get my
sweetheart.
tattoo.
We got Steve Botar here who says, "Hey, Denise in the DWO. What's up,
that
dude?
hurt.
Welcome, man." We got
Attitude
Cadillac
adjustment
person
for
in the
Michael Cole.
building.
Might have directed his entire
Let's
career and
see.
led him to this moment.
Oh, what's up, Moe Best? What's up?
embarrassing as
Who says, will you be watching Battleground or Double or
embarrassing
Nothing?
enough.
I'll be live streaming Double or Nothing, but I'll still be watching Battleground. I'll just have to watch it
Make
afterwards.
sure we're all on the same page here.
All right, let's see what we got
Are you
here with
absolutely sure that's what you
Alpha Academy.
Yes. Okay. Medical says you're clear. So next week, I will give you your match one-on-one with Rusev.
Okay. I forgot that was the thing. The Kira
It's gonna need a
Tozawa
lot more than
Academy,
luck.
Rusev stuff.
Rusev's going to end your career just like he did to that clown Otis. Frankly, it's going to be nice to see Alpha Academy put down for good.
He isn't worth it.
What do you want anyway?
Pierce, I know the Creeds have their big tag team championship match next week. That's
Yeah.
great, but what about me? What about Gable?
What
I'm here to
about
talk
me?
Money in the Bank qualifying matches for myself and Ivy Nile. What do you got?
I could have swore we already had this conversation.
Does anybody knock around here?
What's going
See
on,
what
man?
New Day say
I
today.
want to talk to you a little bit because we got that triple threat tag championship match with you boys next week.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Nothing personal, but those championships are coming with my team.
It's a really nice necklace Kofi has.
Maybe, maybe not. But the one thing that we can all agree upon is the fact that we don't want the Raiders to win. Nobody does, right?
Yeah, good.
How sad.
Take it
Nobody
anywhere
wants the
but
War
here.
Raiders to
Thank
win.
you. Sounds great because it smells like a midlife crisis in here anyway.
What the hell does that mean, bro?
How sad.
The new
Sad. His outfit smells like a midlife crisis.
Took his glasses off.
So
I feel
mean. All
sorry for Adam Pearce sometimes.
right,
And I
Grayson
sort of feel
Waller
sorry for
versus
Grayson
Sheamus
Waller
is
tonight,
next.
too, one-on-one with Sheamus.
This felt very
Jimmy Woods said it smelled
unceremonious,
like a
but here we
midlife
are.
crisis in Adam Pearce's office. That had to cut through the soul there of our general manager. But
Scrap
speaking
Daddy.
of soul, yeah, exactly.
First time ever tonight. Sheamus and Grayson Waller one-on-one here on Monday Night Raw. Again, this match was originally scheduled 2 weeks ago.
Grayson Waller just smacked Sheamus in the mouth.
And Waller would have tricked Theory into taking the match up. Theory would get his payback on his tag team partner last week. You were saying moments ago that Waller has a unique strategy for this match tonight.
Yeah, I think, he just smacked Sheamus in the mouth right there.
I don't know if he's thinking about running.
We got
or thinking
CJ
about
here
taking
who
fight
says,
Sheamus,
not
but
a fan
everybody
of
has a
all three,
plan
but would
if he
prefer
can punch
Zoe
them
or
out. And that's what
Kyrie. They
Sheamus-
fit the match
that's what
better.
Sheamus does.
And Zoe was good
Got
last
headlocked
Money in
by
the Bank. Took a
Grayson
crazy
Waller, the
bump, and Kyrie
uber
built for
athletic
Money in the Bank.
Waller.
Yeah, they're both
Sheamus trying to stick and
definitely
move.
fun to be in the Money in the Bank, but I
Ground
also
pound
think
will
you need
inevitably
people
end up
that
good for
are
a big
people
match
that you would
for
believe would actually successfully cash in the
Grayson
Money in the
knows that
Bank
he's figuring it
briefcase.
out.
And right now,
Sheamus
because
said
there
in his
hasn't been
interview
much
with
done
Daily
with
Mail,
Kyrie
talked
or
about how he
Zoe,
was, quote,
I feel like
gutted
not very many
for
people
not
would
being part
buy
of
that they would
WrestleMania this
actually
year.
win the Money in the Bank
Said he is
or
so
also
passionate about his
successfully
job.
cash in the
Said
Money
he's
in the Bank.
best
And
shape of his life and his career.
you know, like I
He
said,
wants to
Rhea's a big star.
consistently
There's
have
really
banger
doesn't
after
seem like
banger
there's
matches.
a.
He said, I
I
could do
mean,
it for a
sorry, they've
number
been
of more
teasing
years,
her
but
and
I'm
Io
gonna do it
Sky
till they have to
too. So
pretty much drag me out of the ring.
I
he
do
feels
think
honored
that
to
it'll
get the
be Rhea
opportunity
Ripley that
to
takes this
wrestle in the
win.
WWE.
Again, I really like Zoe and Kyrie as
treats it that way.
performers,
He's
but
willing to
just
do
based
whatever.
off the fact that we don't
takedown
even
by,
see them on the show,
Grayson Waller.
that's what has
He
me
wants to know
thinking
if
that
you
they're
can
not
handle it as much as
necessarily
he
going to
can.
take this all the way, unfortunately.
I was
But
in
we'll
the ring
see.
with
I
the
think
man
either
that
way
has
we'll get a
similar
good
style.
match, and who knows, maybe we'll be
Some
swerved or
bruises
something.
still
Thank you,
showing up on your
CJ.
body
We
tonight.
got Tracy
Yeah, but I can tell in there, like,
WV88 who
they
said
just want to know
first
if you got
WV
it or
figure
not.
you ever
That's what they're
had.
looking for.
Favorite one? Ooh, that's a good question.
Sheamus just enjoys the
So
fight. He
I
enjoys
remember
the
like
brawl.
with wrestling figures,
Waller
I
with
used
a
to play
cheap
with the
shot
ones
as
my
he
cousin
officially
had.
Jessica Carr was backing
And my
Sheamus out of the
favorite
way.
one back in the day was obviously my Chris Jericho
Grayson
one
Waller.
because that was my favorite wrestler at the time.
Right
So
to the
Chris
midsection.
Jericho for
Went for
sure.
another
I
hip
remember I
toss.
had a
Sheamus not
really
allowing it
funny
to happen.
Stone
Great
Cold Steve
block by the
Austin
Celtic
that did
Warrior.
not look like Stone Cold Steve Austin because they gave Stone Cold Steve Austin girl legs.
Waller.
I think he
I'm
kinda
not kidding
palmed
you.
him
My
a little
action
bit there, too,
figure
right
of
on the jaw,
Austin
right on the butt.
had sexy girl legs. And I was like,
Sheamus still
why
has
are
the
Stone Cold's
World
legs like
Championship
this?
has eluded
Like,
him
those
his
should
entire
not be his
career, the
legs. He should not have
Intercontinental
sexy
title.
girl
Said
legs.
he'd like
What are
one
we
more
doing?
shot,
This looks
one
like
more
it looked
opportunity
like
at the belt.
half the top of the figure
Feels
was
like he's ready for
Austin,
it.
What
and then the
appeals.
bottom
He
looked
sends
like a
Waller
Barbie doll.
across
It
the
was
ring.
so
I
weird.
agree with you.
Anyways, I still remember that figure. It wasn't my favorite, but I remember it.
Shot of theory,
And then the Jericho
actually
one was my
making
favorite because he was my favorite wrestler. I think
great
I had
facial expressions over here outside
and
the
then
ring.
the other
He's
ones I would
actually
play with
laughing
were
at
pretty much my
Waller getting the
cousins, and we used to
snot knocked out of him
he
by
used to have his
Sheamus.
ring and he used to have his wrestlers,
He's
and I would
supposed to
set
be
up my
your buddy,
boom
Austin.
box and I would put my
What are we doing
CDs.
here?
And if we had the wrestler whose
Austin just asked if
song
he
was in the
good, man.
CD, then I would
Exactly.
play it so that we could do the entrance. You know, back then we didn't have the internet or
Sheamus a distraction maybe by
we
theory.
didn't have the internet. We didn't have
Right off our
iPods
announce
even or anything
table.
like that. So it was just my CD, my
Here's
boom
Grayson
box,
Waller.
and what we can come up with if we had the
And now
wrestlers to
Waller
match
slides
the
underneath the ring.
song.
Clothesline
So
knocks
really,
Sheamus down.
really throwback
The
to
Aussie
back in the day.
icon.
Thank you, Tracy WV88.
Oh my God.
All right. We are on a commercial break. Let me see who else is in here. Give some more shout outs and
Austin,
stuff.
he told you to take some
Cadillac
notes.
Carson says, I
You
just
need
come
pen
back
and
to the
paper? We
stream
got
and I hear
some.
about
Pencil?
Stone Cold sexy legs.
I think he actually forgot that the
Kidding
reason
you.
he's
My Stone Cold Steve Austin
dominating right now
action
is because of
figure,
Austin
the
Theory,
bottom
but
half
nonetheless.
looked like
Can you get my
a
phone
Barbie
for me?
doll's
It's
legs.
flying
I'm not
somewhere.
kidding you.
big,
I don't know
big
what
Irishman
I don't know
flow.
what
That's
was
mine,
happening
that's
with that one.
Hey, let's
All right,
picture
let's see what else we got here. We got Dean Bridgman who
I was
here
wondering
says
why I
is
thought
Rhea
you were
too
done. It
dominant,
was on my
similar
phone.
to China.
Hey, Grayson
No,
Waller
because even
now.
China had like she
Top rope
had
cover for the win on
you know,
Sheamus
she
and a
held the
kick out.
Intercontinental Championship. She was in the Men's Royal Rumble.
fight is
Rhea
awesome.
isn't doing things like that.
You know, Grayson
And
Waller
Rhea's
takes Austin Theory
dominant.
as a
Even Rhea's
turn this
even
thing
not
around.
dominant as of late. She just has a very. She is just
Certainly
not
has.
somebody that feels little.
I'll tell you
Her
what, I'm
energy
impressed
is
with what
big.
the Aussie
I don't know how
icon.
to explain it. She
Grayson
doesn't
Waller's
feel
doing
small.
with Sheamus.
Even when she's losing, she almost feels still dominant because
Waller,
she's so
tremendous athlete,
over.
former tag
She
team
is
champion.
so over,
on
and
Sheamus right now.
I think we need to definitely
Now let's
protect
go
that. You don't
Sheamus.
want to. You
Chance
don't
to
want
begin.
to not protect
Waller
that
goes
with
to
Rhea. You've got something special with her. Really, really special. Thank you, Dan. Plus Ultra Agent says Stone Cold sexy legs. Big says I had girl legs in high school. Aw.
Thinks he has what it takes. He's clearly
We
telling
got
Austin Theory
the
he's better
Tyler
than him,
Hand who
telling
says, I
him to take
remember those
notes.
fingers. They had weird
As that
legs. I had the
duo
Hogan one. Oh no,
continues
did
to
you have Hulk
try to
Hogan
figure
with
out what the
sexy
hell
legs?
they are, and Sheamus He's heading to
Drew Loco
the
said
top
those
rope.
flea market action figures you had classic. Like the really, really stiff ones that would come in a bag. I had some of those too. I like the ones that don't even move. Like they're just like rock solid. Like the ones you get at the 99-cent store. Like those thick ones too. Yeah, I used to have some of those.
WWE Today.
He's chopping the hell out of Sheamus. I see fingerprints wrapped around Sheamus's body.
And Stalker
Grayson
says,
Waller
I'm
taking
cooking
the fight
dinner,
to
watching the
Sheamus.
stream. I'm multitasking. Hell yes, and Stalker, what's on the table today? Let us know what you're cooking.
Hooks the leg down on Sheamus and a kick out at 2.
I mean, this would be a gigantic night for Grayson Waller if he beats Sheamus here in Queens.
We got CJ here who says, I hope they don't fumble with the men's Money in the Bank this year. Still so mad they wasted it last year. Should have been LA or Jay instead of winning the Rumble. Yeah, wild stuff, man. I don't think anybody's predictions went as is for men's Money in the Bank. Thank you so much, CJ.
You gotta wonder what he's thinking. Does he?
We got Taylor Cannon in here. What's up, Taylor? Good to see you as always.
Because Theory lost to Sheamus a couple of weeks back.
Huge Waller subset chance.
There.
And nobody home. Sheamus shoulder first into the post.
Luis, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I've been wanting to, though, for sure. All right, we're back in 2 seconds. Here we go.
And I'm real interested to see where this relationship with Theory and Waller is, Pat, because
we got Austin Theory
and now Austin Theory's going to get changed.
Theory's making a lot of strange facial expressions out here as he watches Waller go after Sheamus. But Theory's the reason Waller's in control right now.
We got Austin Theory chant.
Waller also, I don't think, loving the fact that Austin's name's getting chanted.
Do not remember the last time we had Austin Theory chant.
Sheamus just ate that.
That's funny.
Sheamus up.
Infamous DJ1 is like, Theory chant? What? Kind of like Carson says, Austin Theory chant's wild. Megan says this crowd is wild. Oh my God, so funny.
Waller just trying to run away.
Nobody saw that coming.
And Austin Theory says, oh, they got it, not me.
We got Sarah here who says she had Taco Bell for dinner. Nice. Love Taco Bell.
Brutal. Chops to the chest of Grayson Waller.
Waller, oh, great move.
Raphael Smith says, wow.
Was he even able to breathe?
Tiger Claw says, okay, WWE totally piping in crowd noise. That's so unbelievable. We don't even believe that there's Austin Theory chant.
Contemplating everything right now.
We got Joe here who says that Theory's face turn is going to be epic.
Yeah, Waller looking for that rolling flatliner, and he caught him.
Austin says, Greenville not far from Atlanta, so they rock with Theory. Oh, okay, thank you for that.
The fact that Grayson is able to do that after the beating he took from Sheamus in the corner. Obviously a massive
October Horse says South supports their people. Sarah had chicken nuggets and grilled cheese. Oh, it said nuggets and grilled cheese burrito. Ooh, nice.
And Waller, a big smile on his face, realizing he is in control. Slowly taking his time, walking the second rope. Now Austin Theory, I don't know what Theory was doing.
Nice, a good knee.
I don't know, was that a distraction?
Hugh, thank you so much for joining the stream. I remember meeting you. That's in Ontario, California. I don't know if I'm going to be there. Ontario's a little bit of a drive. I don't have a car, so probably not, because every time I have to go to these shows, I have to borrow my grandma's car, and it's just too long of a drive. When I went to Ontario for New Japan, it took me an hour and a half to get there. I don't think I want to go through that again. Thank you, Matthew.
Seems like he gets stronger and stronger.
There's a second wind, a third wind. Oh, a little inverted guillotine here by Sheamus.
Yeah, Sheamus.
We got Terrence Matthews here who says, I'm kind of sad that Julius on SmackDown because I thought it was all leading to a four-way for the Women's World Championship. Now that's not happening. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. But at least she'll have some fun matchups there, like her and Nia, her and Tiffany, her and Naomi, maybe her and Jade. Like, there's some fun matchups to be had on the SmackDown side of things. Thank you, Terrence.
We haven't seen this in a while.
We got Brandon here, who's been a member for the DWO now for 2 years. Says, hey, how have you been? I've been good. Nice to see you come in here into the chat. Appreciate you popping in, man. And so far, as for Raw, I really love the women's match. That's been my favorite thing so far, to be honest.
Knocked out to the apron.
Thank you, Brandon.
Grayson Waller.
Waller putting up a fight here tonight against
Oh, don't tell me he's going to try to give Sheamus a little bit of his own medicine. Look at Sheamus. Like, nah, bro. Nah, this don't hit the same. You're crazy.
Usually have.
Buddy.
Sheamus now on the apron.
Like Stone Cold says. Or the way he does it, I can't do it the way Stone Cold does it.
Wow.
He just dropped him off the top rope.
Ben Big, thank you so much for the nice comment here. It's very cool of you. So far, the only thing blowing up right now is my Facebook page.
And Waller scoots out of harm's way.
I'm not ready for jokes yet, guys. It's too soon. It's too soon. I tried to make a joke about my terrible situation, and I felt myself stabbing myself in my own heart.
You don't quit. What do you mean? You wanted this.
Yo, you're
Well, the argument with Theory did not allow Waller to get out of harm's way.
they're not really
Sheamus
friends.
is going to make him pay
No.
right in front of Austin Theory, who has a bit of a grin on his face as the 10 beats of the tablet are being delivered by the Celtic Warrior.
Ooh!
Austin
Theory's
Austin
laughing.
Theory trying to give a motivational speech about our team never quitting.
At you, Grayson. At you. Shout out to Carrie, one of my favorite horror movies.
Kick.
Sayonara, Grayson Waller.
Sheamus.
All right, and now hopefully we really do get this breakup here with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, because I'm done wondering when this breakup's going to happen.
That Austin Theory is.
Tyler Hahn says, I felt that laughing through the pain moment.
Buddy Waller getting beat here tonight.
Yeah, he signed
Literally.
Waller up for this match. He tried to.
RT says, yeah, this
Give
match
him a
got
motivational
fun.
speech about not
I liked
quitting
when
I
liked when Grayson was trying to chop Sheamus, and Sheamus was like, no, buddy, no.
Grayson was thinking
That's
about
cute
leaving
that you
the
tried to
company.
do that, but no. I did like that
with him
part a whole lot.
Bro kicked in the face. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus with a huge win here on Monday Night Raw.
Sheamus getting better and better and better with banger after banger after banger.
I was about to say, what do you mean he's getting better? He's been wrestling for years. Why did he say it like that?
He's way more disciplined,
Well, I'm like,
strict,
yo.
and built much better than both of us.
Well, this is a big week because
Sheamus
two
has
friends
already
of
been
WWE,
really good.
Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers, Jalen Brunson.
All right,
of the New York
we got
Knicks,
CJ here who said, does
WWE
Sheamus
fans.
eventually take the
Face-off
IC
starting
title
Wednesday
belt
night
off
in the
of
Eastern
Dom?
Conference
A lot of
Finals
people have
of
been
the
wanting to see
NBA
him
playoffs. Pat from
complete
Indiana
that,
on
so
the massive
Sheamus
New York
might
Knicks
at
fan all the
some
way
point,
back
but I
in
don't know if it
73,
happens for
7 years
Dom,
old.
though.
I was at the
I
Garden
don't know.
watching the Knicks
I don't know
Live
when. I thought it was
championship
going to happen a
with
while
Pat. This is gonna
back.
make
I
a
did
bet
think
on
there was a
this.
shot that he was going to win the Intercontinental title, but then it just didn't happen, so we'll see.
Which they won't.
Thank you, CJ.
Pacers in 5, maybe 6. We'll see.
Well, what are you going to dress then?
I'll wear a full suit like a clock.
Okay, that's the bet. Well, earlier on today, Pat and I had the opportunity to talk to Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers via satellite from Indianapolis.
All right, let's see what we get out of this.
Welcome again, Tyrese. And, you know, I've been in these top secret recording sessions over the past couple of months, lending my voice to a very
Oh, this
special
feels very
character in the
Thunderdome
2K
era.
video game.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Tyrese Halliburton will be a part of the Dunks and Destruction package with the WWE 2K25 video game later this year. Congrats to you, Tyrese. This has to be a dream come true, my brother.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. Obviously, I got the opportunity to come and be in the Garden and experience that, and get in the ring a little bit. So I'm excited about being a playable character in the game, and yeah, it's gonna be super cool. So I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it.
You know, Tyrese, we showed some of the clips from you and Jalen Brunson getting into it. Jalen, of course, the star of the New York Knicks last June in SmackDown in Madison Square Garden. Did you ever think that the rivalry would get to this point where you're going to be in the Garden Wednesday night, just a few steps away from perhaps playing in your first ever NBA Finals?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that we would probably have to see the Knicks again down the line after that series last year, and I didn't know when, but I knew it would happen eventually. And here we are. So I'm excited about it. Obviously, this is a special rivalry that I'm excited to be a part of, and keep adding chapters to it. So I'm looking forward to it.
I love that we got both voices in this interview thus far. I also love the fact that you're in a video game for WWE, and he has his own commemorative merch right now at WWEshop.com. You got merch, you're in a video game. Now, in the near future, obviously, this rivalry with the New York Knicks, deep hatred between these two teams. How does it feel to be right in the middle of it, and how does it feel to be taking on the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, obviously this has been a special rivalry dating back to the 90s. It's like Rock Austin almost. Fans love this stuff. So I'm excited to be a part of it. Last year, I think that I didn't know what I was necessarily getting into. I knew it was just going to be a competitive series. And now understanding the hatred between the fan bases and how serious of a rivalry this is. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing against these guys again. It's going to be a fun series. And yeah, I'm ready.
So, Tyrese, hopefully by the time we get to Saturday night, which is an off day, the Knicks are going to be up 2-0.
Oh, shut up, Cole. You biased piece of trash. Don't you listen to this, Tyrese. You're making time for us out of your day. Don't listen to this trash bag.
But, Tyrese, I know you're going to be watching Saturday night's main event on NBC, and I want to ask you your prediction for the main event between Jey Uso and Logan Paul for the world title.
Yeah, so you guys know I was in the garden with Logan. Logan's my guy. He's also from Cleveland, just beat the Cavs, so he texts me, we text back and forth after that series as well. So I would love to say Logan, but I know where my heart lays right now. I know where I'm standing. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeah, I'm with Jey.
Okay.
I like to do that. Tyrese, congratulations.
All right.
And, good luck. In the
all
Eastern
right, I'm glad they wrapped it up. I was like, all right, we're on to the next thing, guys. I'm not really too up on this world, so I'm a little bit on the outside the bubble here.
Hotel in Indianapolis for a month.
Oh, on Pat's show today.
No, yeah, you did that though, out of your pocket. My show. You're a good man.
I think you should pay for it.
No,
does he live in a studio apartment? What does he do with all this money?
Yeah, Pat, you should pay for
guys,
it. Nonetheless,
I don't know.
Pat and I will be
I don't know
ringside
exactly
Saturday
what his
night
home
on NBC,
situation
streaming
is.
on Peacock, live nationwide, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. What a
Tiger
matchup.
Claw
CM
Gaming
Punk
says so
teaming
he
up with
gets more
Sami
promo
Zayn to
time on
take
Raw
on
than
Rollins
Braun.
and Breaker on Saturday
Oh
night.
man, Tony says I
Pat,
couldn't
how
care
about
less about the
this one?
NBA,
Not
but
for
I'm
the
from
title,
Indiana,
it's
so
about
go
respect.
Pacers.
It's John Cena and
Let's see what else we got here.
His childhood hero.
Huron
was
says,
John
get
Cena.
back to
He's
the
always
wrestling.
said,
I know. I
for
think
this
for
to
people
happen,
that are
on the
fans
one last
of the
time
NBA,
for John
they
Cena,
probably
it's a beautiful
enjoyed
thing.
this.
Our
But if
truth,
you're not a
that's
big
chance for
fan,
John
this
Cena's
probably
move.
wasn't for you.
Are you ready for this?
It was not really for me. I was just sitting here like, all right,
inside a steel
cool.
cage.
Let's see what happens
The only way
next.
it's gonna
I'm
stop these two men.
respectful, but that's
They're
about the
gonna
end of that.
destroy each other in that steel cage. And I can't wait to call it.
Super Pro says
And
you should be
Jey
up there,
Uso
Denise.
defends his World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul.
swear.
Will Paul win his first
We got
world title?
Moe Vest who
Tyrese
says, go New
Halliburton,
York, go New
who's an
York,
absolute
go.
legend in the making, says
Let's see what else
4
we got
letters,
here.
1 word. I think that's how a lot of people feel.
All at Saturday night's main event. Let's check in with Kathy Kelly now.
All right, let's see.
Thanks, Cole. Well, speaking of that match, I am here with the ring general, Gunther. Earlier tonight, you said you didn't care who won between Logan Paul and defending World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso this Saturday. But with others now targeting that championship, is your game plan different heading into June 9th?
Oh, we can't even get a word in without Seth interrupting here.
It's been a while. Been a while since we shared the same space. I just wanted to come here and let you know that the work you did with my World Heavyweight Championship, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good stuff. You know? You're a pretty good champ.
It's an interesting conclusion. I heard about the long-term plan. But for a visionary, Seth, you're pretty short-sighted. Because you're definitely not the long game around here. I am the future around here.
All right. I'll cut the crap. I came here out of professional courtesy for someone I thought I had respect for. So I'll give it to you straight. If you happen to find that World Heavyweight Championship around your waist again, you will be treated no different than anybody else. You will make yourself a target.
Well, I would hope so. I think every champion is a target because everyone wants
Please.
the titles.
I cannot wait. In fact, I am eagerly awaiting it.
Eagerly awaiting. You heard that, guys? Eagerly awaiting. I'm stealing that. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Who's in here? Who's in here?
Deals here tonight.
Oh, Rhea's up. Look at that. Look at that reaction. Oh, yay, it's time for the women's match. Cool. All right, this one should be also good. Kyrie, Rhea, and Zoe. So this should be fun. By the way, Rhea's entrance is a lot harder to do if you've ever tried it. I'm not sure how many of you guys have actually tried it. Bro, like that leg control that she has when she lifts her leg up and then slams it down. It is so much harder to make that look appealing in real life. I feel like my leg takes my whole body whenever I do it. Like I've tried it a few times and like my leg doesn't go all the way up. It gets stuck like 80% of the way up. It gets stuck and then afterwards it takes my whole body down. It's so weird. If you've never tried to do Rhea's entrance, I can't explain it unless you've actually tried to take it.
Netflix. What an opportunity. Mommy wants it all.
All right, we're going to a commercial break. They'll still probably do entrances, but let me see what everyone's saying here in the chat. Let me get some shout outs. We got Anthony Soli, who's here. We got Nick Steele. What's up, Nick Steele? We got Davion, who also predicts Rhea is taking the W.
Roof flew off of this place whenever she was shown on screen earlier, and
we got Chris Chaos in the building. We got James Satella. We got Miss WB Girl 2.
Electrifying.
Tanisha Hicks says Rhea's pop is awesome.
Massive star.
We got Anthony Soli. What's up, Anthony?
World champion.
What's happening? I said hello to. I'm scrolling. Oh, hey, what's up, Crazy Cool D?
Absolutely.
Did I say hi to you?
The Australian and
I might have. Just making sure. We also got Moopy Moops. What's up, Moopy Moops? Thank you so much for tuning in.
There's so much aura.
Andy Nershall says, I'd rather see the
so much
Rizzler.
grit.
Hey, the Rizzler's got wrist. How does he do a little thing like this?
Embody is Rhea Ripley.
I forgot how he does
Sorry,
it. I think he does it
Rhea
like this. Or
Bloody.
no, he doesn't do that. How does he do it? I think he does this. Whatever. It's still funny. I like the Rizzler. Let's see what else we got in here.
He's trying to throw
Let's go
her
into some
jacket,
more comments.
Yeah, I believe.
I think I'm caught up. All right, let me scroll back down.
I don't know. Her
I
jacket.
feel like I'm missing something.
Kind of the Rhea
Oh,
Ripley
yeah.
that
Tracy WV here says, Rhea leg slam. Yeah, would dislocate something. You got to do some good stretching first. Do some good stretching and then try the Rhea entrance because it's all in that leg control, bro. It's all there. If you don't have control of the leg, it's going to control you. Thank you, Tracy. Henry Kierman says, up for this awesome match coming up. October Horse says, Rizzler future mafia boss. Let's see. Aiden Lee here says, I love Kairi Sane and Zoe Stark, but there's no way in how they're beating mommy. Hey, what's up, Chris? Thank you so much for popping in. We got Andrea Price, Moneymaker Chris 2, Chris S. Oh, we got all the Chris's right now. Look at this. Look at this. Chris S, Moneymaker Chris, and Chris. Now, if CJ, if your first name is Chris, that'll be 4 Chris's. Right back to back, pretty much.
Active in those. Was doing her first ever. Talked to her earlier today. Believes she got a fresh start in WWE and wants to make
Chris's
a
in
move
one little chunk
tonight.
of chats here.
This version
Chris S, Chris Chaos, Moneymaker Chris,
has the chance to be
CJ, the C is pending.
champion. Zoe, as she
And then that's it. So
her
let's see. We'll wait for CJ. CJ, lie to us. Lie to us. Just kidding. Don't lie to us.
Alicia Taylor, I believe.
If your name's something else, then we'll obviously want to ignore. Christopher Snow says one more. We're already at what, like possibly 6. October Horse says Chris attack. Chris S the Chris
WWE
Club.
is coming to LA on Saturday, June 7th, where worlds collide at Kia Forum and Money in the Bank and Intuit Dome. Individual event tickets are on sale now.
Chris's in a row.
Via
What is
Ticketmaster.
this? We've never had so many people of one name in the chat ever. This is amazing. This is amazing. All right. That was the highlight of today's stream, guys. We can go home now.
Snickers are absolutely delicious.
It's all over from here. That's funny. October Horse says we hit our Chris
great.
quota. Chris says it's a Chris raid. Clown says that's a lot of Chris's.
Used to. Now I'm too fat. Welcome
Ben Nick
back.
says Chris Club 2025. Rowdy the Cat says it's just like AEW. Everyone has the same name. That's so funny. All right, here's Kyrie. Still the Pickle says the Chris Collective.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Shout out to
Kyrie
LRGXP
Sane
who's in the
returning
building.
to
And
action here
Melissa
on Monday Night
Cabello.
Raw
What's up,
tonight. She's
Melissa?
been out since December, where she suffered a horrific
That's so
hand
funny.
injury. I spoke to Kyrie earlier today.
Cool G says Chris like the Avengers. Sven Vic says, you get it, Chris. You get it, Chris.
Triple threat matchup tonight.
So funny.
To qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Alexa Bliss qualified on Friday Night SmackDown. Roxanne Perez qualified earlier tonight. 4 spots remain.
Kyrie is so
2 on
cool.
Raw, 2 on
I love her
SmackDown.
hair. I love her gear. I love her presence.
Gold coins.
Tiger Claw says, where's Chris Jericho?
Iron Box.
Infamous for her logo says Chris
And
Jericho
I
here.
patched it. There's
Moneymaker
homage
says
to
the
one
Chris's are
cameraman
taking
of ours at
over.
ringside.
So funny.
That one-eyed man can somehow do his job better than when he had 2. Kyrie Sane, welcome back.
Again, the rules of a triple threat match. First woman to gain pinfall or submission.
Tom
will
the Visionary
advance to
says,
the Money in
child,
the
she's
Bank
giving out
contract ladder match
coins.
2 weeks from Saturday in Los Angeles.
Yeah, she's adorable. Infamous DJ one says she got
Ripley
jacked.
Doesn't have gold around her waist.
Let me see.
She's
I
looking
haven't
to make
noticed.
that happen.
I got it.
As we saw
off
earlier
her
tonight, Matt,
jacket.
there are no countouts, no disqualifications in a triple threat match. Lyra Valkyria getting involved, costing Becky Lynch an opportunity to advance. Roxanne Perez defeating Natalia to move on. And now we're underway.
I need to look at her better. I haven't had a clear view of just her.
This will be
Of
a
just
physical
her.
one, I guarantee you.
It certainly will.
And Zoe Stark now.
Tracy VWV says Chris is the new
Picked up by
fax.
Rhea Ripley. Fast-paced action. Kyrie
So
Sane
funny.
sunset flip up over the top. Rhea Ripley.
Christopher Snow says, this is what my friends called me by my last name. Can't walk 6 feet without tripping over a Chris.
Zoe Stark with that. great
James
drop
Satella
kick.
says Chris rules
Very
the world.
athletic Zoe
On the
Stark.
bright
Listen,
side, there's
everybody have
always
the
a
same strategy.
keychain
Let's
with
come
your
out and see if
name
we can win this thing
at like
quick.
stores and stuff.
Zoe has been in 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches in her career. Kyrie Sane, Rhea Ripley looking to qualify for their first.
All right. I think this should be a good match too. So let's see what we get out of this.
100% of the time.
Happy to see Zoe back in the
in women's
ring.
division, when they capture the contract,
She's a
they
good
crown the
performer,
new world
too.
champion. Tiffany Stratton,
She
the
just
latest
doesn't have a
example of
story or a
that.
feud or anything right now.
Big shoulder tackle.
After the unfortunate loss of her
You're
two
legitimized forever
female mates.
in our industry, which is why Rhea Ripley is so beloved by everybody.
Nice leapfrog by Zoe. Rhea able to roll
Ooh,
through.
nice.
Great drop kick by Rhea. Showing off her athleticism in this match.
Rhea
is
looks
so
like a
focused.
video
Talked
game
to her earlier
character to
today.
me,
She understands
specifically
that
today
this
with
is an
this gear.
opportunity to
She
get
always
back to the
kind of
world
does,
title hunt.
has a cool look, but specifically more
Saw
so
her,
today.
staring down her tag partner last week, the
think
world
it's the
champion
gear.
Scott.
The little
Triple
details
threat, it's
in
hard
it.
to put an odds on favorite, but Rhea Ripley is favored in every match that she is in. For good.
Don the Visionary
Long
says
time.
she does.
Kyrie
Amen.
Sane will send Rhea across the ring.
Great to see Kyrie Sane back.
Yeah, Kyrie, a former
Don the Visionary says,
Two-time
sort of off
NXT
topic,
women's
been in love
champ.
with Zoe's hair lately, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
picture
like
here,
the
Kyrie
curls.
Sane.
I think they
one-time
really
NXT
add to her
women's
look.
tag champ.
Zoe
Now,
Stark.
Zoe went for the
Part of the
missile
whole,
drop kick.
package
I
of
believe
being a
Zoe may
WWE
have
wrestler
gotten
for
hurt. I
both the
believe
men
she
and the
hurt her
women.
knee when she came off
Ooh,
that top
I need a
rope. Zoe
replay of
Stark,
that.
The official
Of
now,
Zoe's,
Sean Bennett.
oh no,
is
I need a
checking on
replay.
Zoe Stark. Zoe may have blown her knee out.
Oh
The doctor now
no.
heading into the ring to check on Zoe. Zoe came off the top
Oh,
rope, trying to
shit.
hit Kyrie Sane with,
I need a
with that
replay.
sniper-like drop kick. Kyrie moving out of harm's way, and Zoe hit hard. And now the official, Sean Bennett, is going to back off the competitors so the doctor can deal with Zoe Stark. This is
Oh
a
no, who caught
tragic
the replay?
situation.
Who
Zoe
saw
has
it
had knee
happen?
injuries in the
Because
past.
I only caught the end. I didn't see the impact close enough. Oh shit, we're going to commercial break. All right, let's see what happens during the commercial break. Oh no, guys.
And again, the situation.
RT says, damn, that would be Zoe's luck. Rowdy the Cat says, oh no, that didn't look good. Xeno Ira says, oh no.
Zoe Stark landed awkwardly, coming off the top rope with that sniper missile drop kick. And I
Yeah,
believe
Dan says,
she
rewind
may
your
have
stream.
re-injured a knee that caused
Okay, let
her
me
many,
rewind
many
it since I don't know they're going to
problems.
play the
Zoe
replay.
Stark-
Hold on, I'm going to rewind it, then I'll come back to the live stream. Hold on.
is going to back off.
Hold on, I'm rewinding.
Zoe came off the for that missile
Oh,
drop.
crap. One more rewind. Hold on.
Champ.
All right, hold on.
Rhea Ripley
It's right here.
says,
Let me
"Out
see.
Here, Kyrie Sane
One-time NXT Women's Championship.
Okay, so Kyrie turns around.
So Zoe went for that missile
Oh,
drop
I need to
kick,
see that
and I
again.
believe Zoe may have gotten hurt. I believe.
Hold on. So she turns. It happens very, very quick. Hold on.
One-time NXT Women's Championship.
She turns.
Zoe
Zoe comes in. Okay, I see what happens here. Okay, so Zoe went in, and her
missile drop kick.
her right
I
leg
believe
like
Zoe may have gotten hurt. I believe she hurt her
caved
knee.
like
she
it
came
just
off
went
that
like
top
this.
rope. Zoe's hurt. The
All right, let me
official
go back
now.
to the live stream.
Everybody here sings that.
Okay, so they seem to have resumed the match with just Rhea and Kyrie.
For Zoe in her knee. Now, Rhea and Kyrie Sane.
Yeah, so yeah, when I
One-on-one match for a
rewinded,
shot
Kyrie turns around and it looked
Money in
like
the
Zoe
Bank.
was gonna go in for a kick, but then her right leg just like caves in. Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate, guys.
Rhea with a
Not
big
good at
elbow
all,
to
especially
Kyrie.
since we were just
Ripley with a
talking
big boot.
about
Now goes Kyrie Sane. And Rhea Ripley
her
fired up
future.
here.
Because obviously with her Sonya
certainly
and
is. It
Shayna
sells
being
Greenville.
gone and her being the
And again,
last
I
one of the
think that
group
fact
was
that this is now
obviously not.
one-on-one will favor
Ugh.
Rhea Ripley in this match. Again,
Yeah, double S,
Kyrie
such
Sane returning
terrible
to action
timing for
the first
Zoe.
time in
Literally
nearly
terrible
6
freaking
months.
timing.
She's taking the fight to Rhea now. Kyrie looks to be in tremendous shape as well.
Very, very sad to see. So it looks like they took her to the back.
Yeah, one of
Because
these
by the
women
time I
gonna
came
join
back to the
Alexa
live
Bliss
stream,
and
she was
Roxanne
gone
Perez
already
in the
after
Money
I
in the Bank
rewinded.
contract ladder match. Cover by Rhea. 1, 2. Kick out.
All right, we're back on the show.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, the situation here in Greenville, South Carolina is this triple threat match between Rhea Ripley, Kyrie Sane, and Zoe Stark is now a one-on-one match to qualify for the Money in the Bank contract ladder match. Zoe Stark, moments ago, tried to deliver that sniper missile drop kick off the top rope. She landed awkwardly, and the fear is she has re-injured a knee that was surgically repaired and kept her out of action for a number of months.
Oh, no.
Oh, and a fall away slam.
Yeah,
by
that does
Ripley.
not
We'll try to get
sound
you an update on
good.
Zoe whenever we can. Rhea now drags Kyrie back center of the ring, hook of the leg, kick out by Sane.
Poor Zoe, guys.
This is Kyrie's first
Corey
match.
MacArthur says,
since
so sad
December.
for Zoe. Dan says they carried her to the
Rhea
back.
Ripley on a mission, though. She
Oh,
wants
Sarah
another
says
crack
it
at the
just
world
they just went
title,
to the
and
back and it
easiest way
really
to
didn't
do
look good
that
at all.
is the Money
He
in the
says
Bank
Dr.
contract
carried it
ladder match.
out.
Now the
Chris
prison
says
lock.
Zoe,
This
no.
is a submission maneuver by Rhea.
All
And
right,
she's
well,
got Kyrie
let's
centered
see what we
in
get
ring.
here.
Kyrie
Rhea
tap
and
out.
Kyrie.
Rhea Ripley is a champion. She doesn't have gold. She's looking for it. Money in the Bank. There's a way to get it back. Kyrie Sane had no idea she had a one-on-one match with Rhea Ripley tonight. She thought this was going to be triple threat.
Yeah, and again, I think the fact that it's one-on-one definitely favors Rhea as Kyrie Sane returns to action for the first time in nearly 6 months.
Especially if you don't have time to prepare specifically for Rhea Ripley. Now, Kyrie Sane is back, and she looks fantastic.
And Kyrie into the corner.
Here we go. Kyrie said, what were you saying about Rhea Ripley?
Kyrie now top rope. The high flyer. Rhea Ripley looking to counter now. Both women slugging away here.
A headbutt from Kyrie Sane to Rhea Ripley.
Oh, Jesus.
Goodness, Rhea
What even
Ripley.
happened there?
Cover to advance. Kyrie
The
somehow
camera
gets
cut
her
happened
shoulder up.
so fast. I was like, what?
What a physical
It looked like
match
she got
this
her
has
legs
been.
up.
I mean,
Let me
a
see.
drop kick.
Oh, no, she hit her with the drop kick. Okay. It was kind of hard to tell because we were getting one camera angle, then it
Hitting her right
switched to
out
another
there.
camera angle, and I was
And
like,
again,
what?
You qualify
What?
for the Money in the Bank contract ladder
So,
match. You head to
yeah,
LA
it was
in
a
2
drop
weeks from
kick.
Saturday. You climb a ladder, you grab the contract.
We
That's inside
got
a briefcase.
by the
That
way, we got
contract gives you the opportunity
Tracy
to
WB
cash
who
in
said legs
any
on.
world
Oh, yeah, I already like
championship
that one. Nick Booth
opportunity
says, oh, Nick
anytime
Booth, new
you
member.
want.
What's up, Nick Booth? David Primero says trivia. All three
That was
women
really
were
good
tag
steak. We
teams with
talked
EO
about it earlier,
Sky.
Pat, if
Oh,
you
shit.
changed your life and your career.
CJ says, ironically swears Zoe
changes
injured
everything.
Kai a few months ago back.
In an instant.
I don't
Rhea Ripley's
remember
been there,
that,
done that a
CJ.
lot. And she's looking to get
But I
back.
tend to
Now
forget
looking for
stuff like
Riptide
that.
and
So
Kyrie Sane.
hopefully,
Try to put
I'm not.
Kyrie
Hopefully,
away.
I'm not sure.
Greenville
Actually, if
able to
anybody here remembers,
drop behind and
100%,
gets
let
it
us know.
backhand.
Thank you, CJ.
Spinning elbow by Kyrie Sane.
Now driving Rhea toward the corner. You can ask guys like Sheamus how it changes your career to cash in Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins did it at WrestleMania. Damian Priest as well as Kyrie Sane delivers a blow to Ripley.
And Tiffy time put herself into a different stratosphere.
Bailey did the same thing a few years prior. Io Sky as well. And now Kairi Sane, top rope, going to the insane elbow.
Oh, she got her legs up.
Counter.
Another massive boot, or boot, shall I say, to Kairi Sane coming from the top rope.
Boots, bro, boots.
Devastating enough to begin with, let alone when you're falling into
Hey, what's
the
up,
boots.
Brendo Boxer? Thank you so much for
From Rhea
popping
Ripley.
in.
Money in the Bank
Is at stake.
changes everything for you. One-on-one.
Men's qualifiers begin next week here on Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley delivers a right to Kairi Sane.
Just knocks Kairi down, and then she says, "Is that all you got?"
Again, both these women trying to qualify for their first ever Money in the Bank contract ladder match.
Big shots here. Jeez. Did you expect this from Kairi Sane?
Yeah, putting up the fight against Ripley.
Kind of exchanging some
Able to
blows here
advance, what
between
an
Rhea and
opportunity this would
Kairi.
be.
Doctor spinning
The
elbow. You trying to hit
headbutt,
it
guys,
twice.
always
No.
gets me from
Man.
Rhea.
Of a riptide.
It always looks like she sends people into other dimensions. And there it is. Rhea wins as expected. And she is headed to Money in the Bank. So now you got Rhea, Alexa, and Roxanne in this women's Money in the Bank. Yo, all favorites, all girls that
Rhea
are
Ripley
definite
now joins
favorites and
Roxanne
have huge fan
Perez and Alexa
bases.
Bliss, filling 3 of the 6 spots
Yo,
for Money in the
it's
Bank.
looking
What a match
good.
for
Women's
Rhea.
Money in the Bank
Once it became
is
a
looking
one-on-one
good
match,
so
we
far.
thought it favored Rhea Ripley, and Kairi Sane certainly put up a massive fight in her comeback. Since
All right,
December,
let me see. Give me 1 second,
Rhea
guys. I'm
Ripley
just starting a
stands
new
tall and is in
recording.
Money in the Bank, which I assume she thought
For
is how this
Chris
match
who
is
cuts
gonna end.
And again, more men's and
for
women's
Chris who
qualifying
cuts
matchups
my
Friday night on SmackDown. Men's and women's next
clips
week, of course,
on
Monday Night Raw.
Instagram.
Also want to send our
All right,
well
let's
wishes out to Zoe Stark, who was injured in this matchup here.
Oh
tonight.
no,
Well,
they just
you
said
know,
she was
tomorrow,
injured.
Sam Roberts and Megan
But
Morant
no
will
updates
dive
though
into
on
everything
anything
Monday Night
though.
Raw. It is, of course, the Raw
All right,
recap.
let me catch up
And
here with the
special
super
guest is
chats.
none
See what
other than
everyone's
Indiana
saying.
Pacers' Tyrese
We
Halliburton.
got
We'll
CJ
talk a lot
here who
more
says
about
with the
being
tag
a
match,
TK
Zoe
game
hit that
and, of
drop
course,
kick
the
hard on
NBA.
her. And then Kai was out, so
Happy more
basically
people
the
learn about
Intercontinental
Tyrese.
title
He's a great
tournament.
superstar.
Still today,
He's
it
incredible in
shows
our
up on my
city.
timeline.
In the
Oh
Pacers,
man, yeah, I did
all
not
about
remember
the
that,
battle
CJ.
that
So
is.
thank you so
We'll
much
see,
for
but
sending
next
this
week, Monday
in.
Night Raw
Thank
is
you,
gonna be
CJ.
in
I did
Tampa,
not remember
Florida,
that.
capping off what's going to be a great weekend in Tampa. And
Next week, Akira
I don't know
Tozawa
if
versus
Tozawa has
Rusev.
a death wish or not, but he's got to go one-on-one pack with
He said,
Rusev.
nice to see Kyrie
Rusev's on a
Hogan
mission to
finally
teach
lose
people to
a
stop
match. Yeah,
doing what they're
definitely
doing
not
and be their
Kyrie
true
Hogan.
selves,
Definitely
like he
not.
did when he left the company, he said. And that has
All
made him
right,
a very
let's see,
dangerous man.
They go one-on-one.
Yeah,
next
they
week
did fine.
on
Like,
Raw.
they did fine for what they did. Dan Lightby Jr. says that was an awesome match. It wasn't as good as the first women's qualifier tonight, but they did what obviously they could do. That was clearly not the match that they had planned, since, you know, they were planning to have Zoe in it. So it was fine for what it ended up being.
But you must be high.
David Primero says, "Missed the super chat." Oh, was it this one, David? This is the last one that I have. I did read this one. The all three women were in a tag team with Io Sky. Is this the one you're talking about? I did read this one, so you might have missed it when I read it. Unless there was another one, that's the latest one that I see here.
I was born.
Just want to make sure I didn't skip one.
Son of thunder. Who are you to challenge me? A weed until a blade. Now, you've got my attention and you've got a problem. You should have thanked me and walked away. Instead, you listened to them and not your brother. Remember, your ego might get you cheered, but your arrogance will get you slaughtered.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, thank you, David. Just wanted to make sure all was
Next
good.
week
All
on
right,
Monday
cool.
Night Raw, I will embrace your challenge with open arms. And after I beat you,
I can't believe we're getting a whole ass promo for this.
I am going to forgive.
Sorry, guys. I'm just
your
not all
stupidity.
interested in Rusev's return in WWE so far. Feels so, like, mismatched.
Yeah. Good luck, Cesaro.
All right, well, there's Braun.
Braun Breaker has his orders. Break Jey
Take them
Uso.
dogs out.
Seth Rollins says, make him pay because this is personal now. And for the World Heavyweight Champion,
Andy
Jey
Durso
Uso,
says that they just
it's
take
about
Miro's
revenge
AEW interviews.
and survival.
I didn't like.
Jey
I didn't care for them in
versus Braun
AEW
Breaker,
either. It just
live
was
on
not for
Netflix.
me. Tracy says Denise the picture for me like horrible. Wait, did they just upload a picture? Tracy, is it on Twitter? What happened? Did they post a picture of it on Twitter? Oh no. All right, let me see what we got here. Joseph Bosa says, Denise, what's your streaming schedule? I'll be here for NXT tomorrow. I don't know if I'm doing a watch along. I might just do the post show. I haven't seen the card yet. AEW, I'll be doing the watch along and review. Thursday, I may or may not be doing Collision. SmackDown, I will be here for SmackDown. I will not be here for Saturday night's main event, guys. Just heads up, I will not be here for Saturday night's main event. It's my little cousin's birthday, so I'm going to be attending that. And then the next day, I will be here for Double or Nothing streaming schedule for that. Thank you, Joseph, for asking.
And thank God for me.
Oh, we got a New Day
Each and
promo.
every one of you already know, I graduated from the greatest college in the world just right down the street, and that is Furman University.
Furman University. We got Issa David, who says, Denise, our girl Roxy is finally on the main roster. So happy. I just got home from work now and catching up. Oh, you're going to love her match. The women's triple threat, you're going to love it. It was a really, really good match and got lots of time, so you'll definitely enjoy that match. And I'm so happy Roxanne is on the main roster now. So yes, go enjoy that match. It's been the best thing that's happened on Monday Night Raw so far. So I think you will enjoy it, Issa. Thank you.
The teams here on Raw are very good, but let's be real. Once they're faced with any sort of
Chris Chaos says, I really like the Boo Day.
Like grandma's cookies. Yo,
Mike Rouse, I will be doing an NXT Battleground video. I will not be doing a watch along though, unfortunately.
It's nothing without Rey Mysterio, who just so happens to be on the shelf.
I haven't checked the times and what time the show starts, like what the schedule is. So if I look at that and it's possible, then great. But if not, then I'm just doing Double or Nothing.
We're explaining something. We're talking. A-Town down.
Louis says you keep letting birthdays stop your streams, and I thought you were a pro.
Waller's gonna kick Austin Theory's head straight off his shoulder.
If it was any other show, I would have definitely been like, no, for Saturday night. But it's Saturday night's main event, and I've tuned into all of them, and I haven't necessarily been too impressed. So I think I'm good. Missing Saturday night's main event. Well, not doing the watch along. I'm not gonna miss it. I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm gonna watch it afterwards.
Ivar's the star. That's right. Not Eric. All these
Which
teams,
actually, I have to figure out
really
how
matter.
I
The
can
only
watch
team that
Saturday
matters is
night's
your
main
boys
event
from New Day.
afterwards.
And you should thank God that you have us.
Thank God for the new
I don't even know how to watch shows after they happen since I watch everything live.
Hey, you know, what's your story with Step McMahon features sit-downs and people from all walks of life, sports, entertainment, business, and more.
Everyone's saying on the
To learn
Peacock.
story and
Oh,
hear their
yeah, I
journey.
can rewatch
This
on the
week's
Peacock.
guest,
Duh.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
All right, sorry.
What's your
it took
story
me a
this
second.
Thursday
I
on
was thinking
Step
about it.
Fans YouTube
No,
channel
wait.
or any audio platform
Oh, yes,
where you get your
Yes,
podcast.
okay. I think I should be good then on Peacock. All right, good.
Absolutely quality out there. Tens and eights, they needed to get it, and they got it. I love it. I knew you guys were going to win. I can't wait for Liv to come back from I love it. I love it.
Hold on. What is she doing here?
Oh, okay. What is happening?
Listen,
Will
guys,
she be joining?
Play nice.
Finn's, she's one of
We've
Finn's.
been chatting the last couple of weeks, and I just like to
Hey.
take a moment to formally introduce Roxanne Perez to the Judgment Day.
Is she in?
Because, you know, I've been thinking about what Dom said a couple of weeks ago about how we might need some more numbers around here.
Finn's so proud.
Liv is going to appreciate this.
I don't know if
have
she
me,
is, though.
JD, and Carlito all covering your back. But Raquel and Liv have no one.
I still think we should talk to Liv, especially with all the Judgment Days.
No. Listen. She's not a member of the Judgment Day. But, you know, sometimes we need a little help around here. And in that case, we have Roxanne.
Look, I'm just still trying to find my place here on Raw, and I really admire what you guys have done. And I got you guys presents.
Oh, she came with presents. She's in, bro. If she got Dom chicken nuggets, he's in. She's in. Oh, Dominic's falling in love. Carlito, apples, green apples. Oh, apples, just red apples. Okay, good. What did she get, Raquel?
We've been introduced. You've given us your presents. You can go now.
No. Where's Raquel's gift? She could have gotten her a bandana or some sunglasses or
Liv
something.
We'll hear about this.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, no. What if Dom goes from Rhea to Liv to
John Cena,
Roxanne?
Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch,
Dom's
Dominic
just out
Mysterio,
there
and Alexa Bliss are headed to Fanatics Fest. Don't miss your chance to get up close and personal with your favorite WWE superstars, along with a
man,
stacked
that's so
lineup of
funny.
athletes and celebrities.
I'm actually
including
really kind of
Tom
digging
Brady,
the idea
Kevin
of
Durant,
Roxanne being
Derek
in
Jeter,
the
Peyton Manning, and
in
many
the
more.
Judgment Day.
Fanatics Fest emanates from the Javits
All right,
Center,
let's
New
see
York
what we
City,
got here.
June 20th through 22nd.
We got
This
Dan
is one
Bridgman
show
who
the
says
WWE
Love Triangle.
universe does not want to miss,
Another
so secure your
one?
tickets now
I can see
at
it though.
fanaticsfest.com.
Look, I can see it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, busy weekend coming up.
I
for
can
us. Of
definitely
course,
see it
SmackDown is on
happening.
Friday night. The Pat
Did you
and I
see
will be
how
in Tampa
Dominic looked at
Saturday night.
Roxanne when
The
she
Saturday
gave
night's
him
main
those
event.
chicken
Tampa
nuggets?
next Monday,
Little hearts were
Memorial
coming out of
Day
his
to
eyes.
Monday Night Raw. And check
Thank you,
out what we
Dan.
got next week, Pat. More Money in the Bank qualifying matchups, including the start of the men's bracket
Lewis
here on
says
Raw.
he is
That's right,
dirty
you
Dom.
classify Money in the
Exactly.
Bank as one of the most
Since Tucker
important
says
nights
Dom, you
of
dirty
the
dog.
year for WWE superstars and qualifying matches.
Dom's really got
are
the dog in him.
abundance.
And
October
good
Horse
luck
says
to
Dom
Cesaro.
is living the dream.
Rusev's on a
Sean says Dom
warpath
easily
right now,
five
and
for
Cesaro's
reals,
next.
man.
And
Moy
good
Best
luck
will
to
be at
Cesaro, but
Fanatics
that
Fest.
feels like
Hell yeah, man.
Rusev's night.
And this could be fun. The world
Dad
tag
Like Me
titles
Jr.
on the
says
line.
that was
The
so funny.
New Day defending against
Infamous
both the
DJ says,
Creed
wow, how
brothers
is
of
Dom
American
getting the
Made
shorties?
the
I mean, Rio wasn't a
Raiders.
shorty, but
Triple
yeah, he's
threat
definitely
action
getting
for tag titles
possibly
next
Rhea. I mean, Roxanne. That's so funny. Plus, Dolce Agent says, how do you give a man chicken nuggets without barbecue sauce? Well, remember, Dom never, for whatever reason, never has any dipping with his chicken nuggets. I asked him about that. I was like, how come you never have any dip with your chicken nuggets, bro? And he didn't really have an answer for that. And then said he does hate ketchup, though. That we did find out. David Primero says, from right to left to right again. Rhea, Liv, Rox. Yeah. Oh yeah. RLR. Yeah. You're onto something, David. Victorio here says that Raquel doesn't play no shit tonight. I bet you she had a cool bandana or a cool sunglasses or Latina to Latina. You know what Roxanne should have done? Had she been smart about this, she would have gotten her some hot Cheetos. Had she gotten her some hot Cheetos, Raquel would have been like, shit, you're in, girl. You're in.
Not about defending the championship.
I would have let her in the group
Tonight
just
is
like
about
that. That's Latina kryptonite right there.
retribution, but more importantly for
So
Jey
anyways,
Uso, it's about
yeah, could
surviving.
have gotten her a gift too, and she would have been in.
To get to Saturday night's
Thank you,
main
Mitaru.
event, to get to Logan Paul, to get to that title defense.
This is life at the top, Jey Uso.
We got Spiky. What's up? Good. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Let's see what else we got. What's up to John Rivera? Thank you so much for coming in. He says the premise of Dom with a shorty like Roxanne is perfect storytelling to move on from Liv, from shorty to shorty. I think Liv Morgan is taller than Roxanne.
With a gold around his waist, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Shit. Is she? I think Liv would be like an inch or half an inch taller than Roxanne. So he would be going from like, he went from Rhea, who's this tall, to Liv, to Roxanne. He's just getting shorter and shorter.
Through every city.
That's so funny. That's so funny. We have Megan here who says, Denise, what's your site for merch? Two, I have a Big Cartel store. You can find the link in the description box below. And I also have a Pro Wrestling Tees store, and you can just search my name. So those are the two places to find some of my merch Thank you, Megan, for asking. Sheldon says Dom will fall for any woman who has chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. Yo, that's a fact.
Okay.
At this point, Jay Mosca says Liv is taller than Roxanne. Yeah, that's how I feel too. But not by much, though. Just a little bit.
San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds. He is the World Heavyweight Champion.
Louis says from shorty to more shorty. And Big Time Baxter, thank you so much for sending this in. I have not seen this stuff from Cora. Sending her some love. Obviously, she just went through like a heartbreak of, being released by WWE. So, but she's gonna bounce back. She really is gonna bounce back, though. I think she's been announced for some GCW dates. I think she'll get herself back into a groove. David Primero says after Roxanne, Dominic can jump to Lola Vice. No, he's got to find someone shorter than Roxanne. I don't know who's shorter than Roxanne. Oh, it's Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega is definitely shorter. Yeah. Zelina Vega, technically, if you want to go down by height, it would be Zelina. But if he wants to, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Lola Vice would be too scary. I feel like she would scare Dominic. She's got so much, attitude and fire. Thank you, David. We got Ryan Adams here who says Finn is the messy uncle. Yeah, for real. It's out here causing problems, bro. He is 100% here causing problems. That's the messy uncle right there.
You know, Pat, a lot has been made in the past couple of weeks about the weight of carrying the world championship and whether or not Jey Uso.
Thank you so much, Ryan Adams.
And the responsibility of being
Devon Dudley says Zelina 3 feet 2. Well, I'm telling you, Zelina's the only person who makes me look tall. Yeah, Eddie Nile is also very tiny. Yeah, she's also very tiny.
The weight of the title.
We got Infamous Radio Local here who says, run Denise, Dom's coming for you. Call Miss Denise Fatu.
Saturday night, he's got Logan
Pretty
Paul
taken, guys. I'm Jacob Fatu's AI wife, okay? I'm already spoken for, clearly.
That would be Gunther.
Infamous Radio Local, thank you so much for the super chat.
Will he be up for the challenge?
Shout out to HMPD, Josh Perry for joining the chat. RK Shuttleworth, what's up?
And for Breaker,
all right,
it is about
get into
breaking.
this match. Here we go. Main event time.
So tonight,
Jay versus Braun Breaker.
It was all business a couple of weeks ago when he faced Jey Uso for the world title.
And then don't forget that after this, I still have the post-show review with Santi. We'll be having a good time chatting about Monday Night Raw.
It changed from business to personal for Rollins.
I think the last person
I don't know why I felt the need to say Raw like that.
Just days before a world title defense would be Braun Breaker.
Yeah, Breaker with nothing to lose. It's not about winning this match for him. It's about
beating him down.
Yeah, destroying Uso. Seth Rollins very vocal tonight about making sure he's next in line after the Gunther title match 3 weeks from tonight.
Sean says main event already. It flew by.
Toe-to-toe with Breaker tonight. Driving Breaker up over the top.
I even had to take a second and look at the clock, and I'm like, oh yeah, 20 minutes left on the show.
Pressure. Jay showing up in the biggest way.
And Jay now, suicide dive, takes Breaker out. And I've been very impressed with the way Usos responded the past number of weeks.
Spend big and catalog. Raw. I want to work on that. I'm going to try to make my voice as deep as I possibly can because I have a very high-pitched voice. And I'm trying to, like, deepen it. So you got to really talk from, like, your stomach.
Wisdom for Jey Uso.
That's very, very hard to do.
No matter what happens the next few weeks, the world title is
I
coming
feel
back
this
to
is
Seth
the deepest that I can go.
Paul Heyman and
But can you imagine if I walked around talking like this all the time? That's the deepest my voice can go.
These old things around.
Honestly. And it hurts my stomach. I have to, like, in order to make that voice, I have to suck in my stomach in order to be able to speak like that. John Street, thank you so much. Thank you. Actually, underneath this, I have my Jey Uso shirt. Underneath this is the Jey Uso Hot Topic shirt. But I have the AC on right now, so I don't feel like taking off my sweater.
The tribal chief.
Roman Reigns.
Cadillac Carson says you sound like a vampire.
Oh,
man. Henry Kieran says it's crazy how fast time went. Yeah, I agree. CC Funk, what's up, CC Funk?
Do a little head game.
David Primero says Breaker versus Sheamus tanning match. Book a Triple H.
I love that to happen.
Yo.
Braun, breaks the count as he enters
If
the
Breaker
ring.
wins,
Your assessment
Sheamus
of
has to
Jay's
get a
title
Braun
reign so
Breaker
far, seems to
tan.
get more
If Braun
confident every
Breaker
week.
wins, he
gaining
can't get a
confidence. I
tan,
think
and
he's
he's got to
learning
be
what the position
Sheamus
means being
white.
the world champion. I think he's kind of
Thank you,
mastering it in
David.
his own
We got
way.
Mictaro here who says facts.
Obviously,
This
first
show has
time.
been great so far. It's been a fun show. Nothing super like crazy has happened on it, but it's been a fine show. It hasn't been bad in my opinion. Thank you so much, Mictaro.
Is it more difficult, Pat, to be the hunter or the hunted?
It depends what your pedigree is. I'd say Jey Uso's
Tyler Hahn
pedigree is
says, Denise, you need a
used to
voice
being at the
changer
top.
toy. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I've seen some of those.
You can be lonely up there. There's a lot of pressure, and everybody wants what you have.
Jay taking the fight to Breaker, and Heyman and company cannot be pleased with the fight they're seeing out of Jay tonight. Again, we mentioned Seth thought it was all business until Jay decided to align himself with Sami Zayn and CM Punk. Of course, Punk, a mortal rival of
Spike says, glad to be here for the show. Hell yeah,
Seth
man.
Rollins, and that's when
I'm
it
live
turned
every
things
week
around
for Monday
Seth
Night
and
Raw.
made it very personal.
And I'm live for
Hence the reason they had
Dynamite,
Breaker attack Jay last
SmackDown,
week.
except the last
I
2
think
weeks,
Seth's
all right?
gonna
But
find a
I'll be
reason
back.
to become
The
champion.
last 2 weeks I was
Especially
gone
the way him
because
and Paul have been operating. And
of
obviously,
my birthday and
hit
stuff,
the
but I'm
Braun
back
Breaker.
now, though, for this Friday.
Side headlock by the powerful
We
Breaker.
got Ryan Adams here who says, oh, so Raquel ignores all of Cardio's
5-tool
hints of
player.
liking her, but the second someone
Now,
gives
he
him an
can
apple, she
he can
smacks it
try.
out of his hand.
Do it
Hashtag
all.
noticing, hey, yo, you're right. I didn't even remember that because she's been so uninterested in Carlito. Like, I didn't even know if they were still doing that storyline because there's only been like
And what's
a
interesting about this
couple of
match
moments where
tonight,
they
Pat,
hinted
is
that
this is a
Carlito was
rivalry
interested in
renewed
her.
at the third
But hey,
time
the
these two have gone
second,
one-on-one.
like,
Back
one
in
woman gives
September,
attention.
remember, Jey Uso beat
You've
Braun
heard that
Breaker to
before,
win his
that
first
in order
singles
to, like,
championship, the Intercontinental
if you
title.
feel like you
Clothesline to the
aren't
breakneck
getting
speed.
a woman's attention, the second another woman gives you attention, you suddenly got the other woman's attention.
And then back in
It's a
October,
really great
Breaker
way
was
to get
beaten, so to win his
attention. Get
Intercontinental
another woman to
Championship
pay
back.
attention to you.
This time, no
And
titles on the line,
suddenly,
but it's
all of a
about
sudden, you're out here looking
physicality.
desirable. I think that's what's
At the same
happening to
time, he's
Carlito
garnered
and Raquel.
hundreds of millions,
so
if not
bad.
billions of views at this point for
That's
running
funny.
that speed.
Thank you,
off
Ryan
of those
Adams.
ropes and then
Thank you
spearing
for
people
pointing
in
that
half.
out.
I show
Big Time
Steve
Baxter says, happy belated
Carlito
birthday,
about
Denise.
that.
Thank you so much, Big Time
That's
Baxter.
basically anybody
I
that's
gotta
been on the
make
receiving end of his
my my wish list for the year of 33.
Yeah, he's
My
intense as they come.
every year I make goals for the year
Just
that I
like
want to
just about
accomplish.
everyone.
So I need to make them for age 33 to 34. So we'll see.
Well,
Thank you,
maybe
Big Time
less than
Baxter.
he sees.
Saif
All
Den
those
Super
talents,
says,
no doubt
hope
about
Dom and Liv
that.
stay
You
together
have to wonder
forever.
how long he's had his
Resist
eyes on
the
Braun
Nuggies.
Breaker.
Resist the Nuggets.
Boy,
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Roxanne
wow.
could go in there and
Breaker
charm her
intercepted
way
Uso
through.
with a slam.
All she needs
Hook
to
to the
do,
leg,
you
kick
know,
out
it'd
by
be
the
really
champ.
funny if every week she brought him like
Second
different chicken
generation.
nuggets, like Wendy's chicken nuggets,
WWE
McDonald's chicken nuggets,
superstar wrestler.
and just chicken nuggets from every single place, or chicken
Second
strips, right? Chicken
generation.
strips or chicken nuggets from every place. That would be pretty funny. Thank you, Saif.
Now Breaker having his way with
We got David
Jey
Primero who
Uso.
says, have you
Braun
seen
Breaker's in
Braun
the
as a
NFL.
kid? I think
Braun
they showed it on
Breaker,
IG. Are you still doing
freak
NXT
athlete.
watch alongs or post shows? We miss you on Tuesdays.
Absolute
Yes,
freak athlete.
I'm still doing NXT post shows. I only missed one week.
father.
I will be back this week. The only week I missed was last week. But this week I am definitely back for the post show. I don't do watch alongs often for NXT unless it's a big show. So I think tomorrow will just be the post show.
Champion, twice NXT.
Or who
one-time
knows? It is
NXT
the
tag
go home
champ.
show for
Big
Battleground. So
belly-to-belly throw by
once I take
Breaker.
a look at the card, I'll decide whether or not
Got
it's a
all of it. I
watch
think
along
up to
kind
the
of
side
show
of it,
or
Jey Uso might have been
a
able to
post show
wiggle his
review
way
kind of
out
show.
of the
I
grip
always
there
like to look at
from
the
Braun
card for
Breaker.
NXT before I make
Paul
any
Heyman continues
decisions.
to motivate.
Thank you, David.
I'll tell you what, having Paul Heyman select you
Sven Big says heart-shaped
is a
chicken nuggets.
massive ordeal.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, absolutely incredible. Changes everything.
We got
And think
David
about Jey
Kaplan
Uso
here.
having
Says, hey,
the-
Denise, I thought your last group of interviews were some of your best. Saraya was so funny. Was that your first time meeting her? Happy birthday.
Uso's got a world
Thank you,
title
David.
defense on Saturday
I've
night.
actually
against
interviewed
Logan Paul.
Saraya back
Now
in
she's trying to survive here tonight over
2019.
Braun on Breaker.
I interviewed her when
Uso showing some
was it
guts.
2019? Oh shit, or was it 2018? No, I think it was 2019. It was whenever the SmackDown Fox debut was, because she was at that carpet, and I interviewed her on that carpet when she was a Paige, and so I interviewed her there, and then I also asked her like a question on one of the AEW pressers, and then. Did I ask her a question, or was I just there? Sorry, I don't remember if I actually asked her a question or if I was just there. I might have just been there. But I had interviewed her one-on-one before, but it was just very, very quick. And so yeah, no, she was very, very nice.
That's what Logan Paul was certainly hoping for.
I saw her post about a fan trying to kiss her at the signing. I don't know if that happened after I left, because I was only there for a few hours. So I'm not sure when it happened, but I don't want to say I'm not surprised, but I am surprised at the exact same time I am, and then I'm not, you know, because sometimes people just take it a little too far and they get very, very excited, you know, a little too excited if you ask me. You know, can't be going around kissing people or trying to kiss people that you don't know or anything or have their permission to do so. But yeah, she had a very popular line. Mick Foley's line was like nonstop. That man's line did not stop at all.
This dog is about to jump by 20 feet.
Woo! Nice. Yeah, I would say Mick had the most popular line, and then Saraya, and then Mickey, and then Booker in terms of like just overall consistency of the line. And so I was kind of like waiting around for like their lines to die down. I waited 2.5 hours for Mick's line to go down, and then finally Mick was like, I don't think this line's going down. I'm like, no, I'm like, you just tell me whenever you want to do the interview. And he was like, okay, he's out after that guy, and he's after him, we'll do the interview, because I had been waiting literally for 2.5 hours. I was just standing there like, la, la, la. This interview will happen. I mean,
I don't know how the hell either one.
I interviewed Booker when his line stopped. Interviewed Saraya when her line stopped. Interviewed Mickey's when hers paused. And then finally got Thank you so much, David.
Oh my God. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that.
Well, maybe you should have put up that sign.
Tony says, who in their right mind would even attempt to try to kiss a stranger? Yo, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
He opened the door. Braun came in.
And nonetheless,
Clown says, whenever I meet talent, I keep my hands at my sides for pictures that the talent wants to make contact. Okay, but my hands stay down.
Yeah. I don't know. My chair's missing a wheel. And now Braun Breaker is putting Jey Uso up on the top.
I don't know what would propel someone to just try to kiss someone without their approval, you know?
Going for a superplex. Jey Uso.
He was, but Jay's able to block now.
Great defense by Jey Uso up there.
Ista says, thanks for getting my name right. Happy birthday, BTW. And yes, great match. Roxy won. I don't like her new theme song, though.
Jay delivered the
yeah, she did so good, though, in that match. And what a great victory for her. I'm so glad she's in the Money in the Bank, honestly. I'm so thrilled for her. Now I really do feel like there's a chance she could win. But then you got some big players in there. You got Rhea so far, Alexa. I don't know who else is in the other qualifiers. Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know they did announce qualifiers for SmackDown already. I know Julia's in one, and I forget who's in the match though, or who the other one is. But I know that they did announce 2 already for the qualifiers. Thank you, Issa.
Title against Logan Paul.
Jey Uso, Braun Breaker. Deep.
Oh, thank you, JB. It's Julia, Charlotte, and Zelina. Okay. Yeah, I remember I was looking at that for, but I had forgotten off the top of my head who was in it.
Well, Jey Uso's going to take his invitation. Breaker doesn't not like that at all. Up goes Jey Uso, lands on his feet. Jey with a right hand, and now both men exchanging blows. Again, this is not about a championship. It's about Breaker breaking Uso down.
Punched the grill out of his mouth.
Is that what that was?
He lost a tooth, something. Big shot from these two.
One more. Oh,
Breaker
never mind.
with
I
a
was about to
knee.
say yeet. I was so
Jay
wrong.
somehow still on his feet. Insecurity caught Braun.
Jay's jaw.
And Breaker went for a clothesline. Off the ropes now. Pop up. Samoa
Nice,
drop.
that was cool.
Main event, Jey Uso for the victory.
Yes, like here says, do you also watch AEW? Yes, I do actually. I cover AEW every Wednesday. So feel free to hop on in and check out the streams. We do watch-alongs and reviews for
Precision
Dynamite.
offense by the World Heavyweight
Hey, what's up,
Champion.
Leo Moroy? He's in the building. What's up,
Jey
Leo?
Uso showing his medal tonight.
Yes, it is.
And Paul Heyman maybe beginning to turn into a believer when it comes to Jey Uso.
Tiger Claw Gaming says, what is the discourse over Julia's braids on Twitter? Anyone know? That's a discourse?
Jay, top
no
rope
idea.
Breaker's going to meet him there.
Fill me in on that because I'm not
Breaker again able to
at
quell the
all
momentum.
up to date with any of that.
Hits Jay in the head. Loses his balance now.
Tony
Braun
Angel
Breaker's
says, I've
climbing
already
out.
seen people tweet rocks dumb. Oh, to tell you guys,
Do this
guys,
earlier, I
I'm
believe.
kind of on board with the idea, all right?
And again, Jay able to
Roxy dumb.
counter.
Great defense
I'm
yet again by
shipping
Jey
it, okay?
Uso. That could have been bad for our world champion. Oh, wait a minute!
Frankensteiner.
Frankensteiner!
Yeet.
On. Uso down. Breaker cover. Near fall for Breaker.
The Steiner family's athleticism.
You know what would be so
knows
funny
no
if they did a
bounds.
back and forth like Braun
Earlier, he leaped
and
from the
Jay,
ring
and every time
over
like
our
Braun
commentary
hit Jay, the crowd barked, and every
climbs the
time Jay
ropes.
hit Braun, they yeeted.
So easily
Like,
240, 250.
Yeet. That was so
This guy's a
stupid.
specimen.
I don't know why I was thinking about that.
Tense as they come. And I believe he's about to make an example of Jey Uso here.
Oh,
Over a spear, he ran into a super kick. Jay front into the cover. Another near fall by Uso.
Tiger Claw says apparently there's some discourse that Julia having
got it
braids is
three.
culturally insensitive.
With the
I
way
have no
Braun
idea
Breaker
beyond
fell after
that.
getting kicked,
Oh dear, I have no
we
idea
all
either.
thought
I don't think I'm the right person to
Braun
answer
was
that.
done.
Again, being able to dig down deep.
Remty says, is Jay wearing two pairs of
championship.
socks? I don't know. Let me
Do it
check.
against all odds.
How can you
Oh,
tell
Evan
someone's
looking
wearing
on.
two socks?
Scared to death.
No,
for
I just
Braun
think he
Breaker,
has
it looks like.
long socks and they like scrunch up a little bit.
Jey Uso. Oh, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, Paul up on the apron.
I can't imagine that wearing two socks would seem very uncomfortable.
That allows Breaker to
That does not feel
again,
comfortable at
Breaker with
all.
his
The
steel
idea of
chair
wearing
now.
two
What's that
socks.
all about? The bottom line is this. This isn't about winning the match. This is about destroying Uso. Jay intercepts Breaker. And Paul Heyman again
Jey Uso too quick for Braun Breaker in
trying
his
to,
chair.
trying to provide that distraction, Pat. And almost cost Jay. Oh, and Paul Heyman just grabbed Uso's foot. The official
on,
Roger
Paulie.
Potter never saw it. But Heyman got involved again, and Uso's
I'm
like,
acting
"All
innocent.
right, enough of this.
Paul
It
Heyman's
wasn't
been
me.
Standing ringside for decades. Knows
Saw
every
you
trick in
pulling
the
on
game.
Jay's leg.
Jey
It
Uso
wasn't me.
is about to give Paul Heyman what he deserves.
Oh, Paul Heyman. All right.
Okay, Paul.
Come on, Paul, you ain't gonna do
Oh, it's from
shit.
behind. Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah,
Seth
that's-
freaking Rollins. That'll be a disqualification. Heyman suckered Uso in, and Rollins struck.
Why?
I mean,
Sorry, I'm
vintage
so
Paul
immature.
Heyman
I'm so immature.
with Seth freaking Rollins.
Those pants do not fit you, Seth.
Now the
You
beneficiary.
need a belt,
Well,
bruh.
Paul Heyman suckered in Jey Uso. Rollins is able to attack.
Oh, well, Jey Uso says, I don't give a damn. I'll fight you all.
Yeah, but the problem is it's 2-on-1 now. The problem is Breaker's back involved. Rollins said
All right,
this
I'm
is
assuming
personal.
Sammy's
He
gonna
wants
run out there
Breaker to
since he
just
said he
put
was
it
gonna
down
have,
Jey Uso. Doesn't
he was
give a
gonna
damn
have,
about Jay's
Jay's
title
back.
defense on Saturday.
Who's got some help?
Let's go.
Sami Zayn is here.
We got Punker? Nah, what's going on? Well, we got huge CM Punk chance, so clearly I wasn't the only one thinking about it. There he is. Louis says Seth bought. Seth had to pull his pants up. Spence says Seth bought those pants at Baby Gap. Yeah. Ronnie the Cat says, ironically, those are the most normal pants Seth has worn in years. RT says Seth's pants are holding on for dear life. The cult of personality.
Punk and Sammy, Seth and Breaker. And Punk and Sammy hold serve.
They're still fighting Cole.
Yeah, the brawl continues. Again, these four mix it up. Saturday night's main event.
Oh, damn, Braun. I like how he just like leaped on to Sammy's back. He was like a jumping spider.
Danger, Sammy and CM Punk on the same page.
I agree, Tanisha says, love the serenade. Nat says, say his name and I believe in CM Punk.
Punk's gonna get back into the fray.
There's Punk.
Here comes Punk. Pat, what a night it's gonna be. We're gonna have a ringside seat. Saturday night.
Seth had the exact same pants as that girl that was standing there. They have the same pants.
Everybody thinks they're
girl.
saving the entire show.
That's funny.
Seth freaking Rollins, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a pair of those. Oh, I forgot about Logan.
For a fourth time, KO's the champion. With all that's transpired tonight, Logan Paul may not be the only one that Jey Uso has to worry about. Saturday night.
That was not cute at all. Not see that? That was not cute. What am I seeing? That was not visually appealing for me. Oh, man. I don't know what's happening anymore, guys. I don't know what's happening. They're wilding on this freaking show. All right. BTW, we still got our post show to get into. As always, it takes a few minutes. I'm going to wait for Santi to take some time to finish his stream, and then he'll pop in just a bit. But before we get into everything here, you guys know the drill. Let's please show some love over to Blue Chew, our sponsor here. Make sure to if you use Blue Chew, go to bluechew.com and use that promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Denise. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code Denise. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Alrighty, everyone. I am back here. I'm still waiting for Santi. He usually takes a few minutes, and then when he pops in, we'll go ahead and get the podcast version of the show started. Usually during this time, I call this Denise's stalling time. I should probably make a graphic for Denise's stalling time. Good idea. I will work on that. But in the meantime, let me get into some of the comments, guys. Send in your thoughts on what you guys thought about Raw, and I will pull some of those up while I stall. Let's do this. Come on. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got Conception who says, chew it and do it. Hey, yo, you know what to do, man. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh my gosh. We got all right, we got JJ Castillo. We got okay, let me start here. We got JJ Castillo who says that was a solid episode today. Crowd was amazing. Yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed, by the way, was how good the crowd was today. Like they pretty much like cheered and reacted for like everything that happened on the show today. I thought they were very, very strong. So yeah, I agree. We got Jonathan here who says pretty good episode. CC Funk says, thanks for the great time, Denise. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, we got David Zaldivar in the building. What's up, David? We got Ahmed Adel, who's been a DWO member now for 2 months. Thank you so much, Ahmed. He says, it sucks what happened to Zoe. I hope she's okay. Dude, I feel so bad for Zoe, man. I'm gonna feel so bad, like, once they make, like, more details on, like, you know, the severity of her injury. We still don't know yet. So that was super unfortunate, especially since we were just sitting here being like, okay, you know, she no longer has her 2 tag team partners that she had, Sonya and Shayna. She hasn't had a story in a long time, and people were, you know, kind of nervous for her and nervous for her future on WWE because you don't know anymore these days. Like you could be gone and you just don't know. And so we were literally just talking about that. And then suddenly, you know, we're watching this match and she gets injured and we're just like, oh, worst timing ever. But hopefully, I mean, it didn't look good. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked, but I mean, we really just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure there'll be details out pretty soon on that. But yeah, just very, very unfortunate for Zoe. Like, we hadn't even seen her wrestle on Raw in a really long time. So it really sucks all around, guys. Really, really sucks. She's such a nice person too. I've interviewed her a couple of times and she's a very cool, nice person. So you just never want things like this to happen to anybody, especially when someone's future already feels like, you know, somewhat uncertain. But hopefully all is okay. Hopefully all is okay. We got Lewis here who says, I'm still sad Kyrie last. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't expecting Kyrie to take the win. I wasn't even expecting originally for either Zoe or Kyrie to take the win. And the reason being that, hey, like, we haven't really seen them on TV, and we know it's going to be Rhea Ripley. We got Matt99 Rich who says, love that Roxanne won. Been waiting for her moment. Great matches all around. That's a fact, man. I do think there's a strong possibility that she could win Money in the Bank. And what a moment. Can you imagine if she won Money in the Bank and she actually had a successful cash in? What a way to kick off the year. Like, she could have a year like Tiffany Stratton, where, if you guys recall, Tiffany Stratton got to the main roster and things happened for her, boom, 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 pretty fast, man. So I feel like that could be a situation for Roxanne. I mean, she's had that kind of run on NXT when she came into NXT. Things happened for her very fast there too. So can you imagine how much fast like they can happen for her over on the main roster? We'll see, but it's a possibility. We got Kel Anthony who says, I'm happy for Roxanne and love that Becky and Lyra will continue their feud. 100% agree. We got October Horse here who says Roxanne had a good showing, and guess what? That's a fact, bro. All right, I'm gonna get annoying with that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Star Brit 70 here who says pretty good episode. Prayers up to Zoe. And we got Tracy WV who also thought today was a great night, solid episode. By the way, for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm just stalling till Santi gets in here. Once he gets in here, we'll start the official post show. So in the meantime, just send in some comments and I'll pull up some and see what everybody is saying. Yes, unfortunately, Tanisha Hicks says Zoe was crying and couldn't walk out. Very, very scary, guys. Don't even want to know what that must feel like, because it's very, very terrifying. And you know, like, the second you have an injury like that, you just know, like, you hear a pop, you just feel it. And I've never been injured like that, or, you know, because I don't do anything, but the point is, though, that everybody that I've ever spoken to that has gone through any sort of injury, like, they know it, like, right on the spot. You just feel it, and it's freaking unfortunate, man. And you know, when you're an athlete, like, you know that stuff. So yeah. Oh, hey guys, Santi's in here. We're gonna get the party started. What's up, Santi?
Hey, what's the 411? How's it going?
It's going good. I'm feeling good. Good to see you. Let's get
Likewise.
started. All right, here we go. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Monday, May 19th, and it's a fact that you're here in the stream. It's a fact that Denise is here with Santi Zap, and it's a fact that we're about to talk about Monday Night Raw, and I'm not going to do that anymore because it's incredibly annoying. What's up,
Lots of
Santi?
facts. Lots of facts tonight. Everyone was dealing facts left, right, and center.
Dude, it was driving me crazy. At one point, like once Paul started doing it, I'm thinking, yo, this has got to stop now. And then what's worse is that I started to do it because it was annoying me. And then I annoyed myself. And it was just a nonstop sort of cycle that I got into.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that was a little over the top. You know, like when sometimes WWE is guilty of this when they find something that's like kind of cool, they kind of like dive like way too deep into it. It's like it was cool the first time. Let's stop.
I think they do that all the time, honestly. At this point, it's a thing that we see nonstop. But let's get to it, Santi. Before we break down what went down here on the show, I do kind of want to get your overall thoughts on how you felt about Raw as the whole today.
It felt like we were definitely building towards a lesser show. It definitely felt that way, with the build being towards Saturday night's main event. But I thought it was an entertaining show. I liked it from an in-ring standpoint. It's the same reason why I liked the last episode of Friday Night SmackDown. It was so focused on the wrestling portion of WWE, and I can't hate on that. Like, we got a lot of good matches, lots of in-ring action, but nothing that like moved the needle like dramatically in terms of like some major story beat happening or anything like that.
No, I mean, unless you count like that really creepy ending with Logan Paul staring at us with blood in his mouth and that tongue movement at the end of the show.
Why was he
Like,
bleeding?
no.
Did he just finish flossing or something?
I was wondering the same thing. He just popped in and had blood on his teeth, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. Maybe something I don't know what happened, but
My chat is suggesting gingivitis. Get that checked out. You should not be bleeding from the gums that easily.
All right, now we're all concerned, or I was going to say we're all concerned for Logan Paul's dental, but I don't think anybody here would really sign up to be concerned for Logan Paul's dental, unfortunately. All right, well, let's get to it. I want to actually kick off the night with, because here's the thing, you mentioned that this was a good wrestling night, and it was. I thought that the best match of the night that we got today was the women's first qualifier that we got for the Money in the Bank. So I want to start there. Natalya, Roxanne Perez, Becky Lynch. There's some new movement here. Julia on SmackDown announced that she's officially a SmackDown superstar. And then today, right before Raw started, it was announced that Roxanne Perez is officially a Raw superstar. And we ended up getting this match. They got a good amount of time. All three women freaking killed it in this, and a maybe surprised, not so surprised victory for Roxanne Perez. Santi, how did you feel seeing, first of all, Roxanne and Julia split into different brands, and then this match and Roxanne Perez and her winning?
I think I don't really have too many thoughts right now on the separation of Julia and Roxanne. I'm glad they're separated. I didn't want them to be a shoehorn tag team act. They are designed to be single stars. So let them attempt to be single stars. Allow them to sink or swim, fail, succeed as single stars, because that's what they're designed to be. So I'm happy that they got split up. We'll see how I feel about Julia specifically being on SmackDown. I guess I'll reserve judgment there, but I'm glad that they're separated. I thought that this match was awesome. I did, however, and this is me as somebody that's watched wrestling as long as I have, I called that script from the very beginning. I'm like, okay, all right, so let me connect some obvious dots. Becky Lynch is going to get attacked by Lyra Valkyria, and Roxanne Perez is going to pin Natalya, because that's the main reason Natalya's there, to take the pin for somebody. And that's exactly how it turned out. But even though it was predictable as hell, I thought the match was really entertaining. I actually think Natalya was the best in-ring performer out of all of them there. She was so good, pulling out some great stuff. I thought that she was just in her bag of moves. Maybe all of this work that she's doing in the Indies and NWA is just like rejuvenating her from an in-ring perspective, because I thought she looked fantastic. But it was clear as day that she was going to be the one taking the pin here.
I think rejuvenated is the right word, Santi, because right now Natalia has kind of been doing a lot of stuff where she's doing outside projects, like working with other companies wrestling wise, but she's also like, she's doing Busted Open. She's also doing a book. So she's doing so many different stuff. And sometimes when things like that happen, you tend to have like a different pep in your step. And I feel like Natalia, she was kind of in the same spot for a very long time where they would just sporadically put her in matches here and there, but she really wasn't given like a big story or anything super major. So now the fact that she is sort of part of something, I feel like it's giving her this new creative flow, this new creative energy, and you're seeing that unfold in her matchup, which is probably why you felt that way. I think for me, what I liked about this match, I had mentioned that I felt like they gave it a lot of time. And the part that I liked the most, though, was that we got a good amount of time for every single combination that you could have, right? Natalia and Roxanne, Natalia and Becky, Becky and Roxanne. All of them had those moments to really put on like a little mini wrestling match within the actual match. And that was the part that I enjoyed too. So, and like you said, I think for the most part, it was pretty predictable, right? You could process of elimination. Becky and Lyra are going to continue their whole spiel. But Natalia, she's a great wrestler, but you kind of knew like, okay, this is Roxanne's moment, which is phenomenal because now she joins Alexa Bliss, and then later on we would find out Rhea Ripley. Now, with this next match for the women's qualifier, unfortunately, things went in a different direction. We had Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, and Zoe Stark. Santi, right before this, we were all talking about how like poor Zoe, she lost Shayna, she lost Sonya, and she was the only one left of PFC, and she hasn't been seen on TV since. There's no storyline for her. We hadn't even seen her in a match, and people were like, dude, like it's kind of, you would be nervous if you're Zoe. Like, you don't know what your future is going to hold in WWE. She goes out there, she's doing the match, and then unfortunately, she attempts a missile dropkick. And in that point, you just see her, like, her whole right leg just completely collapse. I had to go back and rewind because it happened so quickly. And they go to commercial break and they take her out. You know, she's obviously emotional as she's being taken out by a doctor. And the match finishes off with Rhea and Kairi, and Rhea obviously taking the win. I think Rhea was going to take the win regardless, but I mean, how'd you feel, man, seeing what we saw unfold?
Yeah, obviously, first and foremost, the most important thing here is Zoe Stark. Like that is just awful. The worst possible thing that could happen to you as a performer, you know, just happened to her. I can only presume that this is going to be a very, very lengthy injury. We're probably not going to see her for north of a year. If I'm kind of connecting dots with things like how Charlotte's ACL, Ilya Dragunov's ACL kept them northwards of 12 months plus, the way that this ended up, I got to imagine that that's going to end up being the same case for Zoe Stark. So obviously you got to feel for her. Like you mentioned, it's kind of been a snowball of just sort of bad news, but just kind of piling on, and this is kind of like the coup de grace of all of that. That aside, the injury is also the worst possible thing that could have happened in that triple threat match, because Zoe Stark, much like Natalia, was clearly there to take the pin, because I don't believe that WWE intended to have Kairi Sane return to the WWE. They hyped it up only for her to be pinned by Rhea Ripley. They just were sort of put and forced into that position. I have to imagine that Rhea was going to go over by pinning Zoe Stark, not pinning Kairi Sane. So this injury by proxy also really hurt the presentation of Kairi Sane's return as well.
No, it definitely did. And like, even with that, like once Zoe was eliminated from this matchup, I started to, you know, pay even closer attention, because obviously that was going to change the entire dynamic of the match, and everything that was already, you know, set in stone, you know, clearly had to change. I mean, good thing is that both of these girls are professionals and are trained for situations like this, but still, I mean, like the match was fine. It didn't come anywhere near what the first women's qualifier was, but again, that was unfortunately due to these circumstances that unfolded here. And it sucks to think of the idea of Zoe being gone for a year, because even like for someone like her, Santi, like she still didn't have a lot of buzz behind her. She still didn't have, for example, when like Cora Jade was out, Cora Jade had a lot of fans, right? Like it had time to accumulate some excitement, so that, you know, unfortunately, if you were gone, you would people would be really, really waiting and hoping for your return and all of that. And of course, the fans are, but she still hadn't had the opportunity, I think, to really gain a lot more fans, which is very, very unfortunate for Zoe. She's so cool, man. So hopefully this isn't, I hate to say this because I think this sounds naive. I want to say hopefully it isn't as bad as it looked. But come on, we've been here. This is a hard sport, and you know that injuries like this happen. So I can't even say it. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked, but hey, with that being said, though, we now got Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Roxanne Perez. And I'm looking at this, Santi, and I'm thinking, dude, those are all girls that are very, very popular in their own way. I feel like all of these girls' fans are going to be very, very passionate about who should win here. But we do have another qualifier coming up. Charlotte, Julia, and Zelina is taking place on SmackDown. Did they announce another one? I feel like I'm missing one. No, it's just that one, right?
I
For the
think
women?
it's just that one that's properly
Okay.
announced.
So based off of what you're seeing right now, how are you feeling about the direction that we're heading in for the women's Money in the Bank?
The women's Money in the Bank is to me like anyone could win this. I feel like when it comes to the men, I'm like, I can kind of boil this down to two people, probably like LA Knight or Solo Sikoa is kind of like the tea leaves that I'm reading. But with the women, I'm like, man, you could go the simple route and give this to Rhea, but like she doesn't need it. She could just waltz in and get a world title opportunity, and everybody would just be like, yeah, that makes sense. But I would love for them to be bold and go with like a Roxanne or a Julia or like somebody brand new. That'd be so cool. I want them to look at what they managed to do with Tiffany Stratton, which is to create a new star on the main roster, one of your pillars of the women's division. And the big start for that happened with her winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I hope that they look at what they did with Tiffany Stratton and are encouraged and motivated to try and replicate that success with a brand new star.
And I think people like new. That's one of the things that I've noticed. And I think that's part of the reason why there's so many times where I'll talk to fans and I'll ask them like, hey, what's your favorite show right now? You have no idea, Santi, how many people will say NXT. And I'm like, really? Over Raw and SmackDown? And there's a lot of people that will tell me they genuinely enjoy NXT more certain weeks. And I feel like a part of that is people love new. People love cheering for new wrestlers, new superstars. They love to get behind people. And I think that the people will get behind the idea of a Julia winning, of a Roxanne winning. And I'm so glad you mentioned Tiffany Stratton because I see that for Roxanne Perez. She came into NXT and very quickly found success. She won pretty much everything that you could possibly win on NXT at that point in a very, very quick amount of time. And I can see her having a similar direction to Tiffany Stratton, who came in, got the Money in the Bank, became champion, found success. Like you said, I can see that happening for Roxanne Perez. And I think right now, just the matches that we've seen her in, she's just been, I don't want to say, she's not necessarily out wrestling people, but she is matching the aura and the energy and the wrestling skills of girls that have been on the main roster for a lot longer. Like she doesn't look shaken to her core when she's in the finals with Charlotte Flair, when she's in the Elimination Chamber, when she's in a match with Rhea or Natalya or Becky. Like she's got a steady hand. She does not look like she's nervous about any of this. So that to me feels like she's comfortable, she's ready. And then on top of that, it looks like she may be joining the Judgment Day. And look, here's a controversial one, Santi. I know you love Dominic Mysterio, but I kind of like hear me out. Do not cancel me. I really like the idea of kind of Dominic and Roxanne Perez becoming a thing. I'm sorry. I'm shipping that idea. Did you see the twinkle in his eye when Roxanne gave him the chicken nuggets?
I think it's a twinkle in her eye. All right. The
No,
prize
it's
is
Dominic's
him.
eye. Bro, I could see that shit glowing.
Am I down for this? Absolutely. Am I surprised? No. That all of the ladies are surrounding this heartthrob, this Latino heat, Dominic Mysterio, trying to win his heart over with, by the way, those were not tendies. Those were chicken nuggets. That is an entirely different strata of chicken formity of food. I'm just saying she needs to do her research a little bit more if she wants to gain her access to Dom's heart.
But I feel like chicken nuggets, chicken strips, they all fall in the same
No,
category.
stop
like
it.
you
No,
can
no,
love
no.
them either or. As a chicken strip lover, Santi, I order chicken strips everywhere. I will order chicken strips, chicken nuggets, it doesn't matter, chicken tendies, however you want to see
Okay,
them.
all right.
They're all in the same
You're a
wheelhouse for
chicken
me.
strip lover.
Yes,
What if both are on the menu? Chicken strips or chicken nuggets?
chicken strips.
So they're not the same thing. Because otherwise your answer would have been like, surprise me. It doesn't matter.
They're
There is
hardly
a
ever
difference.
on the same menu. Only I think what Taco Bell might be. No, wait, actually, never mind. I think doesn't McDonald's also have chicken strips?
That's why they don't have them on the same menu, because you can only be one or the other. You can't house both. You either have to be Team Nuggy or Team Tendy.
No, he likes both. I remember him eating chicken strips when he was with Rhea. I remember they were in that restaurant that one time.
Yeah, chicken
he ordered
tendies.
strips. He didn't say tendies or nuggets. He said strips.
Okay, but strips or tendies?
Okay. So then what do you say?
But
he's eating chicken nuggets.
But tendies are not nuggets.
But he's eating chicken nuggets. I've seen him eat chicken nuggets.
Okay, but like I also eat broccoli. It's not my favorite thing. Just because I eat it doesn't mean it's the thing that identifies me. What identifies Dominic Mysterio is chicky tendies. Tendies.
Look, Santi, he was happy. He had a twinkle in his eye. I'm now on board with Rock's Dom or whatever.
Listen, I get it. He's happy, but like if I ask for a Diet Coke and I get Diet Pepsi, I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna be, yeah, this is pretty good, but it's not exactly the thing I love.
No, he was happy. He loved it. I think he's gonna fall for Roxanne. Oh, and did you notice that when she gave Carlito the apples, Raquel wasn't too thrilled about that either?
I know. So maybe this is going to be a situation of like the toy that she wasn't playing with. Now some other kid is going to come along and take the toy. Now she's going to get jealous. Classic female, by the way. I've seen this play out too many damn times. All right. Classic.
I was literally telling everybody, if you want to get attention from a girl you're not getting attention from, a good start would be to get attention from another girl and hopes that that'll make her jealous and be like, like, no, like I'm the one that he's supposed to be paying attention to. All of a sudden, you're going to look a little bit more desirable. I don't make the rules, okay? This is just the way it works.
That's why I said classic. It's like I've been in this situation enough times to know. I'm like, I've seen this play out.
You know how she could have won Raquel over, by the way? Latina to Latina. She should have gotten her a bag of hot Cheetos, bro. Had she gotten her a bag of hot Cheetos, Raquel would have been like, girl, come here, bestie. Let's hug it out. They would have been perfect and she would have been in the group. But either way, I'm excited. I think that Roxanne kind of fits in very nicely here. At first, I wasn't so sure, but after seeing them all together and seeing how happy and how proud Finn was, I kind of liked this.
No,
I'm
yeah,
kind of on
I'm with you.
board
I like
here.
the idea. I like the idea of it. I was actually thinking initially that it was going to be Finn Balor separating and creating a new group with him, JD McDonough, Julia, and Roxanne. That's where I thought things were going to go. But I'm interested. I'm curious to see how Liv Morgan is going to react to all of this. Obviously, that's going to be the big story point here.
Ooh, you know what would be good? If we saw a segment where like Liv came back and you're seeing Dominic and Roxanne Perez having a conversation in Spanish without Liv. And she's like, like, what are they talking about? But they're talking about something totally innocent, but Liv doesn't know it. They can have fun with that.
Does Roxanne speak Spanish? She screams a no sabo kind of person.
Oh no. She a no sabo kid?
I think she screams no sabo.
A little bit of no sabo kid? And
What's
Dom
that?
knows a little bit of Spanish, right?
Dom's Spanish has been pretty good. Every time I see him in Spanish interviews, I'm like, no, this guy speaks Spanish.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not really too sure on her level, but I don't know. I'm sure she could spill out a couple words. Either way, they should make it happen. I would laugh so hard at that. All right, we got a couple of super chats. Let's see what the people are saying. We got Mintaro here who says this post-show episode is sponsored by Facts, where Denise is going to spill promo facts in Santi's face. You see it? That's facts right there. That I'm on board with. Thank you, McTaro. We got AJ Trips who says, keep effing that chicken. Denise and Santi.
That's my outro line. Keep effing that chicken.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bob Ross Jr. says, Roxy on Monday Night Raw, Julia on SmackDown. So who is winning? Stephanie Vaquer. Sweepstakes bidding war. Like I could see one of the GMs trying to bribe her by offering her a title shot. All right, let me think about this here. Roxy on Monday Night Raw, Julia on SmackDown. Who is winning the Stephanie Vaquera sweepstakes bidding war? So I did kind of feel like Stephanie would be possibly defeating Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace would be defeating Stephanie, and Stephanie possibly going to the main roster. Dude, we've been seeing her on Raw a whole lot. I would kind of want her on Raw. I think we need more women on Raw.
I would agree. I think Raw is the better fit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Thank you, Bob Ross Jr. Good question. We got John Taylor, who says facts. I didn't watch Raw, but I did listen to Denise's watch along. And fact, I'm here to support Denise and Santi. Let's go, guys. Keep dropping them facts, man. We're on board. Thank you, John. We got Livin' Rocks here, who says, we finally got our Rocks win. Poor girl missed her cue with dive out to the wing. Notice Becky called her over, Roxy, and she had a slip on Pop Rocks, but she had babyface chance and Pops. I didn't even notice those two spots that you just mentioned right now of her kind of messing those up, or maybe not getting the timing on those. I didn't notice, and I think that's good in a way because I feel like she has such confidence in the ring, Santi. Even if she does have a little mishap or something, she knows how to mask it very well to where you could easily not catch those things. But yeah, Roxanne had been on a little bit of a losing streak, and people were kind of getting upset, being like, are you guys killing Roxanne's buzz by not having her win that often?
Yeah, I didn't notice this error or this mistake. When you're a pro at your job, people tend to not notice these things. Like I remember, like when in my old corporate job in sales, I would have this script, and I would screw up the script, and in my mind, my anchor was like, well, the person on the other side doesn't know what the script is. I'm just keep going. I'm just keep moving forward. They won't be like, ha ha, I'm not buying from you, you bum. You screwed up your script. It's not how it works.
Yeah, that's exactly it right there. Thank you, Livin' Rocks. We got Casey Poole here, who said, sad there was no Karrion Kross, but don't let Santi shame you for not liking Karrion a few weeks ago. He used to make fun of Sancho for not liking him. See, you know what? I'm starting to think, Santi, that you're just the first person to be on the gatekeeping committee so that you don't get gatekeeped to yourself. Did that make sense? I just feel you're first on board to gatekeep the people. Well, I'm still not even trying to be a Karrion Kross fan, man. I'm still waiting for the man to be on TV.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible because I'm exaggerating here, but I don't think that I'm exaggerating that much. That segment with Tyrese Halliburton, the whole Tyrese Halliburton basketball player, kind of cool that a year ago we had you and that other dude from the team that you're about to face in the same ring. Kind of crazy. You're now going to be in WWE 2K. You have really nice teeth, Tyrese Halliburton. He had really nice teeth. I'm pretty sure that segment was longer than all of the cumulative time that we've gotten Karrion Kross on screen since WrestleMania. I don't think that's an over-exaggeration. I genuinely think that I might be right.
I think you might be right too, unless you count maybe some of his promos that he had during the commercial breaks early on in the year. Or was
he had like two for a minute. That segment ran for 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yo, dude. Okay, now I did kind of feel a little bit, I'm not really too big on like the NBA or anything like that. Like I'll watch casually, right? But I'm not super big on it. I don't know how fans felt about this. I feel like the fans that don't really care, they just did not give a shit about this.
I don't think anybody gave a shit. Like I have a pretty like sports multifaceted audience. I have a lot of people that like the NBA, football, etc. Because from time to time I cover multiple sports. And all of the NBA fans that were in my stream are like, this is a complete waste of time. Complete and utter waste of time. They're not building up to anything to tell us that he's going to be in 2K. No one cared. NBA fan, WWE fan, Venn diagram of those that meets together. No one gave a shit about this.
Yo, I feel bad because I was watching the interview, but I was literally thinking of everything else. You know what I was thinking about during this? I was thinking about his setup. I don't know why. That's all I was looking at.
That's a content creator in you. What mic? What is that headset? Because I did the same thing. I'm like, what is that's a clean looking headset?
I was looking at his couch. I was looking at his frames. I was looking at his TV and his furniture.
It's so
That's
funny
what I was
because
looking at.
that angle, that camera angle that he had is so corporate sales. That's the exact same camera angle that I had when I would do like
No.
corporate sales calls. 100%. Like that is a classic corporate Zoom call angle.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking about how the way that the interview was shot, it reminded me of the pandemic era, where with no fans in the audience, nobody behind Pat McAfee or Michael Cole, and then having to do the Zoom call over it and knowing that it's not live and it's all pre-recorded. This felt pandemic era to me, and then my brain just went in a whole different direction. I started thinking about like, oh, that's not really what I expected his house to look like.
Yeah, they actually showed all of the people that cared about this segment were there. They were all just behind Pat McAfee and Michael Cole.
Oh man. Anyways, that happened. It felt weird. It didn't feel like it belonged on the show. We got the Champ 39 who says, imagine Dom cheating Liv with Roxanne. Look, Dom Santi, you hate to hear this, but he's not necessarily the loyal type, all right?
First of
He's
all,
got the
are
dog
you
in him.
take that shit back?
He's got the
What
dog
did you
in him,
watch last
Santi.
year? That was the most loyal man ever. Do you not understand that 99.99999% of men would have folded at Liv Morgan's first attempt? She tried like 80 times. Like 80 times. And then Rhea comes back and is awful to Dom after all of the times that Dom was able to resist the succubus that was Liv Morgan. And you're going to sit here and tell me that he was unfaithful, that he has some sort of disloyal bone upon him? Curse you.
No. Okay. First
Wrong.
of all, no. Okay. I know the men here are like, yeah, for sure. Absolutely not. First of all, Rhea was mad at Dominic because she has eyes and she was seeing what was happening. All right.
What was happening was a man being tempted with the sweetest nectar, the sweetest fruit, and him turning it away.
He didn't even try to fight it. When she was straddling him, he was just there like, hee.
Oh, what are you supposed to do? You
move away?
No.
Woman,
As a man, that's a different story. That's a different story because then you're putting hands on her, and then all of a sudden this becomes a violent thing, and then all of a sudden you're the evil one.
Santi, I'm saying him going, no, you cannot do this. I'm taken. Get
He
off
did
of me.
so many times.
No, he did not.
Yes, he
was
did.
Barely like, oh no. Like he was
Now, that is
there
crazy.
all
That's crazy.
letting it
That
happen.
was the most. That to me showed a foundation of trust that I've never seen in a man before.
No, that to me showed, okay, because first of all, it was like he made the decision right away. You can tell that he made the decision within the first attempt there.
Crazy.
How is it that he kept finding himself in these situations with Liv Morgan? No, he wanted Liv Morgan from the very beginning, and he just made it seem he just wanted to hurt Rhea further and hurt her when it really mattered. You can tell it was all in his eyes, and you're seeing it right now with Roxanne. It's all in his eyes.
It's insane how wrong you are about this. It's insane how and it's alarming how right you think you are. But you are so
right.
off base, so wrong in everything you just said.
100% Team Rhea on that, okay? And Dominic Mysterio was not loyal. All right, we got MSQ here who says, y'all know Dom's a chicken nugget connoisseur, right? Thank you, MSQ. We got Sin City Saint who says, Roxanne left and Dom was staring towards her as she walked away. Wonder what he was looking at.
That's a lot of assumptions. All right. Assumptions get people killed in an investigation. I learned that from the new hit show. I forgot what the show is. Hang on. What is it? Reacher on Netflix. No, Prime.
Okay. Look, the point is, look, all she did was give him chicken nuggets. And already he's looking at her gawking. Shame. Victaro here says, don't forget Dom is still a chicken nugget slut. Oh, yeah, that's right. He is a chicken nugget slut. You're right, Victaro. We got MSQ here who says Roxy argued in Spanish with Vaquer. I don't remember that too well.
I think she just called her a pendeja. I don't think it was more than that.
Oh, I don't really remember that.
Maybe.
All right, I got to remember that for a second. We got Kaden Crawford here who says Roxy was amazing tonight. Roxy in the bank. I think it can happen, honestly. We got Steven Marchuli who says, what if the twist is Finn and Liv are together?
What would you say then? All right. What would you
What
say
is
then? Would you still
happening?
slander the name of Dominic Mysterio?
No, because Liv's actions have nothing to do with Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio's actions have to do with Dominic Mysterio's action. This isn't like a, oh, well, she cheated first, so I can cheat too type of thing. No.
He didn't cheat.
He cheated on Rhea.
She basically threw him to the curb. That was a breakup. Oh my God. Are you the type that thinks that Ross and Rachel were not on a break?
Okay, first of all, I'm 100% team Rachel on that.
Oh, my God.
Ross should not have gone and done that. Okay?
They were on
He
a
was
break.
wrong.
And that is like
he was wrong, though. He was wrong to do that
quintessential
because Rachel,
free pass.
Santi, Rachel had given her heart, her mind, her body, her soul, her love to this man, and they're barely like on bad terms for like a split second,
Yeah,
and then he goes
were on a
right
break.
away. Okay, so what? That just means he should automatically go with another woman?
No, it means it's
He should
allowed.
be-
It means
no,
it's allowed.
He should be at home crying, sulking, watching a sad movie because Rachel and him are no longer. This is not, he didn't even wait that long.
They were on a break. All right. It's not about how long you're on a break. It's if you are on a break, it's fair game.
No, no.
Don't go on a break then. Don't go on a
100%
break.
Disagree.
No, Rachel was just mad that Ross won the break. That's what it is. He won the break.
Winning the break?
He won the
He just
break. That's how it
betrayed her.
is.
Him going with that girl right after this whole thing with Rachel, that just kind of showed like disrespect towards Rachel. Like you're supposed to take a second. It's like if your wife dies and then 2 days later you're
That
with
is
another
not
woman.
the same.
No,
That is
well,
not
it's
the
to
same. Your
me,
wife
Santi.
dying compared to a break of a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and you want to compare it to the
This is
death
a
of your
deep
beloved
relationship.
wife?
Santi, this was a deep relationship, and he just basically said that it didn't matter that much to him by going with the copy machine girl.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
No.
We are
No.
on polar opposites of the love spectrum here.
We should do it. Fuck, we're not going to talk about Raw no more. Let's just have people call in, tell us their relationship problems, and then we'll give them advice. That should be the real show.
Fellas, if we do this, do not listen to a single thing she just said. You will live a miserable single life.
No, you will keep the woman you're with forever if you really want her by listening to me.
Wild.
Had Ross not fucked up, him and Rachel would have been back together a lot sooner.
Did they end up together?
How many years later?
But answer the question. Why are you answering the question with a question? I just
they
asked a
did
very
end up
simple
back
question.
Together, but after like
I
hell and
rest my
back,
case, Your
but they would
Honor.
have been
They
together
still
way
ended
sooner
up
than that.
together. So therefore, they were on a break, Your Honor. Nothing wrong here happened with my client.
MSQ here says Rhea, Liv, Tiffy, and now Roxy Dom adding to his roster. I told you, Dom's got that dog in him. Sin City Stain here says WWE Games keeps pushing celebs and now NBA players in their 2K games. Fans mostly are unhappy with this, yet they continue to do it. Why? I think they think that's what the fans want, that it's cool and it's a crossover, and WWE really wants to be mainstream. And I think that's why they keep doing it. But the fans, they get 2K games because they just want to play with the wrestlers, you know?
Yeah, I don't think this is for the fans that exist. I think that this is an attempt to find new fans, Sin City Saint.
We got JC Mania here who says, instead of say his name and he appears for tonight's edition, it's say the date and he appears. Lol, I know you know you know.
May 19th.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, was it See No Evil with Kane? Yep. Yeah. I remember I went to go watch that in the theaters. It was my my birthday event for that year. Whenever year it came out in, that's what I did for my birthday that year.
Nice. Yeah, I think it was like 2006.
Okay, so then that's what I was doing in 2006. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, hey, Denise, what happened to you on Friday night? Missed you. Did you notice that we don't get all the entrances anymore? AJ came during commercial break. Well, yeah, because they have the, you know, the no commercials on Netflix and stuff like that. And then Friday, I was in San Diego. So that's why I wasn't on the stream. Thank you, Anthony, for asking. Thank you, I was about to say San Diego instead of Santi.
You know what San Diego means, right, Denise?
What do you mean?
Know what it means?
Like Santo, like Santo Diego?
No, it's a German word. I believe it's a whale's vagina.
What? What are you talking about?
This is so much more uncomfortable now that I realize you've never seen Anchorman.
No, there's a reason why I've never seen Anchorman.
Why?
Oh, I'm gonna bum the chat out right now. Okay,
Okay.
so I it's actually wrestling related, but bad wrestling related. I think I've told the story before of why I never watched Anchorman. I came home from school one day and I started watching Anchorman, and then news broke that Chris Benoit had died and his family and
Wild.
everything. And I stopped watching Anchorman, and then I never got back to watching Anchorman ever again. And then the rest is history. That's why I never watched Anchorman. I never finished watching it. I learned the news while I was watching Anchorman.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you learned one of the worst pieces of news in the history of this beautiful sport that we watch while watching Will Ferrell's Anchorman.
Exactly. And I never finished watching the movie. So it was just like, oh my God. So yeah, really bad. So yeah, no, sorry, I didn't get your joke, and I ruined the whole mood of
He's
the
trying
whole
to
stream.
explain that San Diego means a whale's vagina, and she's like, no, I'm pretty sure it just means Saint Diego. He's
Yeah,
like, well,
no, you had me second guessing. I'm like, why wouldn't anyone ever tell me that San Diego was about a whale's vagina?
it's a whale's vagina.
That doesn't even make sense. How would that even be possible? And why
It
would
doesn't
they
make
continue
sense.
to honor
That's the
the
joke.
city? Oh my God. All right. Bob Rush Jr. says people who the IWC hate: Jey Uso, TKO, Rhea Ripley, Triple H, Santi Zap, Tony Khan, Nikita Lyons, Donald Trump, Logan, Jake Paul, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest. A wild list, not gonna lie. Okay, first of all, Santi, why are you on this list?
Why aren't you on this list?
Been on this list. Have you not seen what's happened to me multiple times?
Yeah. No, they just don't like me because I have an opinion that's not theirs, and because I have a fault. It's a truth. It's dumb because like I have an opinion about wrestling, as simple as I like this or I don't like this, and because I have a following, they seem to think that my opinion somehow carries more weight. It doesn't, because everyone that watches me also has their own opinion, and they're within their right to agree with it, disagree with it. But what I've learned is that the weirdos on Twitter in the internet wrestling community don't have proper social filters. They don't know how to say I disagree with you or I agree with you. They just know 0 to 60 how to be a complete colossal fucking loser that loses their mind when somebody disagrees with them over something as silly as professional wrestling. I have zero respect for people on Twitter that crash out over my opinions. You guys are bum sheeps, and when you post my clips out of context, I laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you. Santi's gonna laugh at you. Yeah, it's scary. It is what it is. I don't even want to get into it. It's just like one of those things that you just have to live with, you know? You're famous, Santi.
I mean, you're so famous that people are trying to hack you.
Dude, and success they did. This, yeah.
How? Do you know how it happened?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, that's fine. I just wanted to know.
It's so bad.
Did you know how it happened? All right.
Yeah, I know how it happened. It was terrible. It sucked. And there's been other things that I've never spoken about that have happened being in this specific line of work that I've never spoken about publicly. And it's one of those things that I'm just like, you know what? Don't say it, because if you say the things that happen to you, sometimes I fear that they will, like, copycats will try to do it again,
Sure.
or they'll do it to other creators by like getting other ideas and things like that. So I just keep it to myself at this point and try to solve things. But the Facebook thing, that one's like just totally different situation. That one's just like general hacker, not like pro wrestling hacker, like just general hacker in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's the shits though. I'm probably gonna have to start from the beginning at zero everything. And what's worse is that, you know, I tried to create a new Facebook page today, and Facebook automatically flagged and suspended my account because they think I'm impersonating Denise Salcedo. And so I have to try to find a way to create a page without them bringing me down.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah, it's
insane.
horrible. It's horrible. And I don't even know if I'm getting my paycheck this month, which is also horrible. So I've just been like hella depressed about it. Anyways, Bob Raj Jr., thank you so much for the love. We got Larice Johnson here who says Dom and Roxanne would be a good couple. I love it. Thank you, Larice. We got Dayton Romel here who says after those chicken tendies, Dom is going to join up with Roxanne by the summer. See, Santi, everyone knows his track record, and his track record is not loyal. We got McTaro here who says, so talk about facts. Denise's promo facts is better than Logan Paul's promo. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. The real YouTuber that should be on. Just kidding. All right, we got Shehab Caesar here who says Grayson Waller and the New Day up to something. So there was a second where they were shown backstage just kind of like walking together. And then we did see Sheamus versus Grayson Waller. Obviously, he beat the lights out of him. We got an Austin Theory chant tonight, Santi. I was blown away by that.
Austin Theory. I'm telling you, he's there's something there. I think that there's something there. He's still really young. I think that there's still a ceiling that needs to be explored with Austin Theory.
We got MSQ here who says Santi defending Dom, even though he helps Rhea's enemy win the title that she was forced to vacate because she got injured by that same enemy. You see what I'm saying? This case is writing itself, Santi.
That's crazy. Nah, man, you are gaslighting these fools.
We got David Primero here who says Raquel likes rocks. She's mad because she got no gift. See, I told you she should have given her a gift and she would have been in. David Primero also says Denise went to San Diego for Dominic. Liv is watching. Oh, yeah, for sure. I was in the 619 trying to get my mullet, man. All right, Sin City Saint here says Denise clicked a video link of Dom eating chicken nuggets and someone hacked her account from the link. I wish that was how it happened. Thank you, Sin City Saint. I appreciate you. All right, with that being said, all right, there's other things we got to get into on the show. Logan Paul and Gunther had a little back and forth at the top of the show. And this was basically, I think, just so that people wouldn't feel like this was dead set on that. We know that this is going to be
literally
Jay retaining and then Jay versus Gunther the following Monday.
That's literally all it was. And I called it out too. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're just doing this to try and make you believe that Logan might have a chance of winning at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, that's exactly what that felt like. I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't anything too crazy. All right, the Judgment Day versus Penta and AJ Styles. I was really enjoying this match. This was actually the match that I've most enjoyed out of Finn Balor and JD McDonough in a very long time. But like all the Penta's recent matches have ended with El Grande Americano hitting him with the freaking thing that he has in his forehead inside his mask. And to Finn Balor finally gets a win. If anybody was stressed out about that, that's something to be happy about, I guess.
Yeah, we're going from Finn Balor to Penta. It seems like Penta is now on a bit of a losing streak here. Funny to point out, both Lucha Brothers pinned and lost within the last 5 days.
Let me tell you something,
Is the singles experiment with these guys over?
I feel... First of all, Rey Fenix should 100% be in that damn ladder match.
Agreed.
I don't know how this is not. I don't even want to get into that. Secondly, I don't know if it should be a failed experiment because I don't think that WWE necessarily knows how to really push for guys like Penta and Rey Fenix. That's where I think the mishap was at. And I mean, when you have Penta constantly losing matches like this, you're just like, all right, clearly he's going to have to be the one now to take the mask off of Grande Americano. If not, then this is all going to be a waste. And then with Rey Fenix, he's just been out there like in random matches. I think they need to tell more of, give him some actual story, give him some sort of meat, give him a little bit more to chew on than he has been. So I think that's where that has sort of been like the disconnection, because I've been seeing a lot of people like kind of say like, okay, they should be back together. And then there's other people that are like, not. I think that they do their best work together. So I don't mind them coming back as the Lucha Brothers and reuniting, but I also don't want that to be the end of seeing both of these guys in singles matches.
I just think that that's where it's going to end up going, though. The fact that Rey Fenix is not in this ladder match is crazy to me. Like, that is exactly where you should be leveraging a guy like that, right? A fun showcase of cool spots from Rey Fenix, and you didn't even see enough value in that to add him in the match. That to me is wild. There might be a last chance qualifier. We don't fully know in terms of the layout of this. Maybe that there's still an opportunity. But Penta, ever since Rey Fenix came to the WWE, Penta is certainly a lot less protected than he was. You know, they used to be really tight with him getting pinned or him losing any matches. He was on a bit of a known win streak that WWE was marketing. And since Rey Fenix came to the WWE, Penta's stock, whether it's like a direct correlation or not, has certainly been going down since Rey Fenix joined the WWE, which I honestly think it's telling me that they're just going to default to these guys being a tag team, that they're going to give up on the singles experiment.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but hey, at the same time, they are cool together. So we'll see what they end up doing with that. All right, we got Cincinnati Saint here who says, oh, I'm sorry. We got Ray J's World who says, I wonder how Dom is going to get CM Punk to accept him with Roxanne. Roxy is Punk's wrestling daughter. Lol. And there was someone on the Red Carpet Hall of Fame. I think it was Sports Illustrated or Complex or one of those. They kept asking every single wrestler who's the worst wrestler your daughter could possibly date, and everybody said Dominic Mysterio. So I think CM Punk's gonna have to answer that himself. Thank you, Ray J's World. We got Mayhem here. Says, tell Santi Jeff Hardy is better than John Cena. Jeff Hardy is better than John Cena, Santi.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mayhem. All right. Let me see what else we haven't gotten into. We saw Sheamus and Grayson Waller. I already spoke about that. Oh yeah, the last thing, Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso non-title match ends in a DQ. Sammy runs out there. CM Punk goes out there. This ends in pretty much the exact same thing we kind of saw the week before that.
Weak.
Oh yeah, and Logan Paul. I'm sorry, I forgot to add.
Yeah, I thought the ending was weak. In my opinion, it was such a rehash of last week. I don't know. What did this do? Did this do anything for you? I guess it
reminded me Saturday night's main event is happening this Saturday.
That's
what that did. Yeah.
That's it. And here's the thing. If Saturday night's main event was a place where I could confidently say, yeah, I have to watch this or I'm going to miss a major moment in WWE, I would say, yeah, build this up. But it just feels like whenever I see something on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown that is building towards Saturday night's main event, I can't help but feel that it's a waste because it just feels like filler. It feels like what they say in the comic book world, non-canon, where it's a match or a storyline or a feud that won't have long-term ramifications on the other storylines happening in WWE, that the next night, once the smoke settles from Saturday night's main event, it's as if the show's never happened. So when I see them spend time building up to that, and I know that beyond Saturday night's main event, the buildup of this won't matter, it's tough for me to get mentally behind what they do whenever they're building towards Saturday night's main event. I don't know if I explained that well, but it's I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's hard to care when WWE has shown us the past two Saturday night's main event that there isn't much of a reason to care.
Yeah, I 100% understood you on that because I was feeling the exact same way. Dude, I'm going to a birthday party this Saturday. I'm not even going to do a Saturday night's main event, live watch along. I'm going to go to my birthday party and talk about it afterwards because and who knows, that may be the best Saturday night's main event ever. I don't know, but hey, whatever, right? It is what it is. But I get you 100% on this. I just think that we kind of already know what to expect. And it's not really like right now, the big thing to get behind or the thing to really care about at the moment is the Money in the Bank qualifiers, because at least you're going somewhere with that. So that is what that is. All right, let me see where we're at here. We got Elsie Julia. Thank you so much, Elsie, who says, I'm so sorry for your situation, Denise. Found you from Santi's channel. You earned a new fan, and I appreciate another woman's perspective. You give good advice. Thank you so much, Elsie. I really, really thank you for that and for the support as well. Very kind of you. Thank you, Elsie. We got Ray J's World here who says, we will say it is said they want Rey Fenix and Penta at Worlds Collide. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been throwing out that idea too. I have no idea what this Worlds Collide PLE is going to look like. Legit,
Are you gonna go?
Idea. I think I might. I think I might. And if not, I might just be watching it from here because it's literally like 20 minutes away from my house.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Are you going in person to Money in the Bank for any work?
Still debating. I might just do the media day coverage. Yeah. I might just do like the media day and then just come back and then just do my thing here. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. So, and then I'm probably thinking about doing the same thing for San Diego. So that's kind of what I've been up to lately. I've been kind of trying to switch my my style of what I do for each pay-per-view, or I'll send someone to cover the press conference on my behalf so that I can stay here and do my own stuff and get all of that going. So kind of kill two birds with one stone. So yeah, so I've been kind of switching up my plans and we'll see how that works out. Thank you so much, Ray J's World. We got Oscar Lara here who says, oh, this Rachel and Ross and Lucha Bros debate. It's pretty clear Rachel believes Karrion looks better bald. All right. You know for a fact Rachel would have an opinion about that.
She would definitely want the long, luscious hair he has.
No. Oh, I have a reason why I know she wouldn't. Do you remember her pet that she really loved? The Sphinx cat? The hairless Sphinx cat? She would
She
love
didn't
hairless
love it. The whole episode was her trying to pawn it off on somebody.
No, but she did love it. She thought it was really cute. Remember? She was like obsessed with it. And then, but
no,
then it kept, like,
you are
scratching
completely misremembering that episode.
No, she kept saying that she always wanted a cat like that. And then she finally got one, but it kept scratching
She
her up.
hated it. And then she
But
despised
not in the
it.
beginning. Not in the
No,
beginning.
no,
In the beginning,
literally,
she liked
you are
it.
misremembering that episode.
No,
that whole
she
episode was
did
how
like
she
it in the
hated that
beginning.
cat and kept trying to give it away to people. And kept
But in the end, though, not in the beginning. In the beginning, she liked it. Why would she have it in the first place if she didn't like it in the beginning?
She hated it. She hated the cat. So wait, were you gonna try and say that because she liked this naked ballsack looking cat that she would pick Karrion Kross bald?
Hey, I'm running with it. All right, I'm still running with it. This is where I win the argument. Oscar Lara, thank you so much. We got Dayton Romo here who says, "Forget Mello in the bank, Dom in the bank, book it." Okay. He's already got an IC title, so I think he's all right. We got Bob Ross Jr. who says, I think it's either R-Truth might be the one who turns on John Cena face or Cody Rhodes return at Saturday night's main event. Ooh, I would hate a Cody Rhodes return at Saturday night's main event.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Thank you, Bob. We got Lennox Coleman here who says, what did you guys think of WWE RAW tonight? Santi and Denise, and happy belated birthday, Denise. I hope it was great to see you. Thank you so much, man. And then also, I thought RAW was fine today. It was pretty much the women's matches that I liked. I did enjoy the tag team match. An overall good wrestling night.
It was a good wrestling night. I'll say that.
Yeah, thank you, Lennox. We got Soul Killer 256 who says, I took a nap towards the end of the show and I feel like I didn't miss anything. No, you're pretty much all right.
It was a missable episode.
Yeah. I would just go back and watch the women's match, the first one for sure. Ahmed Adele here says, did you know there's no women's match at Saturday night's main events? Let me see. They got the steel cage match, Jey Uso and Logan. They got the men's tag team match. They got I'm missing at least two more. Let me pull them up. Saturday. Oof. They type slow.
The cage match?
Yeah, what's his face? Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? I know for a fact I'm missing something.
There's 4. I know there's 4 matches.
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling it up. I'm slow. Oh yeah, I'm missing John Cena and R-Truth. That's what I was missing.
Oh yeah.
So that's the only match I was forgetting there. So that's
Yeah, you're right. No women's match. What's up with that?
Yeah, nothing so far. Unless they decide to run back Lyra and Becky at Saturday night's main event instead of Money in the Bank, since they just did that at Backlash.
I would have figured they would have announced it on Raw.
Who knows? All right, we got MSQ here who says Denise's bald claim is like saying, does The Rock look better bald or with hair? And FYI, there's nothing wrong with bald Cross. The Rock also looks better bald. I don't think he looks bad. I would say he looks better. All right, we got JJ Castillo who says, I'm on Ross's side. Of course you are. Says Rachel has her coworker Mark come over and they get in a big fight. He almost made a move on her. Ross heard him on the phone with Rachel. He was upset. What he did was wrong, but they were on a break. All right, she wasn't even interested in Mark, okay?
Yes,
Mark
she was.
Mark was interested in her. All right, she was
they
just
ended up
being nice
dating,
to a
didn't they?
coworker.
They dated in the show.
Like way after.
They still dated, so if she was clearly interested in him in some capacity.
No.
Listen, all right, from a male perspective for a second here, if I tell my significant other that I have a problem with this guy because I think that this guy is trying to get with her, all right, I've vocalized that problem, and then I'm in a different town and I call my girl and I hear that guy in the room with her in the middle of the night.
She was there for a reason, though. What was the reason?
You need to be smart. You need to recognize that is a bad look. Rachel
Right.
did not consider Ross's emotions in
But
that
it was
scenario.
also a work thing. I remember it was a work thing. I don't remember the details,
There is
but it was
no
a work
such thing as a work thing that needs to be done at like midnight in your apartment in New York City.
All right, I'm going to go back and rewatch the episode so that I can come back and fight this argument, okay? Because I know for a fact, I remember Rachel was put in an awful situation, and it wasn't the way that Ross was seeing things. Ross was seeing things in a weird way, and Rachel was trying to, like, delegate.
They were on a break.
No. Ray J's World says, funny thing, Friends is the lead into NXT on my local CW station. That'd be great if they were playing this episode so that we can remember all the details. All right, Ray J's World, thank you so much. All right, guys, with that being said, everybody, that is our Raw post show.
That's the weirdest episode we've ever done.
Yeah, I think today was the Raw Friends episode. All right, you guys, thank you so much for the love, Santi. Tell the people where they can find you.
You guys can find me at anything and everything related to Santi Zap. Just Google it and choose whatever social media platform you prefer for your social media consumption.
I thought you were going to rhyme something with Google right now because you were like, Google it, and I thought you were going to add a rhyme.
Nope.
Okay, whatever.
I'm not Slim Shady. Can't be doing that.
All right. Well, as for me, you can find me everywhere except Facebook because I got hacked. Oh my gosh.
I'm on Facebook.
FML @ Denise Salcedo, guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye, Denise.
Bye.